the sound cue. As soon as they heard the Brimmy Stimmy, boom, everybody swings out, goes for that.
The Brimmy Stimmy.
I think they even used a cyber cage to open up the door, so they really had ways to like.
As soon as they heard the Brimmy Stimmy
from towards the end, and it was just really good for Energy Academy to be prepared for that. So, top left for Nightblood.
Do not.
We've mentioned before going into the series.
Do not mute my mic.
Start going into the playoffs and
Don't
making
do
it
that.
super close against M80. But I guess we ended the streak for Energy Academy for the win-loss, win-loss.
Oh
win-loss.
my
They
god.
only got 2 in a row right now, and they're looking pretty good moving forward.
I mean, we gotta keep that up though, because again, this lower bracket is going to get tough, and this is a team that again has to win the entire thing. But looking strong.
Hello?
On the day.
Anybody in there?
From the team themselves.
Hello?
Norelco interview. We have Shondex on the line to be able to chat all about it. Congratulations on this victory. I mean, you're in the lower bracket. It's a green map, banger, but you get the win in the end. How are you feeling? Tired, relieved, excited?
Feeling good. You know, it's lower finals against NBG.
What up, Lou? What up, V?
Like good
What up, Raku?
Like happy to beat them.
What up, Walken?
Like we knew it was gonna be like a tough game.
How's it going, guys? Wait, do I still have drops on for
like
EWC?
Like, we just shot better, to be honest, and we just like BM, so it felt good.
Goated, goated.
Within a series that was so
Muted.
close, do you just look
Fuck
at it
you,
as
man.
you guys just got to shoot better?
Fuck.
Like, considering the scoreline for all 3 maps, or do you feel like you have
What's up, Zikz?
to them going into the series?
I was hey, hi, hello, bye in your game that one time.
I mean,
I knew your voice sounded familiar, lol. GG's.
He said they were gonna do this, do that.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Other than that, we don't know like counter teams like.
Was that
not
on
much
Summit?
that I know of, at least, but. And then,
Wait, which game was
just, like,
that?
Shot better, to be honest. That's like the only reason we won today.
You just get clued on the information you need to know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. I mean, this was such a close series, but even looking at the last match you played within this lower bracket up against EGA, it was also an incredibly close series. Like, do you feel like you and your team are a team that performs well under this pressure and kind of heats up as the series goes on?
Lotus.
Was it just a tough string of matches?
Well, obviously, when the pressure is high, like obviously people are gonna get nervous, and then like I don't think that's the case.
W Rel?
Because
What up, Villa?
has a lot of experience, you know. So like it like helps us a lot.
We are
because, like,
indeed
things are
starting
constant,
stream
like, calm,
a little bit
you know what
late.
to do. It's like stuff like that. It's like helps us a lot.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And I mean, talking about this pressure.
Oh, W, bro, we
and
won.
everything
I
else,
see
like,
the, I see
totally
the,
different
I
about
see the
going
game.
on forward. I mean, the stakes for the team are pretty clear. You have to win the entire thing, and I know you know what it takes to be able to make like this run into the grand finals, etc. Like, how are you feeling about your team and the chances, especially
W
like,
part timer.
going forward now that you're in
Yeah.
top 4?
Yeah, I'm a
I mean,
part
I think
timer.
we can
Showing
make
up
a
for
really
my
deep
second
run
shift
if,
here.
There's a player card on.
Hi, T.
Sorry if he doesn't live.
Yo, hey,
I
hey.
think we can beat SR, to be honest, and then make a really good run.
Dude, I need something to like.
You call it satellite
their
for the late
attention.
game and not
they stop
you know,
fighting.
anyone else on that roster?
Well, it's just satellite, you know. If you live.
Every now and again, the cats fight. Well, it's
Alright,
more
we
like
can
hissing
keep
at
an
each
eye
other
out for.
aggressively.
I mean,
How was your nap?
This is a
It
long
was good.
series, so I'll let you go, but
It
thanks
was
so much for
good.
chatting, and good luck going
Definitely
forward.
gonna be like.
Thank you.
I'll probably stream
You know,
this series and then go
congrats.
straight
Look
back
how
to
it's
sleep
like, this
again.
person doesn't have a
But I
life
had to be
game.
here for
We
Xander.
are so set. We are so sure. I mean, we'll have to see if there's any life games. in
Watching
store
earned you a
today.
drop.
Again, it's
Tap
gonna be
the box to
another
claim.
elimination match, one with a lot of stakes
Sheesh.
to it. 2 teams that kind of need to win, but also could get the LCQ from circuit points. QoR going up against SRB after this short break. Stay tuned.
Is there a claim all? Dude, I have so many random Twitch drops. Damn.
Trim, edge, and shave with Philips Norelco One Blade. One
Wait, I
tool for
almost-
all you need.
Bro, if anybody's using my stream for Twitch or for EWC drops, you're actually farming. What up, Superstar Vin? Thank you for the prime, bro.
Your style made simple with Philips Norelco One.
Also, can we just say EWC adding this like gift 1 sub get a badge thing? Wow, that was nice. I think that was like the most amount of like natty subs I've ever gotten in a day. Without it being like, you know, like somebody dropping the literal like 100 gifted and 1,000 gifted. There were so many like individual subs. They did that for DBD for the Jason badge. Bro, you know what's crazy? I know that a lot of people here probably don't watch Rust.
Well, this is is
But in
two
Rust,
of the big three going up against
the way that they do it is they'll give you an individual skin, right? So the only way that people can get the skin in game is by watching that person's individual stream. So like you would watch H Student stream to get the H Student skin. And when they do that, it's like, bro, like it supports the creators like crazy. Like there's no real like super like drops kind of event. But this one kind of is nice. It's very nice. Super sick. Yo, 6-7. If Sander loses, I will cry. No, Alex, no.
Nice little matchup too to preface.
This will be
saying, look, you
hopefully
made the wrong decision here
a good
of
match.
Leaving us. We're gonna knock SRB out, and this is the perfect opportunity for Core to do.
I mean, for Core, when we talk
Well, I mean,
about
for
this
Xander's
big
sake, he
three
probably
teams,
doesn't
I
want it to be
definitely
a
think that
close
players,
match.
like people have put them at like the third, right?
What up, Swap?
Because
No?
Core, I mean, you
Sent
talk
star
about
for
the
2
stage 1 and the
jewels.
victory, but then talk about the
Hey,
changes
bro.
that they've had, right? Obviously, they've had to change the identity a little bit. We've had to get some changes in, but Ash, this is a roster too that even if we didn't
Look
see
at
quite the
Infiltrator, so
same
cute.
success that they had in stage 1
Sheesh.
replicated with some players
What up,
leaving,
Moves?
it's
How's
a
it going,
team
bro?
that definitely can catch you off
You
guard.
watch The
definitely
Sopranos.
cooks, and
No, I don't really watch
the
TV.
talent was never the reason they were losing,
Tell you the
right?
truth.
Like the talent is there on the team. So I'm excited now. We got more and more reps underneath. We got
Never
Flya
been a
calling
TV
that
kinda
this
guy.
is a team that can make that run today.
Hey, bro, how are you?
Yeah, they definitely are. And this
Doing
is a squad
well.
that did unfortunately
Just
have to
pulled
go through
like
that roster
24
mania at the
hours
beginning of this
being awake in
stage.
a row
But you
so
also
that I could stream
come on.
EWC.
Yeah, sure. You give
Took a
Smoke over to
3-hour nap
SRB,
and
but
we're
you also
here.
just got Infiltrator on your roster.
We're here
too,
for
right?
Xander.
I think for Core, this
Lil
is a
Z.
squad where
Gotta
we've
support
seen
Lil
the
Z.
trials and tribulations, and we've seen them struggle within the meta during the last stage, how they've had their bounce back heading into stage 3, but we have seen a little bit of those inconsistencies. Granted,
Derek
they were
Overwatch.
up against some tough opponents, especially in those quarterfinals, up against an M80 that has popped
Overwatch.
off. But yeah, this is a squad that wants to go back to their winning ways. They want to also get back onto the big stage. Like, it isn't just
I can't believe that
it's also,
note-
you look at the individuals on this roster. You look at Flya, you look at Moose, Infiltrator,
Is
Derek. These are all players who have
getting
touched
replaced by Vic
that
again.
and played
That
on.
is so crazy.
Not even just touch. You have like veterancy, especially from Derek within tier
You get to work
1,
with Derek
right?
on 100T?
And I
Nah.
think there's so much pressure on this squad.
As I was
for these
going in, he was
individuals
going
to
out.
want to get back to that level and not
Him and
leave it up to
Stellar.
the
So I
chances
never
of
really got
things.
to
I mean, talking about individuals on the team, I want to focus
Never
on first
really
on
got to work with those
Infiltrator, 'cause
guys.
He's talking about Smoke leaving, but you get Infiltrator in his place, and Infiltrator too has been such a welcome addition to the team. A duelist with a different play
Was it
style,
confirmed?
of course, which
No.
then goes back into the team restructuring, etc.
No, but
especially Vance, like these
as
last
we
few
know,
games
it's
he's
like
played, we know what he's capable of, and he has been
99% of these
playoffs,
rumors
which
are
makes
real.
Me really excited to see him in like the full beast mode, ready for playoffs sort of style. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't really have to or need like a person.
So you
that
know
needs
something
to go
now.
on an off
I actually don't know
like a
anything.
A TP type of player in terms of Infiltrator. I think him joining this roster is actually quite good for Core.
You
as
mean
well,
you
because
cut him?
Remember when Smoke kind of left and they were still trying to?
I mean,
figure out the roster
technically,
for
I
Bulls.
cut
We even
them,
had the
but,
deal
like,
with
not
Derek
really.
Playing at the Jet, so there was huge world issues.
Like,
coming
that
in.
change was
But
probably
now
happening
Infiltrator
happening
coming
regardless.
into the fray. Everybody
Yo.
is playing kind of to their strengths, and you only need Infiltrator to only get like his one. He doesn't need to go all out and ball out because you have such a prolific
Minus Vic
roster
plus
around
Vic
him
makes sense to
and
me if
such
things are not
great
going great in
clutch players.
scrims.
And for example, Moose, that this would still show good rounds for Core and great
I mean,
fights overall from round after round.
And I feel
What
like
is
you
true
also-
is that
we
Vic
don't
will
have stats up
probably
anymore,
give you
but it cut
more
those numbers,
of
even
an
though for
entry and more of an
Infiltrator, maybe
omen
they look
player.
kind of light compared to the Infiltrator that we've seen in previous
If we're talking, like,
stages, but I think
only
it also
strategically.
says so much as to how this core roster has come together and the amount of support that Vans is talking about that he has back.
You would've cut anyone for
Infiltrator
Dan?
no longer needs to be that duelist that pops off, takes over the server. Is
I love
like
Dan.
The rank
I
one,
love Dan.
rated one
Jerry
or
B.
two player
Donut.
within
Wake up to Zikz
challengers.
stream,
He
poggers.
has these players who are able to step up to the plate,
Poggers.
have that assistance. He doesn't have to be that mechanical god. Even though he definitely is in the server, he doesn't have to be that person who's taking everybody out of
Poggers.
commission. And I think it says so much as to how Core have been able
saw
to
a
come
leak
together.
saying
And
Zeppo's
again, everybody's
gonna
able
replace
to, I think, step up again because those
Fireball
rule
Ops?
adjustments that Vance was talking about.
And I mean, it's the core here in
Then
the
I
lower
saw
bracket
Zeppa
fighting
put
for their
the
lives
sign gift.
alongside and going up against Shopify Rebellion Black, which I
Nah.
think is pretty safe to say across the board. It's one of those plot twists that people didn't
Two more for
necessarily
6-7.
see coming. I think there was a
Jesus.
lot of
Thank you, bro.
expectations
Thank you,
going
Void.
in upper finals.
65 stream
SRB
streak.
and M80.
Go.
I mean, since the restructuring and how they're integrated.
Minus Zeppa
Smoke
plus
within
Zeppa would be
Stage
hilarious.
3,
Yeah, it'd be
this
like
team
completely
has just
undoing
looked
any change that they even
so
did.
strong, and it was definitely a close match, but yeah, now everything's turned.
Yeah, things have been flipped upside down. But again, like you said, it was Sadie.
Then effectively the only change would have been
I think another team that we've all been looking at
just
as being as one
Penny.
of the best
Just
right
Penny to
now
Jack.
within Challengers, definitely being within like that upper echelon. Even like before the season started is what I'm saying, like the expectations for that roster, right? And they've proven themselves. For this SRB though, I think that it almost
I think SRB was starting
in a
to
way,
look
I feel like it
like
almost
the
stings a little
team
bit more, but also might
we
light
expected
the
them to be
fire
up until
under
they
them to
lost
be in
Sad.
this lower bracket. This is a squad that's
that crazy
consistently
to
come
say?
into second place during each
Feels like
the
they were
last two
actually, like-
stages of this year of Challengers.
Well, I shouldn't say
They
were.
wanna be able to
They
get that for sure.
are
This is a squad
in the
that,
correct
you know,
identity,
can make
and
it
they were
to
dominating
the
all of these
LCQ
teams that they should be
with
better
their
than.
circuit points.
Like
but
these
they're not
matches,
gonna
I was
stop
like,
there. That's
damn,
not
SRB is
what
actually
they
looking
really want at the
clean,
end of
bro.
the day.
It's a nice little roster to look at though if you're looking around at the profiles of all of these guys.
Like, the only
And
losses they really
unfortunately, a
had
little bit
was
of a
like
jinx at the
M80.
same time too, when,
And outside of that, it was
Shop
just
Rebellion
full
Black got the
dominance.
dub against Evil
There's
Geniuses
no like
earlier on this
weird
week, or
upsets
last
against
week,
Fly.
rather. You know,
No
Smoke
weird
was
upsets
mentioning,
against EGA.
I'm looking forward to fighting M80,
ADG.
maybe upper finals, grand finals twice.
Like, they
whatever.
actually just
And now, unfortunately,
straight
it's
swept
not gonna
it.
Be a two-time to
And
see
then
M80.
they just
They
randomly
actually have to
lost to
fight for
Sad.
their survival going into the lower
Which Sad's a
bracket
fine
gauntlet
team.
this
Like, they're
time
not
around
a
after
bad team or
dropping against
something.
Sad Esports, which again,
But I was just not expecting it,
being
especially
able to get that
Smoke is
upset
shopping
victory.
like.
I
bit of a
mean, when
nuke.
you're looking at Smoke though, the change going into the Shopify
We were
Rebellion
primed?
Black roster, if they change like it happened
Upset,
in 2 stages
we were
in the
primed.
making,
Oh.
though, this
Oh,
is a
I meant-
player that
I
has
meant
just
against
been
everyone
absolutely
else.
Electric. Like he has won this entire thing before back when he was with Core, right? He knows what it takes to
I'm gonna get
win.
against anyone.
And now that he's
Yeah,
been
at this
set up within
point,
this different
you guys
system
were
that is, like,
primed.
built around him, like they're trying
Nobody,
to push
the bridge is burned?
Smoke
Alright, fuck
to
it then.
the best of his abilities. We've
Fuck it
really
then, we'll
gotten
move
to
on.
see how much that's paid off here within stage 3.
Sent star
there's
for
a
2
reason his
joules.
expectations were
Sent
to be in the
100
upper
for
finals up
2
against
joules.
M80.
Thank you, bro.
And he did
Bro, I
an
still don't
incredible
know
job
how
against
to
Sad Esports
equate
as well. I mean, on the chamber
joules.
rule was super good.
I'm
on
pretty
both
sure
Lotus
2
in a
joules
sense,
is like
but it was just
hilariously
even, it was
low, like
lackluster
pennies.
a bit. And to pin him
Dang.
back or to put him back on that interview, the winner's interview against EG, he was
Bro,
mentioning
Smoke
it was
was a
a lot
little
easier
too
for me to
nice.
shoot against EG because I didn't have to play against a Neon or anybody who was like throwing up walls against me. When you're playing on a map like Haven, there's like a Neon wall.
Can we
There's
get that
also a
bet
Phoenix
started?
wall. There's so much
Wait, you're talking
utility
about for
that
prediction
Russell and a
points.
vision that doesn't allow for Smoke to get too much.
Once
going
the-
on
once
for
the
his
veto's
side
up,
on
yeah.
Haven, so you need the rest of the team to kind of like step up to the plate.
Ungrateful?
Which they did unfortunately on that second map, which eventually
I'm not ungrateful,
led
I
to their
promise.
downfall. So if anything for Smoke, he's always going to be still.
I'm thankful
good
for the
his
2
skills,
joules. I just
but
don't know
think
what
it's
it
a nice
equates
wake-up
to.
call for SRB overall for the loss that they
Right,
just
is that-
suffered against Sad.
Um,
In case they had to deal with that type of pressure
how
again,
many
if they're going to play against this team
monies
today, of course.
is
I mean, last
2
but not least,
joules
our
on
Phillips
YouTube?
Norelco head to head. We got to talk about other standout players on the roster, and I mean, 2 very accomplished, very strong players. I mean, Derek, especially the heat up has been incredible. But Van's like last time we saw SRB play, like in the on the like cast in the green room, you're just like, man, like nature, like you just like you're just talking so
1
much
joule
about
on
him
YouTube
and
costs
wanting to know
roughly
what's in
2
his
cents.
head, everything
Yeah.
else, and like because he's ideally, but also this much kills, like these stats.
Okay, 2 joules
remember
is
that I wanted to
literally.
breathe this much
It says
for
2
someone
joules
that,
for a
right?
creator is roughly
Because
1 cent.
nature was looking-
Yeah.
So I was
No, no,
right.
no, no.
2
I have to,
joules,
it's just
pennies.
so
It was
good, but
literally a
I
penny.
think it's nice to see this nice little matchup between these 2 players as well because they're also ex-teammates with EG.
Can you yell at Darkness to
playing
help
on the
me edit my
VCT
photos
stage.
and stop
So
playing
now you're
Valorant?
in a competitive scene where
Nah, you're gonna have to figure that one
can't
out
think about your
on your
friendship
own.
anymore, and unfortunately,
Conflict
you have to knock
resolution,
each other
bro.
out.
Confront
But
him
both
about it.
These players overall, nature has seen a glow up from the start of stage 3, where Derek really came up towards the end here of the playoff, or the beginning of the playoffs rather, where it's nice to see this little head-to-head between both of them because
Anyone good at
they
photo
could definitely
shoot?
be the difference makers for these rounds.
Really, you mean
for either
Photoshop?
teams today.
Yeah, and I think for both
Anyone
of
get
these
photo
players
shoot?
as well, again, it came down to comfort in different ways, right? Like Derek scaling into this playoff, it took a bit of time for him to adjust to this squad of core within. Like,
I wanted to
when
look
he
at
was
something.
previously added, and he had talked about that. And I feel like right now his scan utility has been insane.
Yes.
It is Derek.
Never mind.
So like,
Didn't want to look at
what
something
do
at
you
all.
expect? But it's been such like a level up, I think, from what we've seen before to now, and he has so much impact. And very same with nature. It's like kind of cool to see the similar parallels of the fact that
What up,
it was,
Pikachu?
like, this growth
How's it going,
into
bro?
comfort. Obviously, they're both very good at these roles, but within their teams themselves, so they could really step up as individuals, but in very different ways. Because for Derek, is more like adjusting to the team and whatnot.
One
For
of
Nature, I
SRB's
think,
main
as
issues is
much
how
as
quickly
he
they
has
dump
had that
all their
ideal
util around.
experience, again, a new player, they were working in a different
Yeah.
kind of system.
Yeah, we've talked
trying to
about that a
adjust to the
bit.
Pacing their smoke
The problem
there
that I
too, and
used to
now
have
that
was that they used to
both
dump all of their
players
util
have
around
teams
smoke,
that
and then
feel
smoke would
comfortable
get
for them. They've absolutely unleashed
smoked off
as these recon initiators
when you're trying to like tease that up.
and have been insane.
Zikz is back
difference
on 3
makers in a
hours
lot
of
the
sleep
rounds that
to
we're gonna
watch
see in this match.
Xander's
That is such a
Wrong
nice
Xander.
and
EWC
wholesome
run.
story that you're telling about
EWC
both
run.
of those players.
Chatting
Too
drops
bad
badge
after
subs
today,
and roster
one of
moves
them is
between
going to be
coverage
leaving us
bites.
from playoffs.
The
That
AI
is
could
so
not be
tragic.
more wrong.
Talking about the series ahead, it's going to be split the first one up. Picked
Where do we
up
see this
by
AI
Core.
summary?
I mean, this
Mine
was
is just
fun
whenever I
because
refresh.
last
Like
time
whenever
we
I
saw
refresh my
Core
own
here,
stream.
It was the first time we got to see
It just
him
pops
80
up.
here, and it was a
It might only be popping up on
crazy
certain
flip
people's
around. So Vans, we're running it
streams, though.
back today.
Split
Dude, losing
Breeze
4 to
Lotus.
13 against
Split
ME and
Breeze
still trying to
Lotus.
run it back
I can't
against
remember all of
what
these
should have
teams'
been here,
vetoes,
the
bro.
second team, the second seeded team going to
I'm
the
keeping it a
playoffs
buck.
so far.
I just
It's a
can't.
tough
I can't
ask
remember
coming in
all
for
of these
Core,
teams'
but I think at
vetoes.
the same time, it would allow for them to build a lot of
When's
that
the last time
confidence
we've seen
later on
their
in the series
Breeze?
if they're able to make
Do we
it very
like this?
competitive this time around.
Honestly,
against a team
I mean, this
like
comp's not
Shopify
bad. It's
Rebellion.
fine.
But once we get the Breeze, man, this is going to be a fun one for both of these teams where it's going to have to come down to just some all-out brawls. Where
Split Breeze
unfortunately,
Lotus. Split Breeze Lotus.
we haven't had the best
Split
results for
pick.
Core either on the map. So
Is that a bug?
end of the day,
It says
I feel like the Beatles
core
have
pick.
been kind of won on the side of SRB.
Look at this expert analysis here.
Yeah, like I'm looking at what's most
Find the most
capable of
recent
doing
split
on
game.
both
See that
of
it's a
these
loss?
maps, and I have
What
to
the?
say, I'm a
It's M80.
little bit scared for the Core fans out there.
They
but
just
don't
probably pretend it
worry.
never happened.
Don't worry, Core fans.
I mean,
because
Core's
looking
always
at our
been kind of a good
predictions,
split team.
we got a
Now that I'm
nice
like sitting
little
here thinking about it.
hamster curse going. Here's that extra little
And
bit of luck
big
for
question
all
for
of
me
y'all.
is, has
Maybe
SRB been kind of
counteract
weak on
the
split?
veto not quite
Not really.
going in y'all's way.
I will
We'll
say
have to
though,
find out. But let's
pretty
focus in on this
comfortable
very first
if
match,
I'm
because, yeah, Core last time wasn't
Core
necessarily
to see
so great,
Jet,
but Zikz
Raze,
has talked so
and Astra.
much
Astra?
about learning from those losses here, Ash. So
I mean,
I'm intrigued
this-
to see how this one's going to differ today.
I think Astra
Yeah,
with
they
double
have talked
duelists,
about
kind
how
of hard to
learning from
execute
those
because your
losses
exec is
and
so
whatnot.
weak.
And at this point, I think that
Like it
Core
puts
should
so
have
much
an
pressure on the
understanding
individuals.
of how Shopify
I'd say
Rebellion
maybe
wanna
you can
be
argue that
playing
it's
this
slightly better on
split here
defense.
as well. Like they know the tempo.
Astra can
at
actually
which
use
Smoke
stars
likes to work
for
a lot of these picks on the attack.
A if she's
Satellite
B,
would be that main
B
player
if she's
looking
A.
to control
Whereas
the
Omen can't really
faster
do that.
plays for SRB.
And
For
Astra has
Core, though,
better,
I think that this is something where you're going
you
to
know,
expect them
off-angle
to
use
look and
for
try and disrupt
themselves.
some of that flow from Shopify
Xander
Rebellion and Black when they're trying
was,
to get that tempo. On the
said by
attacking side,
Effies
make
to be a
things
bit of an Astra
uncomfortable with
one
some of the
trick.
aggression that you're going to expect to be coming through from them. Some
You hate Xander
fights
Astra,
there
we get it?
for those mains there as
No,
well, especially to try
I'm a
and get
big
those
time
orbs up there
Xander
for
Astra
Kumi.
believer.
Before I toss the mic over to Vans, though, guys, I just want to say
It's just like I'm always
I am
thinking
so
about
sorry for
Astra's
not
attack.
voting Core. I
Man,
think
it
this might
is
be the
so
first
fun to
time
play
this-
Astra
this
defense.
split that I didn't.
Do
I'm
not get me
very
wrong.
guilty.
When you swap sides
Well,
to
at least the
attack,
Cancer
it
Crystal
just
helped,
feels
right?
so
we'll see.
bad.
But I gotta say,
You
Smoke,
telegraph
this is
all
gonna
your
be a nice
hits if
warm-up game for
you
him as well. He's
do
been
early
waiting
stars for pop
anxiously,
timing.
in the Twitch chat earlier on, waiting for the series to start.
You don't have
What I
great
liked was him
exec
playing on the
util,
attack
and if
side.
it
He's
is
been rifling
exec
a lot more,
util,
so this allows
it's
for
telegraphed
the
because you
Smoke
throw a
and
star on the
Satellite
ground,
to
it
be
makes
as
it
aggressive as
huge
the M80
fucking
style with the double
alien
dive
abduction
that they've
sound
been
on the
doing their
ground.
side. So this is going to be a big test for Core.
004 Lord with the gifted. Thank you, bro.
I mean, if they didn't have an idea, they didn't have an ace up their sleeve.
Wait, so
I can't imagine why they
that
would
must
pick this
confirm
map.
it.
So
My
it's time to
EWC
head
drops
into
must
split
still
and
be
see
running,
what
huh?
They've been cooking up. Let's get this series started. Another elimination.
Because there would be
match
no
on
other
the
reason
day.
for him to gift that
Let's see how
stuff.
this one's going to turn out
I
with your
think.
casters.
Well,
Back
unless he's
over
just
to
a really
Lemke
nice
and
guy.
Shayo.
Unless he's a
Thank you so
really
much
nice
for the
guy.
geniuses on the desk guests breaking it down. So many storylines coming in from different stages between these two teams. Two of the GOATs.
Your jobs are
inside
still
the
going. You
region
are a
now
selected
finally
streamer.
butt heads.
Yes.
Only one makes it out, Lemon Kiwi.
Yeah, and a rematch from
All right, let's go,
Stage 1
Xander.
Grand Finals. It doesn't get any spicier than this. After
Xander 1v9.
Core swept them.
Are you not
Of
going to
course,
get in
they're
trouble for
different
that?
rosters
Well, I
now.
can't do anything.
Smoke is playing against his former team.
Can you explain the
SRB
EWC
have
drop?
always been the bridesmaid, now the bride
Yeah, do you
in terms
see
of getting to the
Void,
finals, and now
Voider
they want
Ebos,
the throne,
Voider
but,
Ebos?
Man,
You see that guy?
You got the final
You see the
boss
little
on
triangle
either
next to his
side. These are
name?
two very strong rosters, and
So
I agree
there's,
with Ash. You
I
could have
think,
easily predicted
5
Core,
different
and no one
versions
would have
of
called you
that
crazy.
badge.
Yeah, I mean, we had that storyline last
So you can
time, too,
collect
there was some
5
events about
badges
people not
from
believing in Core, but
EWC.
we talked about final boss. This boss of Core did not show up to work the last time
And
they were on Split.
you can
That
get
is
4 of
also
them, I believe,
the
from
storyline.
watch
They got
time.
mopped by M80, where
12
we
hours,
still
I think,
thought
gets
that
you
they
all
had,
of
at least
them.
on their own map pick,
And
I
then one
believe
you
at
have
that
to get
time,
through
too,
a
bit of
gifted
a chance
sub.
to have some type of voice.
Void
We start things off,
Erebos.
no pre-round play, right into the fray here with
All right, we are
Core
live.
SRB
Oh
attacking.
no, no epic
And
pens.
we know their methodical play and burst is very hard to deal with for a few teams. They're
All right, Epic
looking
Pens is
to
out.
make it through the lower part of this playoffs and take the gauntlet straight back to M80.
Contact
Win
play.
that spot, but this is the obstacle first they have to deal with. It is Core.
Kumi's already had to adjust so much to the playstyle of Infiltrator versus Smoke, which Desk have highlighted. Kind of more slow and methodical there for
Okay.
Smoke. So consistent right now. SRB taking some damage.
Little bit of
They've
contact
been
play.
already marked towards ramp.
Core actually
and out
walks
front, Fly
first
is
timing.
Just gonna be the greeter. Steps inside of the Smoke. Gets
Oh,
already
that-
one. I don't
that's
even think
slow
he
as
got the
money.
paranoia off. SRB just
W,
surrounded,
Exa.
almost conquered, and as the dust settles,
Bro,
you
he
have a
ran
2v2.
out from
The
a
savior.
main
Saturating
back
the screens of
to
his
them at the
opponents back
orb.
to gray.
He was actually scaling already.
Contrast between these two players and health bars, though, is going to be kind of crazy. Not much for SRB to work with. They have to need, or they just need a miracle here from other players. Satellite with the space and the time evens things out, but Moose is able to get the pickup. Long range.
Doable,
Exa
2
is gonna
bullets,
be the
though.
one to make the play. Moving over the map. Does he find the location? No.
NT from
is there
Exa.
to set the pace
Bro,
for
he was
Core.
already scaled
Have a
into
leg
the
up for
site. That's how he
first
dodged the slow.
Moose is someone you can depend
And
on.
he
when
has,
it
like,
comes to Core
the
for that experience.
in
He's
the
such a
moment
calm,
awareness to run
collected
back to his 2
person that when
teammates.
things get really stressful,
It's actually a
you
big
have
W.
Good vibes on this team.
They end up losing
And
the round,
Derek has
but
talked about it,
it's good
like, every
individual
single
decision
interview.
making
That's
from
why you
Exa.
put Derek in
I
all
like
the
that.
interviews. Such a good vibes merchant in terms of just getting hype. And
Is it
Derek
possible to
bringing
gift a
that
Prime
energy.
sub? Unfortunately
Moose
not.
can maybe counteract it a little bit to just keep things balanced, but this is a team that has so much knowledge of the game, so many years, and then kind of trying to be as well-rounded as they can.
Ooh, look at that lineup.
Consistency is what's gonna
Easy
matter.
lineup,
An infiltrator
honestly.
can be someone who can gift you around, but also overcook
Write that down,
it.
chat.
And this is different duelists that both these teams have incorporated in the stage. Excited to see them both blossom. Even our last series was really defined by the duelists. So SRB dropped the pistol despite getting the plant down, getting the ball rolling. We'll see what this ramp control gives them this time. They walked into the core trap, recalling out, bait and switch, spike down. Information on SRB. They just were
That
grabbing
slow,
the spike, and Core is
bro,
still trying to
that-
punish them for it.
Feast or famine. You mentioned the infiltrator overheat.
Doesn't that
It kinda
slow
tried to
not
solve
hit
there just
because
a
of
moment.
the
I like the
LOS?
fact that you can saturate and get close, but now they've made it over towards the
'Cause the
A side. SRB
elevation's
have
weird
found a
there?
gap to be able to play with in this round. Upgraded their
That
weapons.
looks
This is trouble
really
for Core.
weird. That looked really weird. Oh no,
Xander
it's about to
wins,
happen.
Especially at a distance. Moose, hey, familiar position, the lone wolf. Try and close it out. 1v2 and Smoke back against the wall. Secures the 50 for SRB.
Classic.
It's not good.
What is this? I mean, oh my
Xander
god,
too
he's
good?
pushing
Yeah.
over here.
Look, they got 0 on that slow.
Land in the mind of Infiltrator, and assuming you're the enemy team, you have the space, you want to take it.
You guys
Bit of a
know
blunder
that
overall.
Waylay slow
Unfortunately,
works
the way
like
crumbles.
you need
The thing that
LOS.
you mentioned as well, the energy between these two teams, Lemon.
I would have to test that in a
These guys
server
need
to like
upkeep
really
it
know
for
how
Core.
the
Strategy
dynamic
be
like,
damned.
works,
Yes,
but
I know.
the slow
Defensive
hits
teams need to
here
get more
and the
proactive.
players are like
They need to
here.
make sure they are alive and trying their best every single round as well. And the
So
shots
I'm
are
kind
flowing,
of
you're keeping off
curious
your
if they
teammates.
just
The energy
actually
needs
outranged
to
it,
be
like they
there for
spaced it
Core. Was
well.
absent last time.
And SRB have a good
Or if there's
mix of
some funny shit
experience
going
to
on with the
Zoomers,
LOS.
and they had these ebbs and flows
And
throughout the
elevation.
stage, but they really just are on the uptrend as SRB just being careful how they cross this threshold, because man, Core just put up such a resistance, usually just spamming through. And SRB were netted that lane now, but still being careful. Ramp control has been a priority for SRB because they want to be able to watch over this site.
Lots of different lurks.
Wow.
The
Look
position
at
here
Flya.
for Core, strong. The grip gonna be a bit weak though with the weapons that they have. Not gonna be able to put the squeeze onto SRB as they want to. Fire might get checked here as well. Yeah,
NT.
he gets slammed in by Xander, who's just checking sewers, making sure there isn't anything foolishness or any type of foolishness. is happening
Remember,
towards the
by the
flank
way,
side.
we didn't go over the stakes of this
A
game,
lot of A
but
has been discovered again by the side of
SRB is in a
SRB. It seems like
position,
this is a
chat,
bit of a
where
weak spot that they can keep pressing on
this is
against
currently
Core.
top
50's worked
6.
so far. The anti-eco
If
has
they
worked
go
as
out
well.
at top 6
And the pistol
and
round was
Core
so successful
somehow
in
finds a
touching
way
the
to get
site, so
third, which would be winning
positioning
this
already
match
starting here from
and
the
one
attacking
more,
team.
then SRB are fully out for the
Giving
year,
this to Satellite
guaranteed.
now to get closer to the showstoppers, smoke close to his ult.
Because
And
even in the world
kind of
that
funny
M80
because SRB
wins,
hadn't planted yet. They were still scaling, and they
Core
didn't
would
have someone
actually
watching the flank
take
yet. There's
the
still a good
LCQ
spread for
spot
SRB, and
off
Core were
points.
trying to activate
Because
the
Core
flank and
won stage
weren't
1.
aware that SRB were just had so much map
Core
control
won stage
still.
1.
So
So
there's
this
still lots
is
of
like
Core
Core's
mark
lifeline.
on
This match
A
and then the
approach.
next
It's now
one.
back-to-back for
So it would be
SRB,
Core, and then who won
and
the
it's
other
been
series again? It was
successful for them.
Energy
Only
Academy,
had the
right?
better weapons. And this is just gonna
So it'd
go
be
down
Core
with the
versus
ship at
Hayode
this
to
point,
decide
and I think SRB
basically
have been able
if
to kind of switch things up based on what the
SRB's
defense has presented.
year is
This
over.
Viper's wall, it's not
think
causing
SRB
too
wins
much
LCQ? I
hesitation
think
for
so, yeah.
SRB, but they are trying to
If,
be more
M80 ends up
aware of the
winning,
possible crunch
and they
that
end up
Core could be
qualifying.
forming on the other side of it.
That's
They're trying
insane.
to use that
SRB being one of the
awareness
better teams and everything can be lost.
hopefully
Yeah,
make some
exactly. It's
changes
fucking
overall
terrifying, bro.
on both sides of the roster too, not just Core. SRB also probably wanted to switch, probably wants to switch up their game to
Because
make
they won
sure
a
that
stage,
they can take things over the mid.
they would go over
Whereas
SRB in the
Machado
event of
was
a
the
tie.
B side.
Tito, I'm
The big
actually
thing I
not
mentioned
sure.
too is lifelines here
So I might
in
be
terms of
yapping, but
compositions between these two teams. Core
if I
has
had to
so many more of
assume,
them, so many more impactful ultimates
well, I don't
to come
know.
back
Like
into the
winning
game.
as
On the side of
recently,
SRB, you kind of really just have satellite showstopper.
winning as recently
Everything else is
as
either
like,
informational based or has to be
you know,
piloted via knives
playoffs.
and aim and stuff. But
they might
for
do the
Core,
overall year
Nightfall, right
tiebreaker,
back,
like the year
conversion
head-to-head.
pads, these three ultimates
Maybe.
can give you immediate value, even if you with
Also makes this game
in
hella
terms of aim.
entertaining. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The stakes are actually pretty damn high.
Need aim to be a part of them.
So Core has a bit of a Cinderella run kind of potential here.
Mid-pressure to take away some of the
And SRB is
sidelines
trying to
on the A
like
side,
defend,
then quickly pivot back over. I'm wondering if the Vents player are going to be able to make
defend
it
being
over
upset
to
from
ramp
what we
to
all
stop
expect
this,
to
but
happen,
if
which
they
should
slow walk it
be
again, like
some
you're talking
version
about
of
with that Viper
SRB
wall, the
and
crunch will come
M80
through
as
with
number 1 and 2.
SRB trying to sense maybe any
For,
early
North
aggression
America.
from Core to see if they would want to punish what they would think is a solo lurk at A, which sometimes happens on this map. But SRB, they're so quick to take space, and smoke is so quick to fall. Kumi catching them amidst the smoke
Look at
and the
Xander.
chaos as SRB
Hard
cannot
entering
follow
for the
through,
boys.
and they're really
Bro,
not
the
picking up
juggle
the
aggro
mantle.
from
It's
Derek
just
and
hitting
Infiltrator
their
is
head
insane
into
there.
the defensive Core that put a stop to them.
First correct adjustment.
Do you like Marshall
Along the
greater
way,
than
these
Outlaw
guys
if you win
swing off
pistol?
each other as well.
Yeah,
Sees
especially
the
on
throw
attack.
straight through spawn. Kumi's there immediately.
On
being
attack,
able to get
there's
that
no
frag.
pressure of getting
Repositioning
forced
well,
on.
really nice from everybody
On
that
defense,
team.
it can be pretty
Starting
sketchy
all the
if
way
they got
up
like
top.
bomb down.
Infiltrator, the one to
Might
pick
as well
off
just
of
go
it.
Outlaw,
Running
but
back available as well.
I am
Green screens,
heavy in
everybody staying
preference of
together,
Marshall, yeah.
finding each other. That is good defensive play we didn't see last time from Core.
Just would have liked if SRB, like the first
Big
thing
D
you
with
have
the
to
sight
look at
hold.
is screens.
It's my boy
That's
Big
where
D.
the kill came from Kumi, and SRB, they didn't kind of launch out of
Over
the
what?
smoke, and at the same time, you already have an ult being popped.
Man, I
from
haven't watched a
smoke,
Core game in so
hoping
long.
to take advantage of the stack that has happened here
Second
at
round tilted
mid.
me?
But with all
No.
the smokes and all the snake bites, the conversion pass is activated here from Infiltrator to get SRB
Kumi's hair
into
red.
submission. And we have ourselves a stalemate.
A bit of a swing and a miss. I think SRB then get to walk towards first base for a bit.
Oh, it's
but
not
no,
locked
they
in.
get tagged out.
Exo was
Infiltrator
actually taking a ramp
is able
time and
to
got
cover
shut
the Jackson
down.
out. Exa down. And now mid has to be the focus. Something has to happen here. One flash to pop with. Spray gonna come and actually affect their entry frag. Smoke gonna be working with half HP through these.
Well,
weird
these are some
sidelines, through the
crucial
timings.
duels for
Core
Core.
right now is
Moose
making
went fucking
things work.
nuclear, bro. This is
Really
a
making sure
this is
they
a
understand
swing
the
round. He
other
just
full map,
bosses
really
up in
tapped
mid.
into the timings
Kills 3.
of the SRB move.
The awareness of Core, like where Exa died was kind of wrapping around vents. And for Infiltrator to turn around and deal with that, to keep hold of mid, and SRB had good patience to kind of
Man, it
bring out
actually
a lot of
really
detail,
has been
but
a
man, their
long time
tempo
since
was
we watched-
completely thrown
since we watched
off.
a Core
They were hoping
game.
to get smoke activated, to get him
All I
fragged
remember
out,
was that they
and
were playing
Core
Harbor at some
just
point during the
delayed
split
so
on like
well,
every map.
and it threw SRB off. And now we have ops.
Is Moose in gym?
round
Yeah,
6,
Moose has
so
usually been in
Infiltrator
the
versus
gym.
Smoke.
Recall coming through to get Infiltrator. Maybe off
Okay,
the
spread
line. He's
default for
going
SRB. It looks like a bit of a 1-3-1.
Either. He's gonna be the first point of contact.
This star is going to be used
Smoke's not
to
gonna be able
pressure the
find too much
cross.
in middle.
Xander's
Core not
just
giving him
pull
anything to
stars
play
it.
with. Infiltrator though can carve out the right side of this one.
Ooh.
And Smokes talked about in interviews how
Uh-oh.
his mentality is facing another op. He wants
The
to
satellite
avoid them as much
jiggle
as
this.
possible. He wants to read how they're positioning around the map. So this is going to be a long.
Is Xander gonna read this?
thought
Is he
process
gonna
for
angle it out
Smoke
for the satellite?
And what the tendencies
No, he's close to the
will
wall,
be
chat.
out of Infiltrator. And
He's
just
close to the
pushing up
wall.
this deep into
I'm actually nervy.
is kind of crazy, but Smoke will try to hopefully dash out. It's not going to be the refract
What?
that the Waylay has. Speaking of
What?
which, the op is on defense and it's out.
Did he make a
chopped
misstep?
from
Like, why are
Infiltrator
they
after
so
pushing
diligent
Barrage.
on this?
SRB, I was about
Are they
to say, where's
perfect?
the flash? They don't have anybody to make the play here. And Nature comes flying
Lots of overtime from
in.
you? Yeah.
It screeches. And it
Yeah,
distracts.
but that's
Infiltrator
okay.
Completely tries
I'll just
to
go
get
to
off
sleep
the line.
after.
It's not possible.
Bro, they're
still slowing the round
they're
down.
locked the fuck
Third
in.
phase of an entry here from SRB. They have
Clearing that deep B line is kind of
really put a
nutty.
risk on this round
There must
by
have been some
themselves.
tell.
Not scaling off that kill might have been a mistake because B site is now
Anti-shot on the
completely
op, I mean.
bolstered up.
Could be
One
anti.
forward take, this astral
Yeah, it
wall,
could
the
be
contact
anti or
device, not
prep.
gonna block too much at all. Flya, paranoia.
They're insanely
These guys in
diligent
their
one way or the
tracks.
other.
15 seconds left to get past both.
Oh my
hot
God.
hands. The Omen, the players on site, is going to be a bit too much to handle.
SRB mops
though.
him, bro.
Last
What?
seconds on the clock, 4 to plant. It comes to at 5. They've kind of done it. Maintain control through this rocky ride.
It's a
Wait, I feel like they were
3v1
winning the whole
secret,
round
by the
core,
way,
and then
a
they just
cosmic
randomly
divide,
lost.
which almost gives a positional advantage to Flya, who could play around the cosmic divide and
What?
was kind of being a nuisance. If you can slow down SRB,
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like the
there's a real
B-side
chance to
hold-
win. And if it wasn't for some really clutch kills out of Nature,
I don't mind one player playing in this, like,
I don't know.
this area and then
SRB could have
giving
easily been
after a
tripped
kill.
up. It took a pretty heavy investment. They got the job
Other
done.
person playing
Now they
backside.
can cycle through the rest along with
Yeah, I'm
the
not a big fan of
showstopper
like
from
oversaturating
Satellite.
like the
It'll be
positions,
his
like where it's like
turn to
doubled
be
up
in the
at like
sun this
that
time.
mid site position
And
on B.
both ops kind of were doing a lot of contact plays, which worried me.
Having an op on this attack though. At
The
same
best
time,
level
will
of
slow
Valorant
things down. Your
is
double
when
duelist
you're able to
flavor
like
kinda
play
gets completely
together while
washed out.
separate, if that makes
No
sense.
rush Infiltrator with the timing.
It's a nice
It's not gonna get
play.
much, but with the distraction, Derek does take Smoke down.
It's kind of funny that Derek is the one that ends up getting that
Nightfall
kill.
Gets no one.
But the
Derek
dart-
thought that
dart
after that
plus peak
exchange, he was
timing
worried being solo as no one's in heaven.
Is pretty nice for
Don't know
core.
if SRB went ramps, which has been
Space
a
equal
goal
juggle
of
aggro,
theirs
yeah.
pretty often when going into A. So
Do we know why
you
Node
know,
is getting benched after
he
2
doesn't
months?
know
No,
what we know. So.
unfortunately not. But they'll probably talk about it in the
Value from that one,
podcast. They've
Knowing
talked about
that
everything
Wizz
else in the
means that they
podcast, so I don't know
haven't
why
taken over
why
heaven.
they wouldn't talk about this
Fully
one.
resetting the A line is not bad, especially
They've been
if
pretty
Kumi
transparent.
comes back like he did and kind of tries to
We
recreate
shall
what happens
see.
up in main. To send some more
shall
fade
see.
util too to make sure that things are clear. And now the understanding is yes, SRB are moving over towards mid and give up that A line entirely. Here comes Kumi straight up in the vents, linking up crossfires with his teammate, but fortunately Moose is a really far ways back in Rafter, so this is a solo play from Kumi right here.
We hear the showstopper. Kumi wants to follow along in that
Kumi
shadow
taking the audio
potentially.
timing.
No
He
one's
is.
gonna present themselves to the
He got
showstopper.
hard
The splash
clap
is
by
good.
the hold
splash
from
is
Exa.
good enough, but man,
Look at
Flya is
Flya.
next level. He's gonna find some cover. After not knowing the numbers that are ahead of him, Xander will close that
Bro,
out.
Flya
and
did
sure
so
enough,
much,
with
but
2v1 and a Viper's
they're already so
pick
down in the
to
round.
be able to nail in the coffin. If anyone can do
Whoa.
it, it's Derek.
Whoa.
One mark on the person.
Chat.
That shot at the pit comes down. Xander's half health. Derek can do it. No thoughts. Just aim and Xander with another clutch kill to save SRB.
Jesus.
Derek against Xander. We've seen it in different tiers happening before. Xander locking it down.
Nice
right there towards
fucking
the end.
cheating. That's good.
Kind of playing off timing as well. You'd expect that he'd just play for time, maybe.
You know, Chat, funny enough, this is where it all started, bro.
To be there and swing first. The
Core
confidence of
with
both these
Smoke.
teams really leaking through.
They were a
SRB being the
perma
ones to
split picking
kinda take first
team.
contact at every
They
single
only
point
played
possible.
T-side up.
And Xander towards the end is also representing that right now.
And they
These
just
rounds so
full
far as
walked
well,
around
it
the
seems
map
that
and they were just
SRB,
farming.
no matter what their decision is, they
This
try to
core team
follow
was
through as
so
much
good
as
on split with
possible.
Smoke.
Core have themselves stretched
And
across the map as
SRB,
they've
funny
lost
enough,
so
got
many things
absolutely
multiple times.
owned by Core on this map
Not gonna be
multiple
able to match
times.
that level of confidence that SRB
But it
have
was
right now.
with
They're just
Smoke.
walking straight through the pits. Confidence is insane. They still have a second layer behind it as well. I mean, these guys are maniacs.
I don't like who was the person that stepped in.
So it's almost like
you could have thrown a
poetry.
boom bot, like something to
It's over
zone
here right
out
now
and
on split.
put some pressure
Core
on the
versus SRB.
space that Core were trying to hold
The
there.
team
and
that
you
stole
thought this-
Smoke away from Core.
Well, the surprise of no one would ever walk through this pit, not without using something. And SRB still 4 versus 4, and the pit maintains.
If it maintains but it's fractured, as a result, A side gonna be a bit weaker. SRB understand that. This is where they choose to press
first
on the
timing
move.
after the Prowler
Pushing towards
misses.
A.
Quick check from Derek. Will be a pillar and screens, but he's not gonna have a nightfall to stop this flood. And SRB, they throw out a flash, but then react fast enough. No satchels, no movement, just trades, and maybe that's good enough for SRB. But here comes Kumi, enough of a delay from Derek created.
2v2 situation though. Viper is extremely late. What does Kumi do here? Just sit there and hold.
By the flash, he's gonna 1v2. He's trying to play his life.
Jesus,
until
bro.
comes running in, and
So-
Xander ends it with a shorty.
It's so hard to play to stall there, man. For your teammate that's far as fuck.
Kind of break out
When you're
for
already
SRB.
that
I
deep
mean,
on site,
this is gonna be
you're
tough
worried
for
about the
Mills
elbow
to
wrap
see guys
timing,
like
so he
this
wants to take
against
timing to be
Xander,
close.
and quick little
At
crouch,
default,
quick end
but
for
Nature's
Xander.
literally
Gets three.
jiggling him out from
He's so good at
screens,
just
full
finishing
exposed to
these rounds,
heaven.
Xander. Not really faltering in his aim too much, just to spray miss.
Is that not crazy from
there,
Nature?
Just again locking down for that kill. That being said, though,
Is there
one
no
player
worry
is
there
trying
that
to
like,
difference on core as much as
fuck, I
possible.
might just die for
Beating
free
Derek over
to
on
heaven?
map and that site is just making this a little bit of a hellscape.
That's a
for SRB to
crazy
scale into.
high pressure play from Nature.
Timeout coming in for core because yes, that flavor of Derek as an anchor is working
Big Z
well
clears.
for A, but they need a second layer.
Wait, let's get this
someone to
straight, guys.
respond to the amount of pressure
He's
making.
Lil Z.
We saw
I'm
in the
Big Z.
anti-eco round, I think, or the one afterwards.
Did you coach Xander?
Everybody
Can't remember.
flooded
Yeah, I
into
did.
Screens. Infiltrator was there. The sees it properly. People were able to play off of Derek. Now in that round,
And
yes,
C9
the
still
pit,
noted
and
from
I feel
Core
the
for
action
basically
that
no
happened
reason.
there distracted
Yeah,
people.
unfortunate for Core, bro.
It got
Core
all the
definitely did
teammates
get
of
kind of
Derek
like
away.
ripped apart
As
in
a
terms of their
result,
roster.
SRB had a gap to move in with.
And they've
If
still
one
been
person
competitive all the way
moves,
through,
the team
but
has to move.
they go from
Core
winning
has to
stage
stay
one to
together.
like,
That's
you
when
know,
they're the
try to
best.
pick up the pieces
I wouldn't
constantly.
mind like Flya going for more kind of preemptive
Lil
paranoia.
Zikz
You
versus
saw that
Big
maybe in the
Xander.
pistol. He just like jumps into the smoke and is conditioning SRB to be scared of any smokes or just how they're crossing when they have no vision, no info. So if Flya
Does Nature have a small dot in the middle of his plus crosshair? Am I tripping? Yeah, he does.
Delay so that Derek has something to work
He's
off
been
of,
using that
or just
crosshair
playing
for
in
so
screens that
long.
you just play for full retake. Derek is stuck on site and in kind of a one and done position with no escape. And sometimes that does give enough time for
Xander
Kumi to
on the
come in and
Astra.
help, and sometimes it doesn't.
Xander is a little
clearly
too
this core
nice.
timeout will be to kind of reaffirm some of their defensive positions. Right now, it's the double duelist in
Fast
ramps.
open?
SRB,
Stuck?
though, their
Not stuck.
focus
He's
is
omen.
into B.
Bro literally teleports. Yo, I remember.
This is one of the best ways you can lock down and split as well. Take the
Chad, I
defense,
remember
get the
when
orb,
Xander was making
restore
fun
main.
of a team for having this smoke on the new box lane. Oh my god.
Chaos is one player's picked up, but for Derek, the plan was to actually push down A main this time. They get
I
some
mean,
value.
W double push.
Able to fight
Probably a
with
fast
Phantom
reaction
for
into
now.
B.
They'll champion that as the rest of the team understands where the stack is. They start to push through B heaven. I'm liking this adjustment from Core again.
The Molly is there to stall
You know,
so that
Core
Fade can
together
actually get
strong.
here in
When you have a
time.
teammate to play off of,
And
it's
Moose
looking
did
good.
get
Moose
timing
tries
out to
link
the
in with
box.
Flya, who's at low
Raptor
HP.
player has to reverse clear him here.
Xander snuck
Xander
through
has to
Raptor,
reverse
so
clear
he's
him.
trying to break this
Oh wait, he already
connection.
peeked.
Satellite makes connection errors happen through for
Oh.
Flya, who gets no value. Derek has to screen by himself now. No teammates to work off of his Phantom. No one to really recycle it. He's trying to go for some type of value. Infiltrator dropping down the other side. They finally find a link and start to go for some shots on both sides of pillar. Smoke with the scope though.
Does he not know his default?
On the spike.
He does now.
It's the last player, Nature. Pop flash. Derek super blind. On the
Wow.
angle, Nature's just too strong. And every
So many
player right now is
1v1s to
screaming,
decide
trying
these
to find
important
or
rounds.
Control a hold of this game. SRB is just doing it better.
And it's not about the quantity of kills for Nature, it's the quality of them. Like the impact that he has on the ones that he has when it comes to
That
getting
came
into
down
B
to the wire
is
for
whole
being
reason
an eco round.
SRB can even maintain that site. I am worried about Exolurks. It's been now 2 times that I think he's been checked trying
Phoenix
to go
ult
through
and Fade ult for the
sewers,
round.
and, you know, it's not happening consistently, but it is something
I'm worried about Core's
aware of,
anchoring
so
a
there needs
bit.
to be a switch up there if they want to open up their options. I mean, SRB
feels
is still
like
winning, just
the Core players
going
are
down
like-
plan A or really site B.
They're
Oh,
dying
man,
too
someone
quick
just sailed by in
to
front
get
of his
value.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Outside of that one round that we saw toward A, where they juggled aggro pretty well from sight.
Can he find a link? One person already in through screens. This infiltrator with
Like a lot of committed duels is the best way to put it.
Kumi run it back to just contain the herd inside A main for Derek to keep picking, prodding.
It's hard to have good team play when your players commit to every duel.
Infiltrator back on the line. Screen now.
Like for example, there, if Derek full committed to his fight there instead of taking like kind of a jiggle pre-fire fight, you're just never gonna really see an opportunity as like a waylay to be able to peek off that player.
In space, Moose also exploring down mid main. It's tough for the moment on SRB. They are trapped. They are out of fuel.
Oh, that is a hard duel to win based on where his crosshair was.
Good check from
Jesus.
Fly and SRB 2 versus 5. Just
Xander
not
was
gonna
so much more
happen.
ready for that.
But hey, QoR have really cemented this A site defense. I mean, it's something
full
that
contact,
they're
though.
not
I
even
think they're not
letting
gonna
SRB get
overlook-
a plant. They don't even have
they're
to
not gonna
go for a
overlook this
retake.
angle.
And if this threat of the op continues, a one-sided op, and hey, you got a double lined up.
Well, I wasn't
like this,
wrong.
It always helps, making it a flawless. The one-sided op may prove to
They
be
just had bad
a
steps.
significant hurdle that SRP have to jump.
Somebody's gonna say Jinx. I
That's
already
an
know it,
excellent
bro.
Call for you or a call from you. though,
Somebody's
Lemon.
gonna say
You were the
Jinx.
one saying that screens just has to be the place that this defensive
I can't even
team needs
defend
to
myself,
really
bro, whatever.
bolster up. And we saw 2 players come in on that side, infiltrators there as well. It's kind of the hub that defensive players want to play around before they actually come in. So amazing pred, good analysis.
Still hate
on the
that
way
spot in the
things need to
5v2.
change for QoR. They decided that the same talks needed to happen in that timeout. The question is, what happens now for SRB?
Ease what it
How do you
is.
fight against
It got
the screens
value.
pressure?
If it works, it's good.
And I like this from
Miles,
QoR.
don't
They
forget.
even utilize that angle anymore. They're switching
The golden
it up to
rule
a
of
1-3-1
Valorant.
a little bit, working on middle. So they're predicting the SRB adjustment. Infiltrators back online with this site, and you'd assume that there's going to be a smoke being propped up and down. Without hearing it, yeah, SRB so smart, realized there is a scope active, dashing past it.
Whoa.
This dynamicism from SRB is amazing.
Interesting.
They're trying to work for it. Spray coming through on this round, which is a bit of a.
It's an
from their
orb
side,
that only
completely
gets
shuts down their push.
ropes.
You heard like
Is
a
that
quick
good?
jump at the corner near vents. So
Is that good?
SRB just had to get as close as they could. I think there was 2 stingers that tried to
We
work
just have a
the
smoke,
garage,
but it's
the
green.
shots from QoR are so clean. Back-to-back
6 on attack and we're
flawlesses as
chilling?
Well. And this is always a learning moment
Yeah, I mean,
for SRB to find out what are
6
gonna
on
be
attack
these
is
common
already
positions that
pretty good with
Infiltrator
this comp.
takes with the op, and now Smoke is able to afford his just barely, because it has to take light armor because of it. But at the last run of the half, you're just going all in on trying to have a 6-6 or a 7-5 half, which would be solid on split.
Attack side up for
Yeah, I
smoke.
think for attack, it's going to be huge. I know you like looking at the side.
Are they gonna
disparities for
insert him
either
in
team.
ramp
So
and
if
then
you wanna
just
dive in and
leave
see
him?
what SRBs is kind of looking like, I want to just say that on attack.
I think if you're gonna add
it's
util for
already
smoke,
absolutely
that's
great.
probably the best way to
We'll
do
lock
it.
down as we see a few ultimates online.
And
as
outside
well.
of that, you probably
Nature,
don't want to do
ready
that
go.
because then
Xander
you're gonna
also
almost
ready to lock it
guaranteed.
down,
Like for
but
example, if he
these
goes
ultimates
ramp
require
here,
space to
so
already
this
be
double wall
taken.
getting value is
And
crazy.
SRB can't find any. Derek's also swapped in towards an Odin, which makes this cross that much more dangerous for the side of SRB.
smoke
but they
reverse
made it
clear.
Barrel on the left side.
Oh, I think
Zikz
he's
is
going
starting
to,
come
Jet.
in, and hopefully he finds Infiltrator first.
Oh,
I
no,
feel
he's
like
just going ramp.
with the flash dodged, that Seeker's going straight to the Odin. Hit gets solved. Trailblazer up in the mix as well as the rest of the team starts to make it kind of through heaven. Smoke needs to be the guy that penetrates this site right now. He's
Wait,
looking
what?
at things, but Cooley's already in the way. Middle fight comes through, and Moose wins the spray.
Moose has been pretty
SRB
impactful
just
on
can't get
mid.
into mail. You had the Seekers that had to
Shut
just
down Xander's
mark
lurk just
numbers.
now.
You had info of 2 in mid, and then you just tried to
Flash?
follow through on
Uh-oh.
the 8 push you already had.
Collide.
Smoke gets a collide through 2. The 2 duels
Uh-huh.
fall. And SRB stand tall in heaven. They are not done yet, but the spike needs to see some
That's
movement. Nature is
crazy.
still in mid, and there's a
Man,
threat
they
of
do
someone
everything
in
right
mail.
there,
Moose was
QoR.
last marked in
They end up
mail,
being the ones that
so
kind of lose
Nature
out on
needs
that,
to be
that
escorted
engagement, but
here,
I mean,
and
it is still
Nexa will have
3v2.
his back, and all
Maybe
of
Karma
that-
does exist.
that progress that Smoke made is no longer
The thing is,
there.
when you make util around your T-side upper,
Maybe figure out this
so like
puzzle.
util noise
Fly up.
such as
Has
sky
been such a
flashes,
boss on this side, such a
control.
barrier. Online
There's
with
gonna
the
be
aim,
one,
barely
more
even
eyes on
shot
that
any
lane,
bullets,
but
he's
two,
just so flicky, just so active,
better
he cannot miss.
smokes,
You thought
counter
sitting on this
util.
site for 9 rounds and
Bro, they're
seeing
like,
no
if you
action
really
in
think
cold?
about it,
Nah, this guy's just heating up.
it made noise going toward A.
Huge rounds coming
That's
out of
gonna
Fly when it
immediately
comes to
hit you with the wall.
defense.
You're gonna get
He's been
smoked off as your
able to
T-side
hold down
opper.
Barrage.
Then
Moose
after
has
that,
been
they're gonna
untouchable in
flash
mail.
re-clear
His
you.
double duelist usually doesn't
Pretty
get cooked
fortunate
like
here
this,
that Smoke
but hey,
actually gets
huge
the double
moment for
collab.
Smoke, even though it didn't net them a win, it looked cool.
That's
But
why I've
now,
always been
I
so
don't know if you're looking
critical
at
about
a
SRB kind of
6-6
adding
being very
util on the
cool.
lane
Both
that
teams are
Smoke's
running
playing with the
double
op.
duelists, though, so you're expecting
It just
to
ruins his value.
yield,
Like, you'd rather
more
take
positives
mid
out of your
control or
attack than
something.
not.
Satellite is like,
We'll see what
satellite
QoR have
plus
cooked
nature
up
make a
because
shit
this
ton
is
of
their
mid
map
space.
pick. This is where you get to execute
And then like
the
one
plans.
player is
After
lazy
now getting
rotating out of
warmed
the
up with
space,
a
you
half
know, or
under your
something
belt.
along those lines. W Zikz 7 streak. Thank you, bro. Damn, you're still on 15-hour stream day. I took like a 3-hour nap and then I'm back. But then I'll probably turn off stream after and then
now he gets to explore the map, play with his team, and teamwork has been amazing for the side
and then
of QoR so far.
go to sleep
SRB
again.
out
Funny
Tokyo.
enough. to get ready for
Usually
EWC
Core,
tomorrow.
have a different Viper's wall that they kind of cover their tracks when
Oh,
getting
wow.
into ramps.
Look
so
at the
they
flood.
switch things up. Fly is a victim, and the whole SRB
Wow,
stack
they
is here
have cleaned him.
to deny this free site take from Core. that
4
they thought
players
would have been so
on site,
easy, and
1
now
holding
it's
the heaven
impossible.
gap.
The spike
Bomb is
off
down.
the site. There's a snake bite. Moose is walking into a crossfire. Man, what a
4 people on my
retaliation
screen?
from
That's not good.
SRB to take this defensive pistol.
6-7
You
confirmed.
mentioned
Your
the
schedule
Viper
probably
as well.
cooked. I don't
That
know how
one's
you do
really
it.
Easily seen from the side of ramp, forces everybody
Yeah.
to ignore it.
Yeah,
Go
it's
straight
not very
into
good
sight,
for my
and
sleep.
then everyone's ready to literally wrestle the rest of Core down. Extra from the top rope. Did we see that correctly? This guy's jumping in.
But that's always
Back with
been kind of
those
my
smokes to make sure that
mindset,
he's
though.
safe.
It's like,
That was
if I want to be the
crazy.
best at something, I always have to
See,
just
that
like
wins on this next
grind
round as
it
well,
out,
where
bro.
You saw SRB win on the other half.
Whenever
right?
I
It's not
can
a
be
joke of a
doing
round.
something
You
related
have
to it,
really
I
lock
just
down
have
and make
to.
sure on the
In
defensive
these
team,
matches,
you
it kind of
don't
gives you a
let any
pretty
gap go
clear
unnoticed.
reason to turn on stream.
It was an
So
SRB
fuck it.
thrifty too. That
Also, I
denied
love
the
supporting my boy
anti-eco from Core
Xander.
and why we even have this close of a
Xander.
game in the first place. Both teams have gone
Noise
on
here too.
some
I
serious
know
win streaks too.
Right side flex
4
jiggle.
streak out of SRB,
WXA.
3 for Core to end the half, and after marking that, X is gonna get off his phone and time to lock
Oh.
in. He's even just gonna spam through to make sure that Core
Paige,
not
are you
gonna
still in LCQ?
disrespect his util.
Or no?
And the flex peak just makes it so that on the right side of your body, you expose a little bit less
Whatever
of
it's called,
your arm,
plans?
and you're able to get that info much
Yes.
easier
W.
and much deeper as well. So nice tech from him, understanding some of the best stuff you can use in the game. Smoke on this line. I mean, this is something that Core was running before, so they should know that this is an option that they have
Hey,
to
Smoke?
face. Actually, this is not
Two
Core
smokes to his
Walker,
name,
I'm
no
pretty
dash
sure.
here.
It's the exact same thing, but Smoke, the difference is he steps back. Hold up.
Like,
I'll take a step
Jesus.
back, all right. At least Smoke gets 1 for 1. Both duelists removed, so you have to do this slowly. But
these
surely
interactions
from
are
front
pretty
to
fucking
back,
nice,
and
to be
Derek
honest.
Takes 2 with them, but at 5 HP. It's
pretty well played by
he's the
SRB.
last one to fall. And SRB
Some good juggle
will
aggro.
claim
I don't
that
mind
anti,
Smoke going for the
only
repeat with
bringing
Marshall.
Weapons though into that bonus. Hey,
Pretty
at least one of
likely
them's
he
a
gets a
Guardian.
kill. It's LCQ, I say.
Able to lock it down still, but that was so close to being the same type and flavor. Of
He's making me have heart attacks watching.
On the last half, both these teams have
W
not
support.
given up. I don't think anyone really has full control of the game just yet. It's nice to see SRB
Were they a bunch of
chain
close
these two
games?
rounds
I actually didn't
together
watch.
and have a true bonus coming
Yeah,
in.
Dino, that's good.
Imagine when Smoke gets going. I mean, he's basically guaranteeing himself a kill every round.
What happens if
but
Energy
he
Academy
was
wins?
hitting
They're
these
already in
one-shots with
VCT. It would just go to the next
Marshall,
team.
That would have been scary. Core quick to react and to pounce. Now a 1-3-1 from Core and to kind of assess the field with their rifle advantage and getting through the Axis setup. But what
Chat,
else
that's
is
a
the setup?
big
Kind of
vulnerability
expect only one to be in
in
vents,
the
and you
Core
walk kind of into a crossfire,
mid-default.
and it's a Guardian from
Do you see how they're
Satellite
fully sat in the
to
open
slow
during
down
the
pace here of
orb
Core.
drop?
Last back to
Bro,
get out
if
of
they
the way.
triple
Very
phase
good value
on
from
the orb
SRB
drop,
so far.
they would mop
Infiltrator
them.
not here, so kind of getting through some of these angles.
Infiltrator standing directly in the open
Process
with
for
his
Core
slow
will be
out.
interrupted. They'll have to find another way to make it through
And
without light speed.
Derek was still throwing his utility.
The solution here.
That's 2 players
Flashes
with
available
util out
curveballs,
on an
but
orb drop.
has to get into that position to be able to use them.
I don't know if SRB is really the
SRB
type of
moved
team to do
way
it
far
like
back,
a
but letting
orb
Core take the
base
first
kind of
turn.
drop situation, but
Mark Nature, who just dogged up
if they ever
to
were,
find Moose,
they would have gotten
who
owned.
Now can't make any
Even the
progress on
flash
that
through the orb
lurk,
would have
but
owned him.
Through ramps, Core will see if they can dislodge
We'll see if
this back
SRB
line
ever
here of
adds that.
SRB.
The protocol for core
After
side seems
giving up
kind of
mid
off.
and X's
Usually
single
when it's like
action towards B,
an
they're
orb
pretty
up scenario,
confident this core
generally you
push
don't want to just stand
is
in the
gonna
open like
end
facing like
at
that. You can
A.
just so easily get faced on or
A 4v5.
Flash.
You have the weapon advantage, but not the amount of members now crossing through the smokes.
Xander in the
blindly.
anchoring
Core
situation?
not met by any contact until
Oh,
Xander
good
lights him
movement,
up
good
like this
movement.
and goes for a strike. And Core
very good
will not
movement.
be
Nice
spared
shots
any
as well.
justice from SRB, keeping all their weapons.
It's a bonus
keeping
converted?
the streak going.
That's not good.
Fly left in the gutter when it
Well,
comes
not
to
good
this
for Core.
scrappiness right
And
now.
it's
I
not
feel
good for
like
good Valorant.
SRB just have things on lock, are a bit more
Huh.
creative in their angles, have a bit better of an understanding and a call against how
Big
Core
Z.
wanna move. 4K
Guys.
from Xander there, 14
Guys,
and 8
he's
on
Lil
the
Z.
Astra.
I'm
Then
Big
focusing
Z.
on blue plants and 1v1s and this
Soccer.
hole. Look at the tap dancing. Look at the movement.
And that was the bonus.
Medium Z
converted, so
after
my
that.
bad. SRB
See,
not
that's
can
what I'm
ditch
talking about,
those,
Lee.
and
Lee
huge
understands
for
that
them to
he's
know how
little
to
Z.
leverage those weapons in that moment and to not even let Core get any plants
You
on
are
A anymore.
unsee.
That's really tough to not get any executions going. but
Man.
We'll see if they just death ball into B. What success Core will have over there.
Boom. Nope. To answer your question,
Nope.
Outlaw's ready to go. Yeah, even Moose with the... He's trying his best for the lurk. You have to understand the stars sometimes. You just like staring at stars, right? There's one on the ground. I stare at it. I get distracted. It's all good.
I felt
big thing.
When will you do a duo stream with your twin Keo?
Exa is just so good at being in these chaotic situations, finding the angles.
I don't look like Keo. I don't sound like Keo.
Just like QoR on their defense, taking down an easy thrifty.
Yeah, SRB kind of taking over. They got 4 in a row. If
I
QoR
know
wins
Lil
this
Z
next
isn't
one,
yapping right now.
It's not
Man, just
looking
focus
good,
up, bro.
but at least
Let's
that
focus
means
up.
The casters did not totally curse in the predictions. I think all of us went SRB in that moment.
He actually really did get caught, and he just kept going with his knife out. He was like, ah, whatever, bro.
Academy in the quarterfinals,
Jover.
13-8. So this was a very strong look out of them with.
I never noticed the similarities
Smoke,
until now.
who,
It's fucking over, bro. It's actually
at
over.
the top of the leaderboards.
You know, nobody
Now
said
you
that
got
until I showed my
one-sided
face
op
cam.
From Smoke instead of the
I
Marshall
never,
this
in
time.
all
I
of the
think you don't
YouTube
mess with
shorts and stuff that I
Garage
did,
after knowing Smoke's
no one
still
ever
there.
commented that ever, and then I showed face cam, and now everybody
Walking
thinks
down
I'm
for a
Keo.
period longer. Speed though from QoR,
Which is crazy because, like, maybe it's just the mic change then. It's probably the mic change, huh?
That being said, if QoR slow down now, it acts as a
It's
bit of
probably the mic
hesitancy
change.
rather than control.
Now that I think about it.
Not gonna be able to move into the A side just yet.
Because I had a shit mic at the beginning of my YouTube shorts.
And here comes the rocket into the
I'm just using a headphone mic.
Gonna be found, and Exa is gonna be solved as well.
Fumi doesn't die to the showstopper and managed to kill someone in heaven. Talk about value from a run it back. And QoR maintain that
Walkout
space
timing for
and
Satellite.
moving
Oh, is he dead?
into
He is.
screens. And
Overlooked
what a
angle.
spot from Infiltrators, got backup from Kumi. No ins
Oh,
from
Xander.
SRB.
Let's get the fuck out of here,
I think
Xander.
Smoke would, I mean, you could afford 1,000 ops, but
Smoke's holding
probably
it.
not needing to
Oh
sacrifice
no,
it.
timing
Find a
champ.
different- wow,
Timing champ doesn't matter.
bandit. Backhands flyer there. Interesting. But hey, that's signs of life from QoR after this is their first round win of the half.
It's nice. I thought that second phase might have been just a bit too slow.
What percentage are you
but
giving
being able to
100T
go for a
tomorrow?
Paranoia, light speed play onto heaven, and then use that pressure to get back on the site with a run it back. Amazing from QoR. I'm
Oh,
wondering
Noya's
if they
here,
can
right?
repeat this. The biggest thing for QoR
50-50.
right now
Anybody
is,
can win.
You know,
Smile.
a lot of the best rounds they have, ultimates are being used to get them these wins.
I don't know. Probably like
Not having run it back's gonna be a
I would
problem.
favor 100Ts a
Xander
bit.
is gonna be
Probably like
buying there, but he has so much money to be able to buy anyway, so I think it's fine.
probably
The
like
biggest thing
I
for
don't
QoR
know.
is just how do you play
60-40.
without those ults. One of the things that you mentioned at the very start, Lemon, which I think is perfect for QoR, energy. It's all about energy in this match between these teams. I don't want them to lose this energy. I don't mind them losing a round.
6-7
if they keep
maybe.
their energy.
Bruh.
Running face first into the op is always a
Big Z, what we doing, dying to spike? That was a bit curious, wasn't it?
They can avoid smoke at all costs.
That's okay.
So there's a lot that's going to go into that. Trader
All right, B default into a B hit.
Hasn't afforded the op yet.
We are seeing a bit of the Leviathan B default.
Kind of baiting out
Orb grab
with even
for
that
Kumi.
Phoenix wall to get the orb, to get some suppression out of SRB. But Xander's playing in a very safe position, and now the dash is cut close right, and Satellite is smoked off. Xander doesn't mind.
How has he gotten this much value?
He's right now with a triple. Satellite emerges when you needed him to the most, and the spike is down, and so is the rest of QoR. A 4K for Xander. He is having a fire series so far.
That's a QoR smoke, by the way, chat.
All the way to the B side. This guy, no matter what
I feel like the protocols just aren't there for QoR. Surely we have one player holding that while the rest scale, right?
Right side. This guy is impenetrable, man. Over and over again.
Feels like that should never be a gap in the round.
Cosmic divide. You're saying a great series. He's keeping their dreams alive in this one, along with that as well. Remember, this is one of the knockout games. You got to make
small
sure that
detail
you're in
thing
this
there as
match
well
right
that
now. You can get your alls.
Derek's like kind of adding the Prowler as they're going for the flash play. I think the brilliance of Leviathan is that they give you absolutely zero tells and suddenly they're execing the site.
They've actually from the shadow towards the
Off
right
that
side
default.
control all the way over towards back heaven. Starting to get solved. Double fly is there. Infiltrator goes forward.
And they just have a completely clean sweep of a round.
These two players take down and dismantle the 5 on SRB.
Just there's seconds into the map or in the round, and QoR have already taken ramps and heaven, have shot the backline of SRB.
This is the big Z
have
you
denied
cut.
the off
Wow.
out of Smoke, and
Bro,
knowing
I
that
was
he
gone
used
before
dashes,
him.
QoR just were relentless at going all the way to the defender's side of the map. And hey, what a clean round for QoR, but that's only going to be their second round.
Hi,
of the
Des
half,
Ferris.
and they still have a lot.
Everybody's
of
been
catching up to
loving
do.
the fact that you banned the
Talk
word
about
soccer.
ultimates. If you blur their names in this round and show me this,
What
and
people
say,
started
hey,
doing
which VCT team
earlier
plays
today,
this round?
they would write their full message and then they would just write soccer at the end to make
have their other duelists walk up that left
to
side
make
as
sure
fast as
press the
possible,
allow button.
put the pressure down, and in the chaos, Omen, or in this case,
It's actually funny.
is able to find so much value. So they pull
soccer.
pull a strat right out of what is the
Not sure if it was
book
actually
right
getting
now
aim labs
on
practice.
Splits, and as a result are in there from the shadows, becoming one of the lethal ultimates available for QoR's playbook now. That being said, still 3 rounds behind SRB, and even if SRB lose a round, they are unshaken.
Hope you've been doing
Xander,
well.
2
That's
different
fair.
4Ks on this half.
Let's go,
Rest of the
Xander.
team
Soccer.
locking it down. You're mentioning Smoke.
Yo,
Every
Des
single round
Ferris
a
is
threat. They have
denying
so many layers to
messages
this.
that
That's
say
the
soccer.
ultimate
That's
to
funny.
decipher.
That makes sense. That's actually on brand.
There's been flashes of brilliance from QoR side, whether it's Flya multi-kills, like Derek being consistent and knowing how to play his life, Moose closing out
We
in
want
important
core.
rounds, like,
I mean, I'm supporting
QoR need
Xander, but
more of
I'm also
that.
here for good Valorant.
Xander is
Like to
just
see a
having
close
more
match if
pop-offs
possible.
than not. SRB
Look at
up
Xander,
to
bro. He has
11,
$8,000 in the
and
bank.
just Hexa alone in mid. It's
Probably
more of
could
a
have min-maxed their
conservative
money somewhere in
position
there.
now out of Satellite, who's not going to get marked by the haunt there from Derek.
SRB is having a lock on every single round so far. QoR are only able to enter and get a win if they have a key. A key will always be an ultimate for them. It's been from the shadows. It's been run it back. Now they have the conversion pads. I think it's a harder ability to land though, and to get maximum value with, especially if your team on the enemy side is spread apart. Here comes conversion pads. Get them off the backside. The off is active though in Smoke.
Pick and
Finds the
give.
first pick. The rest of the team floods in, and a pause as they get a
Look at that Heaven player though, chat. Look at the Omen.
Many smokes being layered now. Fly.
Bro, the fact that everybody from SRB went screens kind of denied Flya any pick opportunity.
No flashes. It's really just gonna be
'Cause
about
now they're
waiting
gonna
for the
respect
smoke
every
to
timing.
expire and for Smoke to get activated.
Oh my God,
An
the wall
infiltrator won't
perfectly
even
cuts
let
it
them
off,
get
too.
going. You have the Cosmic Divide to seal it in, and
Derek peak on
SRB in
timing actually
seconds
ends up getting
set their own
traded.
Jail. Now Nature's the one with the op. Smoke didn't even get to make some moves. Flya holds on to the top of the site, and there's only one remaining, and it's Nature.
Nature on a swivel, 360,
Yo.
180, every single angle solved. As his
Check
Vandal
Nature's
gets out of
HP,
control
chat.
and maybe almost jumps out of his hands. Starts it off with the op, comes in with a crazy 3K. I need to see that.
Wow,
replay back.
actual spin bot moment. He's like fucking actually kill. Man, those moments are like just
Who's
fuck.
been so snappy, hasn't really missed, bar like 1 kill, which was so hard head to head.
Like a
against Smoke.
Beyblade, he
That
flicks
is
the last guy.
a
That's so
crazy play
fucked.
from Nature, who's what?
Shoulder
7 and 12
replacement, that's good.
Before this,
40 by the way.
negative, just being a
40
support
what?
so far. Insane value.
And he's just an on-site machine. I remember when he was even defending B, so many more.
we're just going into the next round. Nobody times out.
So many of those rounds were secured because Nature
Nobody times out and no
just
replay.
never let go
Goal.
of his grip of that round. But
W peak on
Smoke,
timing.
Oh, he's been in the spot.
Oh,
He's getting
one
spammed,
player
can't
spam,
pick him
one
up,
grabbing
and he
orb.
dashes out.
I think those are
Great
good
first
odds
pick
for
as well.
Smoke. I like that he
One
went
of
through
the
that.
Smokes that QoR can utilize to secure a post plant. So big pick for Smoke.
Our Moose's screen's even real though. He's already put down his toxic orb. Actually, he has the orb to play with still in his inventory. So I guess he gets to play that controller role a bit more. That being said, no smokes active and an op alive on the map. You
He
are
said
scared.
operator.
There's a hunter ready with the scope, waiting for you to walk through.
SRB
It's
playing a
match point,
little
and it's
bit of the
5v4
off angle as
for
well.
SRB,
You saw a
and Smoke
satellite
goes back
cross on the
towards
B
screens,
heaven line.
So if QoR just head first to try and get a sell this fake with
But they have
prowlers,
now
but
since given
QoR
to
now
more
are gonna be
passive
heading
angles
towards B, and the Seekers are just
with
gonna
a
give
slight
up the
lean
whole
toward
thing.
A.
On it back comes in on the opposite side of the map, solved by Smoke. He completely extinguishes the flame of what
Bro, they
was
know
the
where
fake
everyone
now
is.
completely. All the way
Who
on
me
B
just
now.
saw
Look at the
today.
globe that's forming to just catch
And the
Cole
Sky ults
off
went everywhere
guard.
else.
Infiltrator gone.
And we're watching
Hexa
Smoke
finds the
rotate.
mid-lurk. It's all on Moose. Up against
Instead of the
Knives.
kills.
Off Smoke. 1v3. 7 different angles. He gets solved.
It's wraps anyway.
For the first map, SRB have a lockdown on it. Kumi, 14 seconds to make a miracle. something out of this thin air, and no, the team links up, take him down. SRB.
Kyle just ruins the fake. Yeah, it did. It really, really did.
6-6 half and 13
That's not
to
good.
8. Only 2 rounds for QoR is so insane with just how
This is
good they've
Heredia,
looked
it
throughout
is.
the stage as a QoR, as a unit, but just
Nature's been a
this
beast to
fake
split.
never
I mean,
materialized.
like I said, up
Didn't
until this
get
sad
activated
match,
fast.
it definitely felt like SRB this stage so far has been pretty damn good. And once Pearl got removed, like M80 doesn't have that crazy like Pearl advantage over them. It feels pretty doable for SRB to like make the full sweep happen from the lowers. They're just a perma fracture team. Perma Ben fracture as well. You would imagine that the LCQ / play-ins would also be on
in some of these rounds. It's just that SRB
the
has every single form of kryptonite, every single form of counter strat
on the new
to
map
this
pool as well,
team
right?
that looks to be
Surely.
superheroes. They have to get that level of power to fight SRB.
They almost won
2
the sad
rounds
match
to go,
too. Yeah,
and
it's 2
you have to
13
stick
10s.
around because this action is not stopping.
Go one blade for
W Shio wager. I do fuck with Shio. Shio's a good dude. Sad versus M80 tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see what the schedule looks like. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pray for some good sleep tonight because we're gonna have some long streams over these next few days. Bro, I was thinking about it like all of these days. Technically, I want to be streaming EWC and I want to stream these games, but if I'm tired, I'm probably just going to prioritize EWC and then skip these. But I'll do what I can. If I'm not tired. Like, I woke up from the 3-hour nap. I was feeling, like, decent. I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I'll just turn on stream. One would assume, but sometimes logical things don't happen. I mean, W Sad as well. Sad has been pretty damn remarkable. Have you done a group prediction YouTube show yet? Who wins in quals? Oh, you're saying for tier 2 or from what? You just got to switch your schedule so you wake up right as EWC starts and you go to bed after NA ends. That's kind of the goal for sure, Noah. The problem with that though, Noah, is that not at any point in my entire life have I ever gone to sleep at 8. 8 p.m. is when I would have to go to sleep to like have a normal-ish schedule for all of these matches. Has EWC been good? Haven't been able to catch the games because of your job? Bro, today was an absolute movie. Today was such a sick day. Today was such a sick day. If you haven't watched it, it's all here. This VOD here. Bro, it was... Yo, look at this thumbnail. Funny business, churv equals stinky. Going to sleep early is borderline impossible for me. Yeah, I mean, I've never been able to do it, man. I think like my average sleep schedule has always kind of been somewhere around like the go to sleep at 1. Go to sleep at 1, wake up around 9. That's kind of always been my go-to schedule, somewhere in there. Falling asleep before midnight has always been rough for me. I don't know why. I go through little sprees where like probably the best schedule I've ever had is like going to sleep at like 10 or 11. But like 8, bro, it's like when does the sun go down in LA? Bro, the sun is up at 8 p.m. The sun currently sets at approximately 8:07 in LA. Bro, it's still like somewhat sunny at 8. Do you work out? No. No, I don't work out. The urge to doom scroll, it's too strong. You know, funny enough, I don't doom scroll. I don't like just chill in bed the only bad habit thing that I really have when it comes to like sleep is that like since childhood, I would always have something on the TV as I was going to sleep, which is technically not good for your quality of sleep.
Series, and it was a core pick.
But I've never had like really any crazy problem with like quality of sleep.
SRB's map in
More
the
like
13-8 victory to take the first map in the set. I mean,
know.
Ash,
I guess the amount of hours that I get.
We talked about core having suffered a very recent harsh loss here to M80.
Like I choose to sleep late, if that makes sense.
They underestimated SRB's game.
I think my biggest character
they
flaw
did
is definitely somewhere around
underestimate it.
discipline for sure.
I think core is one of those teams where after
Discipline and things that are not like the craft.
we were talking about this in the
that I'm
green
trying
rooms
to
here. I feel like
work
they're one
on.
of those teams where after they suffer some losses, if my memory's, you know, doing the
Because like if it comes to like being disciplined about doing
which my
stream
mouth is not
stuff or
currently,
content, I'll always do that
But,
stuff.
like,
But when it
if my
comes to
memory
like
serves me right,
making sure
feel
that I
like
get
Core's
to
one of
bed
those
on
squads that
time
will
and
go
like
and play maps that they got absolutely obliterated on, maybe they
to the
change
point that
some
I'm
things
like
up,
in
maybe they
bed when I
don't.
like
But they're this team that's never
don't feel
really been
tired at all and I'm
afraid
like
to take
trying
a
to make
nap
sure I
again,
can fall asleep.
even
I'm
after
just
they got
not good
stopped.
about
It
those
didn't
kinds
work
of
out
things.
This time around
Or going to
for
the
them,
gym.
Fire Belly and Black. I feel like this team has always had such good control here on split. But overall, I got to give some credit.
Are you gonna
over
skip the
to
third place
Core. I
game for
feel like
EWC on Sunday?
you gotta have.
No, I'll probably cover all the games.
Have a lot of confidence if you're going back onto a split that hasn't necessarily been the best.
I'll cover the consolation final.
I like to say that core looked like they were prepared to try to fight against the double.
Sorry if I
duelists,
missed it.
even though
Thoughts
was
on Vic
different,
back to
like,
C9?
you have a different type of dive composition.
It's a little too funny, bro.
Versus M80. But if you're looking at how they played,
It is a little too funny,
understood,
that
like,
one.
the pathing of where the jet was going to dash, where the Raze was going to satchel, and then they did an incredible job like holding off those first lines.
Can't
And
believe
then
it,
also
honestly.
Vlad did an incredible job solo anchoring towards that B site. When it comes down to finally like very like grouped hits for the side of Shopfire Belly and Black, yes, they were able to get a couple of kills and trades here and there, but it always left like one player solo on a 1 versus 2 on like 2 or 3 occasions on the defensive side of core. And I felt like going into those moments, that second player that maybe should have finally fallen back so they could play a 2 versus 2 evenly instead of trying to go for an extra hero play was basically the cause that made it difficult here for core to have a much stronger defensive side. And again, when they lost against M80 last time, they only got.
I feel like
2
SRB
rounds
could have
of
lost this
defense,
match.
so
Many
it
rounds were
did
close.
look
Yeah,
like
it did
they
come
were
down to a
able
lot
to
of 1v1
understand
situations.
where the gaps were
And you can see
and
based
how
on
they
the
could
first
play their
kills
defense a little bit better, which they did
as well.
But once they took their attack, that
It's usually a pretty
that's
good
when it was
measurement.
just SRB all along because of how good Xander was.
If you're
just
Emmy, do you
anchoring
make the same
across
choice?
the
Well, I'm
map
not part of
and
their
having
team,
great
so
support
it's
utility for the
impossible to
rest of the team.
say.
I mean, even the string of rounds that SRB was able to rack up after the side top right away to be able to set the momentum, just get their econ in check.
Consolation final, they should
Core,
play
win
Mix and
an
Veto,
odd
bro.
round
They're
or
not
two
gonna
here,
play.
but, like, they were
They're not
never
gonna play
really
troll
stable, Ash.
shit.
Right away, they were put
Bro,
on the
that
back
that
foot,
match
and
is
again,
actually like
SRB, you
kind
can't
of
do that up
hilarious in
against
terms of
them.
prize
SRB
pool.
will shoot back. They're more than
Look at the prize pool
capable,
difference.
And I mean, I feel like that momentum was just
80K
so
prize pool difference.
good for SRB.
Yeah, it's really hard to break out of that, honestly.
It is a straight money
for
match,
the
funny
side of
enough.
Core as well. I mean, you guys are talking. We were kind of talking about how the first half was a little bit closer, even though it's 6-6. It didn't really feel close to me personally, and I think because of a lot of the things that Vans is talking about there as well.
Do you think any tier
The
2 has a
lack of
chance against
preparedness
M80? Probably
to fighting
SRB
up
is the
against
best
double
bet.
duelist. Maybe it was more of like a.
I think SRB was always kind of
thing here
headshot
for
by the fact
side
that they have a
of Core
permaban and
as
they have to
well.
play against M80's
But
Pearl.
I feel like for
Now that
SRB,
Pearl's
they had a
out
lot
of the pool.
utility
Wait,
that was
no,
just so
Pearl's
good at
still in the pool now?
reacting in a lot of those.
Wait,
just
it's still in the
firefight
pool, isn't it?
moments, like Nature's flashes.
Bro, they're
are
playing on such an
constantly hitting
old
the
patch,
mark
bro.
there,
It's gonna be
and
Pearl.
It just a bit
Wait, so I
easier
was
for them
yapping
to
about
react,
nothing.
Especially when you got like
It's
Xander
still Pearl in the
throwing down
pool.
smoke so quickly. His performance was just absolutely insane, going 19 and 9 on the.
I mean, yeah, it's
Astra.
just gonna
He
have to be
was lights
SRB.
out, and such a big part.
They'll basically
of
just
getting
have
that
to win
momentum that we were
maps
talking about started, Sarah.
2-3.
I mean, at this point in the series, after that first.
I can't believe they're still playing Pearl. Holy shit. Did you have a percentage in Champs bundle money? No.
SRB, they've looked so strong here. The play style, I think, just suits their identity so
When you're like
well.
assistant coach,
And
you don't
on the
usually get a lot of
opposing
that
end,
stuff.
Core, they definitely have had reps on this map, but I mean, Vans, they haven't necessarily been the most successful. And I mean, with their backs
Considering
against
EG's
the wall,
run,
like, that's a tough
no prize
turnaround.
pool,
Yeah,
no
just
bundle
call a spade a
money.
spade. They were not good on this map so far, this stage. And I don't think it's a compositional issue because they're playing a Cypher. I still think the Cypher is very good in the comp in terms of just throwing cyber cages. For
Let's say
crosses
Austin
on the
had quit,
attack,
you
this
got
will be very
smoke.
good
Would you
for
drop
B-side
smoke
hits
to get Peter
versus,
back if he asked?
The cross on pool on the A side too, on the left side pyramid, right?
Bro,
So
the
you don't
example
necessarily
there
have
is
to play
so
double smokes
different
all the time. But it
because
almost
smoke
feels
isn't
the way
like
that you're
a
trying to
flex
trap your
player.
opponents with the util. Oh well, that's why they're
Maybe your
leaving
example would be more
because
accurate if it was
they
like
don't wanna
satellite or
play,
something.
Into the Cypher and actually want to play a little bit more of a Sentinel style by putting Kumi on an ISO.
Oh, we're throwing at the wall. We're seeing what's gonna happen, Ash. I mean, we're switching it up. That we needed to switch, but
Yo, honestly, let Kumi cook. I'm just saying. I have my hands up right now. You guys can't see me. My hands up are up in the air at the moment. Let him cook.
Neon
Guys,
ISO is nice.
I think that this swap for Core Gaming is going to give them
No
a
harbor?
lot more fluidity and freedom. Beforehand, they had a lot of those moments where
No harbor.
moves, having to stack on one side of the map, the rest of the team kind of struggling on the other side, and maybe not getting like the lurks off that he wanted either with the pressure and the Viper utility. So I really like this. On the side of Shopify Rebellion Black though, guys, I love the harbor on Breeze.
Stream the attack side map for core.
It's so much fun to watch, and Exa has been cooking. Like, he's so good when it comes down to like slicing and dicing that site and being proactive with that storm surge as well to take those fights. And I'm just excited to see this head to head. Honestly, I feel like
it will be hard for
it's gonna
smoke
be
to get value.
interesting. For sure, with the ISO,
Probably-
we'll see what Kumi can pull
I would
off.
probably prioritize
I mean, for Core Gaming,
the harbor
starting on
over
the
Omen,
attack
but
with
I think
this
that
ISO
Omen
and
is
Infiltrator on
doable.
the Neon, I mean, they're gonna have to.
I want
go
to see
huge
Flya
here. I
make
feel
like
this first
Lysor
half
and
is
live
gonna
on
be
top
huge
of
for setting
the
stage
double
in
stack
the series as
boxes.
Core fight for their lives, not just here within playoffs, but of course their chances at LCQ.
They don't have
even
Jet,
play-ins.
they don't
It's time to
have
see if the gamble is
Chamber,
worth it
so
as we
having an
integrate
Omen in
this
your comp
faster
does add a
back
layer
over
of
to Lemon Key and
verticality.
Shio.
Whose map pick is this?
Here we
SRB.
go. The counteract to the op Core Gaming
SRB
are all
took
in to
first
just
map, which was
completely
Core's
stop Shopify Rebellion
map
Black
pick.
in their tracks. ISO is here. He makes it
And
very
now we are
difficult for you to play
seeing
your own
SRB
game.
on their
That being
own
said,
map pick
SRB
of
are in the business
Breeze.
to lock
Core
things
picked
down,
attack,
finish
which
it
is
all
the
off.
favored side
RNQ,
generally on
they've got momentum on
Breeze.
their side.
We shall see.
Hey, Core needed a change on this composition. Let him cook surely, or let him get cooked, because SRP are on series point.
One thing I will say,
And after
Smoke is
Core lost
usually kind of the
13-17,
farmer for
Division
SRB here.
1 in Swiss,
So the fact that
13-7,
Kumi's on ISO could
Core needed
potentially
this is one of their
nullify
weaker
that
maps,
Smoke
and,
operator.
hey, they're trying to leverage their strengths. Infiltrator gets to play fast, gets to play
We'll see if
loose.
the
He has
idea
Kumi that
plays
can
out that
assist
way
and
for
kind of
Core.
match that, and even provide a shield
Looks to
so that
be
the front to back
a
looks
start into 3
better.
players.
But SRB aren't necessarily going to have the Sentinel,
Trap
which is
setup.
really anything to try and slow this down.
Counter
Besides
util held by
bullets, which
Kumi.
They seem to be cooking up a hail of them right at this A choke point. Big stack here for Core. The army marches through. Smoke gets marked with a flash from
Bro,
Satellite.
what?
He sets himself up for success and brings us down to a 2v2.
So
He lets this
about that
suck take
counter?
him into the center.
About that shield?
He actually suck
I mean,
beat them.
that's one of the best places for
Look at the
ISO to be
space
able to
here.
fight.
Moose actually took a
Surprised
timing
that
up
Core stayed that
nest.
silent. They're kind of playing like they don't have the ISO on the roster. You have to kind of show
The
your
rotates are
cards
fully cut.
first a little bit, but then be active.
Do they
with them.
ever expect this? No way. He's actually holding
Where
it,
the heck
chat.
is
Look at
Moose?
nature.
Like, he
He's found
just
a way to
went
get behind
through
him.
mid. He went all the way through mid by himself. And went
Bro,
through
these
the
timings
defender's spawn,
could
and
go
now
either
he's
way, to be
here.
honest.
So
Does
they're
SRB
kinda
walk
late for that,
flank?
but-
What is Moose going to think?
Bro, they
about
are
the
so
positions of
confused.
SRB? He's thinking they might have gambled all the way over towards the B side. He's
Not gonna
thinking
lie, if I'm
everything.
Derek too, I'm high-key
They're
shitting my
gambling
pants.
B the other
Oh
way
no,
from
it's
mid.
doomed.
Meanwhile,
It's actually doomed for
Core,
them.
they've sent Derek up through main, about to get the A plant.
What the
These guys
fuck,
might be able
Malin?
to save all the way at window. They are miles away from where the spike is.
Look at where it's planted for,
Still
chat.
checking B.
It's actually planted
The
for...
read's
Wait,
wrong.
you can't even
At
see that
least
from
Nature has
bridge.
a pep in his step to get towards the side of where
Okay.
the spike actually is. It's planted behind Pyramid Lemon. This is going to be difficult.
Both teams were
It's
so lost
low-key
in
a bad
sauce
plan.
where each other were. Thankfully, the
I don't think
spike
you can
will
see this from like
unite
anywhere. You can see it from
everybody
like
once and for all for the
the
first
drop
pistol of
down
map
next to
2.
orange, I guess, from
Derek already
spawn.
marking a dart being thrown from main as Nature, Recon.
What?
Derek doesn't care if he's marked, but also
What?
info if you don't know where that secondary is. Derek's just playing
Why
his
do you-
life.
why do you
He's gonna
just
let
think
the
it?
spike tick away as Xander gets on the defuse immediately, and here comes Derek. He's just been on a 3K. He's on a rampage, and Moose just gets to sit by, explore the map, kill nothing, and win the round. So.
Yeah. The Moose is definitely.
He didn't have an
loose on
indicator.
Breeze. And again, it's one of
Perhaps.
those maps where even if you
I
have
thought
a
it was
nice
just a
play that equals out
spectator
towards your
bug.
team having a bit more control. If you don't
Perhaps it
fill
did
the
play
gap,
out like that.
elbow
I thought it
can
was a
win you the
spectator
game.
bug though.
Crazy.
That there was
play
like
over
no
here,
real
too.
indicator.
That unfortunate reload towards the very end, even if you're on that gravity pull, not going to be a problem.
I was
at
like,
all.
shit,
That
he must not have an indicator too.
easy
Also, the
share
wall
shot
up there,
from
is that not
Derek
kind of
to
like a
equal out
scary
the
wall
round.
up from
3 kills.
Moose?
And
I was
there's the
thinking he
super
kind of
things
gave
off,
them
and their
time
satellites equal
with the wall up to
as
be able
well.
to tap bomb and stick it.
Be nice
And play for a
Satellite to get
double
the-
phase.
It's nice for him to get the kills because hey, run it back and be online as soon as now to round 3. Satellite got plot armor, but he's also absolutely fried.
Whoa.
Oh, the mega walk down with classics finding
3v3.
value.
Smoke
Only
that.
one person dying in that super peak as well. They're gonna
No
repeat
way.
right back into it. They're gonna fight into the classics.
Oh
one
my
by one
god.
somehow
Chat, they're getting guns.
and get
Oh my
solved. Pushing
god,
towards the window
bro.
side, picking up the weapons that they've earned so far.
I like the
Might
B
get
main
solved.
push
No,
though.
there's Win the thrifty on Breeze with classics.
It's a good play. It is a good play though. It is a good play.
This is like deja vu of Split again, but like it's core with the pistol and SRB, Thrifty the second round, like giving a whole new name to run and gun or run it down. And
It's a
kind of
nice play though.
caught Satellite out there as well.
Drew Stellar with the 7 stream streak.
Interesting
Thank you, bro.
choice.
Thank you, Goat.
And now we have ourselves an even game, I guess. Satellite, unfortunately, not living longer than he did, means no run it back in round 3, like my crystal ball would have.
SRB makes a great play, and Core does not have
Now
great micro
Core
to like kind of solve
definitely
the problem.
reinvigorated. Well, I would say SRB.
So it makes sense they would
reinvigorated.
lose the round, you
So
know?
now they have the better weapons for a distance duel.
Satellite going alone part of the play, like to bait them? No, I think that as simple as he was supposed to hide inside the smoke and then flash the DB line. The fact that he died did kind of bait them to go lazy into that elbow angle a bit. Because they thought that he was like the solo player.
A burst is needed after this pillar, though. They need to start fighting forward.
Oh, timing champ.
Able to hit him, but at the same
Sander wins the
time,
duel anyway.
fought all the way through. Derek by
Just
himself,
spamming.
Everybody kind of fighting individually.
Harbor's so OP.
Moose against 3. I don't know about this one, my friend. Yeah, you can't level up that hard.
Wait, why he's shooting so much?
Huge. It was the thrifty round. It's all right.
VVVV. 35 stream streak, my
Oh,
goat.
good.
Thank you,
know,
bro.
only so much sheriffs can do, but the fact that Xander just got the slow walk onto
Death ball
the
on the
site,
eco is
like,
always
on
comedy. I
bars,
mean, for
catching
sure.
this
For
omen
sure it is.
Mid util, Xander gets blinded. Still
But man, we've seen
killing
so much
people.
like teams spread
we
across the
already
map
saw
on an
some
eco round
gaps
that
in the
like
game plan when it comes
it's kind of a
to
massive W
Core's
from
map
SRB
pick
to
of
be able
split
to
on their attack. Like,
show
nothing
some
was
pretty
really
good intention in the
materialized
round.
terms of getting on the
Actually
site.
hard stack something
I
and
think,
play
getting
aggressive.
thriftied by SRB was
End up
definitely
finding a
punch in
pick,
the
and it
gut
kinda
morally
snowballs.
and also in the economy.
W smoked by Xander as well in that
I'd love
round.
to see
Smoke
Core,
off the deep
get
cannon
their
line.
bearings and stabilize.
Make it so
When
they
you
can
have
actually get
Derek
the
having
guns,
Hunter's Fury
isolate the fights.
so quick after getting a 3K in the pistol. That's
Okay,
something to
first
work
real
off of.
round here. We are seeing smoke with operator
Activate it, but it looks like this round's gonna
on
be
round
very
4,
slow.
by the way, which should
Up
have
elbow
never
burst
happened
here from
after
Core is
the
gonna be a problem.
initial
Neon
pistol
slides,
for
the
Core.
ISO shield, and yes, the op is online right now, but
Let's
this is
see
why
how
Kumi
this
has
ISO
pick.
pick
You know
gets
that
value.
Smoke wants to op, so you have this shield. to be able
ISO,
to
a
bolster
notorious
that
agent
front
at
line
being good
and
against
not get
oppers.
picked off by it. It could be anywhere right now. Flash
You're able to throw your little W key wall alongside
people that are here right now. Fly up,
using your shield
locks him
to
down.
be
He's
able to
solo assist
tank a
for some
shot.
reason. I mean, Eagles are on fire from SRB.
Because SRB are not running.
And
a
there isn't
Viper,
any
they
like
can't
Viper
just
molly on
wall
this
off the
side to
entirety
be able to
of
kind of
mid.
get
They have
chip
to
damage.
owl
So
drone just to make
Xander will
sure
probably have to
Core
like
were
chip
taking
it off
advantage of that,
himself,
'cause that's how
literally.
Moose just got all the way behind them on that 1-2v2 pistol. So
Is Kumi comfortable on
pretty
ISO?
Big gap in the map for SRB to leave behind, and they're trying to make up for it and the run it back.
I don't know.
is
It's
a
kind of
big
like an aimers
sacrifice for
agent.
that.
You just have to be comfortable with making audio, just running around taking
Sacrifice
duels.
on their side now for
I would assume
Core.
so.
It's all on Kumi. Has the
Kumi is
entire
generally kind of like a
to deal
walk-around
with.
guy.
Smoke is on the site as well.
But it's like anybody
How
can
much
really
value
just
can he
pop
find?
the shield and just
Shield
run it down,
active.
you know?
Just see moving through. Undercut. Not going to be there for the moment.
Look at that. Smoke sees him and he literally opts into like just not taking the duel.
duel. This is the one just solving the entire round. No trade.
Look at Xander.
This smoke is insane to carve up the entire site. And yeah, you've gained the site now. It's
Man,
been split in half by
so
Harvard.
hard
It's
to
a
play.
live On this retake. Not even
It's
retake, a
so
whole
hard
from
for Core to
SRB.
play.
Core, Ash said they were cooking. I feel like they spawned in burnt. I'm smelling smoke right now. Lemon Kiwi, this is not looking too good.
You got Derek with the spike doing pirouettes.
It's kind of funny that QoR was like the team that was trying to play Harbor on everything, and now they've just fully dropped Harbor as an agent.
Is so cooked, and it's because of Xander. He just cracks that shell into pieces, and this Harbor wall.
They're playing that shit on like every map.
QoR navigate these fights when they don't have their own wall to kind of work around.
Also, W anchoring by Xander.
It can't make all kinds
insane
of
value.
You got Kumi and
living for that long is fucked.
Well, these are choices of all time for
made it impossible for QoR.
Not happening yet. Doesn't mean never.
W composure to just walk around the bomb side as well.
SRB side of
across
things,
the board.
You have an op, and then you're dropping like 6 smokes down on the site. You saw how confused Smoke was. He had nowhere to aim. You really have to just rely on the solo play of Xander over there from both teams. It's genuinely so
Look at these
messy.
replay stars.
What is this game devolving into? Slowed down now for the side of QoR. Derek trying to find
Xander sucks ass. Mods ban Desvers.
Again, some of the equalizer ults that are going to be coming in. We've got the kill contract, overdrive. Lots of violence, momentum, and speed from the side.
Jesus, bro, he is schmoving.
The shield again. SRB do not give them any sense of value. Paranoia, undercut, shield, everything.
Getting owned, bro.
For QoR.
If Smoke is gonna abuse op, he's on fraud watch. What does that mean?
You saw the infiltrator was trying to use some speed to get into the site, and then one molly from satellite completely messes up their tempo. They can't get the most out of this neon.
What do you mean? Because they have an ISO neon
even the previous round
Omen.
from Harbor and Xander killing everything. So QoR's best chance is to hit A and hope Xander isn't there.
I mean, you still generate picks though.
Try and get past the util before it comes out, and not.
And it still baits a crazy amount of utility.
Better late than never. And it's not never yet.
I just think only beta males use the op.
I hope it's not never yet.
Okay, who genuinely VIP'd that guy?
This is the round though. One orb away from.
Must have not been in my right mind. Why are they all abusing Phantom and Vandal?
Hunter's Fury coming in as well. That shield not solved. Can't recycle it though. He's using his entire mag and can't scale up. Infiltrator by himself does find the flick though. Contract locked in. Shorty to take down the shield maybe. Kumi does win against Smoke.
Also a back wall.
That shield. This is the round.
Back wall anchor scenario for Xander there. Not ideal.
Every ability locked down. Infiltrator speed gets all the way up.
But I mean, that was kind of always going that way. Nature actually dies instantly, and then Xander's back wall anchored, so it's like
Kumi kills Nature in the midst of that smoke. Great plot armor in that case. Kill contract Smoke, who has
felt like they got completely caught off guard in this round.
And things just are buttery smooth when you don't have Smoke in the fight like that.
One-way Smoke
is poking and prodding on the flank now, which QoR are gonna.
Doesn't peek it.
Moose also picked up the op that Smoke dropped. And QoR, this is something to work off of, especially when you're able to maintain all these weapons and the armor with it.
Absolutely. Very cool round from QoR. And yeah, XO will find a bit of value, but they really scaled well on that one. It's a good round.
SRB literally has infinite money glitch though, and they have ults.
They don't want the op anymore. Okay. Interesting, because we were
3 off Sova, 2 off Phoenix.
Smoke, but I think
they already have Astra and Harbor ult. I'm sure there's many easy retakes that you can do, comboing the 2 ults.
And the op would just kind of hinder them. So Moose
like you could imagine some version of like
wants to go in with an ult next. Not sure.
Similar to this idea with the Viper roll that we've seen recently.
They lock up on their attacks.
One that goes like this. You could easily do some version of this Astra wall with a Harbor ult that goes across and fully hits the entire section of the site.
I can answer.
Okay.
And it's just the easiest A retake of your life.
That took so many ultimates. Kill contract, Hunter's Fury. That's the big thing, right? Right now,
there could be infinite ways to do this.
Have these rounds work down for the moment.
Just want to see SRB play that kind of Exodia feeling round.
I'm happy. They have translations, but again, something.
But the hardest thing about those Exodia rounds is that people have to live, and you need to not use your ult early. Like here, he's basically using it for stall util. He does get a punish off of it, Chad. He kills Fly off of it.
SRB just do it with 1 for now.
They actually do get the hard punish.
Completely flooding over.
Yikes.
Clogging up the chances for QoR to move in.
Exa, bro.
It if he wants to as well. This guy is so dynamic.
Okay, that was clean. That was actually very clean.
People in his own smokes out of heaven.
Ult timing was literally perfect to actually punish the players that are like transitioning out into bricks.
Of the reckoning, because it was as the 2 duelists.
Smoke and Claim is on good timing as well.
And Kumi are cut off from the rest of
they try to retake the smoke lazy. Exa actually punishes both.
And and then
Storm Surge, satellite peaks from the farther angle. It's just way too nice.
You don't just want
This
to
was well
break them
played.
up and have your focus distraught. So it was a fantastic.
Now they play toward B. It's probably a good read, honestly. Wait, this is like the 100 Thieves-esque round. Phoenix starts like top nest. He's just jiggling the line. He's eventually going to play for fast flood plus ult.
Overdrive, get the L drone off, and get denied. Straight to the face from nature.
Stall wall here is interesting, but they did get the numbers advantage, so the stall wall isn't the worst shit in the world. Alright, well.
Not like this. Give him a chance, Xander, please.
The thing is, even after the ult, nobody can go in and reswing because the wall sits there, yeah.
Don't be a part of the problem. Guys, SRB, you can't put them in the grave.
SRB is kind of perfect, bro. So many situations.
I think that's all I gotta say.
They've been pretty damn perfect.
Because it's SRB commanding the map and having a really good game plan. It's clean across the board. The spike is down, so we can just talk about the future. Kumi only has 100 credits, so anything you could achieve for forcing repurchases out of a bunch of people with like 7K credits always helps, but the economy for QoR is in shambles, especially because they don't have a loss streak right now.
Curious, do you like the Omen or Astra better for this map?
They gave us signs of hope, but even SRB without ults, they can still win.
I kind of go back and forth.
QoR might be the best team when they have ultimates
I think it's
online. The issue
obviously
is it
very
happens once every,
individual
like, 6
based.
rounds. So
Xander
only
playing
when they,
Astra
like,
makes a
2 or
lot
3
of
rounds
sense to
half.
me.
I need to see some type of value.
And it's not like Omen is a must pick on the map. Of all the agents, I prefer Harbor by far as the secondary. I would rather see Viper Harbor every game on Breeze. Definitely. But if I had to pick between Omen and Astra, it'd definitely be kind of individual based. Xander, Astra player, loves playing the off angle, loves anchoring around his smokes. Just kind of makes sense.
With this composition right now.
Omen does have really good A main pressure. In terms of like the Neon plus Omen synergies toward A, you have so many options to refight that space. It's pretty high pressure to play against.
On where their ceiling could be.
You can always like mix up the verticality with Omen. We don't see it done very often, I feel like, in some of these games though. When you watch Lysor play, bro, it's like he only lives on top of the vertical boxes.
And it's the rest getting cut off, and it's so hard for QoR to enable this double duelist when you just have scans.
Hey guys, anyone want to flex Q League of Legends?
No assists, so it's not like he's
Hi,
blinding
Josh.
and giving them kills. It's a team that just can't help each other.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I want to talk about.
League of Legends? Ew.
Neon, ISO, how do you play together, right? Contingency walks
Against this core comp, you can just hold angles and you win. Not much info to force opponent off angles.
There is no synergy. That overdrive, if you had a jet dashing in with Infiltrator,
I feel like you have so many like
if you had
smokes.
them bursting at the same time as
There's so many smokes, it's just hard to get like a good duel.
Amazing. Flash
It's hard to like live in any
from the combination.
space for a while because they can just walk out with like the neon wall, walk out, following up to the ISO wall.
Like this against Harbor should be possible, but at the same time, a well-placed Storm Surge stops it all. He's got a second line of that Molly coming in that not the entire team can't skip. Maybe just Neon. I
mean, X has been pretty insane in this Harbor.
On Kumi right now, if he can make that space.
No falling smoke. L details.
I don't know if someone grabbed the orb yet. Kumi is 1 away from the kill contract, and hey, those ults, man, they could really do.
You always do it
for
just in
QoR.
case.
Maybe they're just more of a defensive-oriented team. The owl drone down. X are not going to be chased down yet. It's not like infiltrators on Jet, so they got to take their time.
He kind of fucked the wall. Oh, he actually kind of fucked the wall, chat.
Infiltrator gets 2, and now takes the shovel out to dig
Wow,
out
fast
the
trade through the
backline,
wall
and Moose will
by
crunch
Moose.
from the front.
That was
so
a spam
it's,
kill.
Hey, you make the most out of a situation that looks really difficult. 2v2.
Oh, fly on elevation like Lysor.
Quietly is
Nah.
spotting. Just fly
Too many gaps,
the other
chat.
way towards mid, and Moose has to be solo in a 1v2. He has no idea where Xander is. And he's
That's brutal, man.
Insult to injury, man. The ultimate taken away at the same time. And I know we are, distracted, I feel like, by the
Jesus
ISO
Christ,
as well. I really
Soda.
wanted to break it down in terms of what QoR is doing right and wrong. I still want to give my props over to SRB and the way they're playing this game.
Viper all gone, yeah.
The wall comes
The
in
timing
from
on that
2
kill is
different
big.
tiers that the enemy team has to cross. It slows you down. It masks the dart that is able to get a wall bang in for the rest of the team. It really delays the rest of QoR.
Nature with ult, Xander with ult.
The rest of the players, Xander.
Ice ult in
good as an
play.
anchor. Nature so
It's on the
good
sheriff round though. I don't
in
think he's using it
finding these
here.
flanks and getting there. in support as well with the dart. The entire
You're seeing the
SRB
deep cove
machine
instead of the one
on
way.
Breeze right now is a menace to be dealt with, man. It is a thrifty, but still not even giving Moose a chance to talk at the moment. Covering his lurk lane is a feat that SRB keep just getting over and over again.
Next is just going for a contact play off of a stack of core that even off the pistol they like to roll out as a unit. So the way that SRB are spotting mistakes and knowing that it's gonna happen
Did Flya used to be an
more,
EMEA
which
room? I
makes
think
them
of
more
someone else.
confident,
Yes,
which makes
Flya was
SRB
an
more
EMEA.
likely to be
You're correct.
aggressive. And now X
He's
is
on
so
Koi.
deep also into A main that if core re-clear through this, the spike could get dropped here if Flya doesn't win this 1v1. So this all could ride on Flya being
What's really sad is this core team in stage 1 literally won it all without a coach.
Against Exa, that's massive.
Oh, but Satellite.
They had no
really
coach.
Sweet, mop the floor, whatever you want to call it, is able to just take
Flya was
care
basically
of
coaching and
Core
IGLing
coming
this
in
team.
now. 2v3, Derek low HP. No
And
ultimate
bit
to be
by
able to
bit,
segment
their
this
roster
one.
was taken
Another
away.
challenge for Core.
Flya
Actually
also
pretty
gets an
sad, bro.
upgrade to a rifle
fair.
when he came in with a pistol. He leaves with a spike plan and more. As
Smoke
Flya,
goes to the
Recon
team
does
you actually
place the crosshair pretty well and does
won
what
against.
he can to do damage. Derek versus Smoke. One more
Timing.
injured than the other, but Smoke looks
they
the wrong
actually
way.
got
It's a
thriftied.
thrifty. I can't believe Core
It started going narrative
ended
mode
up with a
because
win out of all
I thought it was
that.
going to be a free round.
This is it across the line, and I was starting to wonder myself, what if Core's win cons for this map are
Huh.
just to be able to get 4 rounds on the attack side? That thrifty could be huge for them. If they do have more stuff cooked, let's say on defense.
It felt like they should have
with
won this
ISO,
round, like, for
the
sure, though,
retake,
but-
with the burst on Neon, this might be trouble for SRB. They want to be winning these rounds if they are the team that are in max control. They cannot be losing a thrifty like this. That being said, they're not going to be set so far back on money. They have so
All right,
much
Kumi
to
ult
work
and
with,
Derek ults.
and 2 big ultimates if they don't want to use them.
I was worried about
Smoke
the
for-
psychological
for
damage
Go-
that SRB
for
were
Goad
doing
going,
at some
operator
points
here,
too, like
by
that
the way.
Exa pick and shooting bodies.
Could have gone it,
Like shutting
decided
down
not
the
to.
Moose pit when he was trying to clutch, and oh, this is a deep TP from Fly, and he's gonna stick it.
There's so many
And
ways to
he's
get,
going in with
like,
Infiltrator. We asked who was gonna keep up with this duelist, and it's an
to get smokes into a
situation.
situation.
And look, there is some panic, some
Smoke
fear
getting
into
smoked.
SRB.
Classic.
Smoke on
Kumi one
bottom,
is.
keeps control of A main, but now there's nuisances. There's flankers. SRB dislodged this push, and Core
at
back to
Smoke.
square one.
W composure,
That's
bro.
huge from Satellite right before being kidnapped, runs it back. So the kill that happens from Kumi means nothing. No orb from it, no value whatsoever. It's Derek now who has to find a link
That's
with
not
Kumi
good.
to be able to win this round. Reckoning an option from Exa, but they don't hear the spike being planted, so the value will not be guaranteed.
This was also a 4v2 for SRB, so Core.
That was not ideal for sure.
What
What was that spawn engagement? It was like Infiltrator was taking a window timing and an Omen ulted in the round.
Now you're handing the Uno reverse card to SRB.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy though that was
Despite
happening in the middle of the
variable
round.
time on their side, the reckoning will pave the way as SRB step into the arena and just sprinting into the middle of action is Satellite, and even through the blind Core 1v1 to decide it all. It's Kumi.
That's big from Kumi.
With a 4K.
Finally getting alive, doesn't matter what happened in the last rounds, he's winning his kill contracts and at the same time saving the rounds for his team. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
that's
nobody goes over towards the right side
crazy.
from SRB to full clear. What was that reckoning?
For the round to start like this, and they killed the top mid lurks.
The paranoia they caused from the Omen,
They end up
teleporting
losing that
all over
round.
their spawn in combination with just the clutch
All just
factor
came down to
of
late
Kumi
round
and
duels.
Derek. It's just enough to be able to push them forward, making what was a dominant half from SRB close to now a 7-5.
And Smoke just going through on that timing was definitely not
can't
ideal.
believe SRB
For sure,
lost
I know what he's
4v2.
thinking in his mind though.
And you had reckoning.
He hears the player running around and he's waiting for an audio cue to be able to take the timing off of. But like Shock really isn't that audio timing, to be honest. Or did he just spam the second player while killing Kumi?
The Hunter's Fury tries to find its mark. And there is some information gained, but so much loss out of Core. Another familiar 4 versus 2. It's Moose. Oh, on the other side of the box. Gets marked, gets down, and Derek is the final victim. 8-4.
I mean, 8 on
as
defense,
SRB,
Chop.
I mean, looking like they almost had a flawless defense. I can't lie.
8 on
At
defense,
halftime
kind of
in that
nice.
Last round, I think they forgot about
Zikz, should
Xander.
Valorant
They were
add
very
proximity
happy how the
chat?
rounds were going, and
Imagine you can
Probably
talk
not
to your
gonna be
opponents in
against who is the
proximity
GOAT
chat.
right now of
You're sitting in an
anchoring. I mean,
anchor smoke.
both sides on split 4Ks, both sides should I say?
Or you're like
4Ks,
lurking
this
and you
one as
just
well.
hear people
Immaculate
talking to one
defense
another.
from Xander, who I think has been impenetrable in the series so far. 8-4, SRB Core, what options do they have on defense?
Bro,
here?
imagine you're in a turtle smoke. You
got
peek on
this.
timing, you kill someone.
Yeah.
Back to
You just scream on the mic like, can't guard me.
I mean,
Like, you're
yeah,
actually
there's,
just-
like delays, and he's completely centering his
just
wall
rage baiting
around
your
B
opponent.
to be self-sufficient. He's not on like the cipher.
Bro, that could
we
be
were kind of
really funny.
noting, and
That
some were
actually
fans
could
of,
be
some were
very
not,
funny.
Because hey, it means he could be really selfish with the cipher. And now the wall is to delay, to kind of bait. And he's gonna just let that wall ride. He's not even gonna have it out, and he's completely alone. And he's marked
peek on
by
timing
the
for Moose,
recon.
but
The chase is on.
I feel like
and
Viper's
Moose
not
is trying
usually
to
the
take
character
one
I
for
want
the
having a
road.
sheriff
Harper
on
seals
defense.
his fate. Infiltrator tries to
I feel like
trade.
just Orb is so
And
OP.
Derek looms for his moment amidst the smoke, and SRB are hunting. They're also focused on the back line where Kumi and Flyer are coming from, and it's
That's-
basically a perfect pistol. SRB are hyped.
Was trying to go for that ego play, Sheriff and
That's
wall
rough.
combination. No delay for the rest of the
That
team.
is extremely
I think
rough.
some of the best success we've seen from Viper on this site is
Why
some
do
of the
all
stuff that
coaches sound the
Scuba is able
same?
to do
Wait,
with
what do you
the
mean?
poison orb on the back just to be able to delay more and more and more.
Do coaches sound
Not
the same,
speculative
really?
to the orb
I don't think
or
so.
the snake bite either. It's a bit of a, you know.
Go Harbor
a
on
tough
Breeze
play.
Lamau.
Again, if he lands the shots, I'd be saying
What
something
up, King?
completely different right now. But the fact is, he didn't, and now SRB have a leg up in this
Core
one. The
played
biggest
solo
thing
Harbor and
with,
Ascent.
you know,
Yeah, they
disparaging
were like
half when one
on
team
this
win
like
more
big
of the
Harbor
rounds.
train for a
This
while.
round matters so
And now they're
much.
so
This
deep
9-4,
off
you
the
need
Harbor
momentum
train
here
that they're
from
not playing it
Core.
on Breeze.
They haven't found much, and they're not even forcing back into this one. So 10-4 are going to be a very tough road for the team if this round goes the way it should.
Old classic save. Smoke on a signature Marshall can go for a bunch of one-shots. The Ender's getting pushed towards spawn, and Corbin known on these lower buys to just stick together. And SRB, they got to do the same kind of buddy system. Smoke and Xander getting pushed towards spawn. The steps are loud. And
Nice
Xander
trouble
and
aggro, bro.
Smoke are
So
louder. It's
sick. Well
hunting
played.
season.
Nice little two-man
And
setup.
Core want to end this quickly. No flawless, but basically still feeling that way. 10-4 is an insane scoreline.
Looking at some foolishness happening on the B side. There's some silliness, maybe.
Y'all all got
there was a
really good
crossfire
mics with
that was not
like the
able to
coach
kill a
accent.
drone, so that drone
Yo,
was able
what
to
is a
see
coach
the
accent?
right side fly over the left as well, which is what made that B fight a lot easier for SRB to take. All good. Sometimes you're locked into the angle. Maybe sometimes the right click's whiff. This is
You.
where Core has to not have any
I have an
of that
accent.
happen and needs to turn things
Bro,
around.
I swear I sound so
Remember,
different
this
to
is a
every other coach in the
rematch of
game.
the Stage 1 Grand
Bro,
Finals
I am
where Smoke
so
was part of
like
Core.
I'm so
Ever
League
since
of Legends
Infiltrator
brained when it
joins
comes to like my
Core,
like terminology and everything.
through time and through
Like, a lot of the Valorant
tribulations,
players I've
look
worked
at
with, they're
where
just like-
SRB have truly grown as
It kinda
a
stun
team,
locks them
but
a little
I
bit,
guess you
like-
just step
So I
into
communicate
the
differently than
Infiltrator
most, like,
nest,
FPS
and
people.
You're surprised you get stung.
A shield swing as well. Things gonna hurt from both sides. Perhaps leave a scar or a bruise. That's what
Loki
Core
couldn't
hopes
tell
for.
who was speaking if it's
Stopping some
you
of
or
this action
Potter.
from SRB coming through, making them hesitate a bit more and not be
Fly
as
about to buy.
confident. They have some really crazy
No.
angles and some cool defensive setups right now, at least on the rifle round. So
At least Flya
nice
is abusing
counterplay from
elevation.
them. Good
Probably see more of
productivity
that.
and I guess gumption from Infiltrator to stay inside that cove, as I feel like
Uh-oh.
SRB were going to use it to really
We gotta dodge
dismantle the
by
entire
here.
B-hold.
I like
It's
the
of
gumption.
utmost
I like
importance.
that word because SRB are just jumping in. They're really going for silly stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and they can get away with that. There's only so much.
Is there any other
insurance,
league
so
coach
much
that switched to
cushion,
Valo?
though, in terms of the scoreline that
Strong
now
was,
with
I
the
think, an
rifles, it's
assistant
time for
coach in the
SRB
league.
to put the B. Get back to business.
I think he was assistant
As
coach
they
for a
were gonna
while.
leave the spike behind, no business for
Assistant
that.
coach or
It's gonna
analyst
be
for a long time.
a bloodbath to get
I'm
into.
the only
B.
head coach though. That swapped.
They have to really go for mid control up against ISO. I do like playing the station on this map as well. He's really good at just undercutting the mains when people are coming out, getting lots of value. The walk down from Moose.
Really?
Unlooked at, not cleared whatsoever. He gets absolute value.
He walked down
And
B
the other that
main
makes the team
and wrapped elbow
easy
and
enough
killed
to
him.
pick apart for him as well.
Boss?
Hot knife through butter.
My Viper's
Type
doing
beat
that.
for Core when they're on the flank like that. 3v4 now. Kumi just has to stay alive, play for information.
That's
not
kinda
die.
crazy.
Xander also found. So this attack from
Flya
SRB
from
is turning the fall
verticality
into a
as
complete
well.
halt.
Flya actually looking like Lysor out there.
Exa actually catches Infiltrator lacking there, and next is it a 1v3. And when he's left late in these rounds, it's, I wouldn't say it's not winnable, but he's more about doing damage than I think pulling off
Very
anything.
minor timing here. I think they're going to respect that he's already out.
So he's got a spike, and
Maybe
This is something
anti-strat?
that
You think
Kumi is
so?
watching, but also there's a
Could be.
lot on these two players.
Could be that they have
plate.
no B
And
defaulter.
Exa could have a moment. Kumi
They
didn't
spotted
go
that.
for the shot, didn't go for the
This
kill,
is
and now
this is
Exa has a chance
correctly
to
the
fight
fourth
back.
gun round or the fourth round, aka
variables.
gun round.
Linking
So
together is also pretty
this would
good
be
from
the
side
anti-strat round.
of Cole right now. Everybody in tunnel or half wall. We just swung with this move for the moment. Cove active.
5 bullets, 3 players, 4 bullets.
Nice try. Good confidence.
Are you and
Kumi to
Keo
beat in
brothers?
that angle as well. Still giving away a few 1v1s, but at the same time, you want to keep that
Man.
spirit of core alive.
No.
And the economy is
No, I'm
certainly not
not.
alive for SRB. After 2 losses now, huge moment for Moose. How he's able to be self-sufficient and sustain himself.
They're
Not
coming
on
back?
A hero he's, or not a hero, but on an
A
agent
little
that he
bit.
doesn't
That was the
usually
swing
play
round,
on
so it
this
was a good
map.
round from them.
And to still be
They had a good
composed with so much
idea. I mean, Moose
experience on
walked
core
through B
side to-
literally.
It's not just about knowing how to win and knowing
Found
how
the
to
gap on
overcome
this
bad
elbow
maps
timing.
or to
Got the punish,
strengthen maps
backstab.
you're bad
Well
at,
done.
but knowing how to lose and to still continue playing like
Do you know
you're
you are
not.
known as
And I
the
think
inside
Core have
hat
really
guy
shown
now?
that
What does that mean?
They've lessened the mistakes.
Am I your brother?
They've known,
I don't think
they
so.
know how to still clutch.
And that's very important.
2-1 for
Really
SRB,
make
or what do you
sure that they're
think?
linking
Oh,
these
probably
rounds together
2-0.
in the best ways. Getting these ultimates online and using them.
I mean,
as well
SRB is
to
on the better side
start
now.
to pile
And
drive more
they
rounds
don't
up
necessarily
against
have like a
SRB.
hard comp to
I think
execute
for
here.
SRB being a little bit
Just
silly,
gonna be like,
rounds where they're definitely set up in
get the
position to
Phoenix
be
ult, get the
in such a good
Sobal,
spot,
get the
throwing
Harbor
things
ult,
away
and just
entirely. We're not
guarantee a
sure
few
why.
rounds.
Could just be the
You wear
happiness of being
hats
so far
inside.
ahead.
I mean, yeah, I guess
But
that's
at the same
valid.
time,
Yeah.
would they be this far ahead if they weren't this confident? There's so many questions you could ask. Well, when a team starts to throw a few rounds, what they definitely have.
When your POV gets posted on
in
YouTube,
terms
they
of
call
how
you
they
the
were
inside
playing,
hat
now
guy.
they're
Bro, I didn't
kinda
even know
rocking
there's
on
like
Thrifty,
highlight channels that
and Infiltrator
post
with
my
an overdrive
content.
could just
kinda
laser
cool.
them apart if need be.
Do you have a
They'll
sibling? I do.
Anchor or just
I have
look
one
towards
brother,
the
older
B
brother.
side to bully for the moment. Could be a fake.
He was in the
and pivot
military.
Back over in A.
Yeah, SRB definitely testing the waters of what they can get away with. Shenanigans, if you want to call it that. Moose tucked into the corner, and the drone will mark him. Maybe Derek went unnoticed, and the Molly forces Moose out the open. And wow, what a shot with the Sheriff through the smoke. An upgrade now for SRB is at their feet, and Derek has to
Sometimes
just fade back
spamming
into the
can be a bad
shadows.
thing.
They pulled every single player off the A side, already sprawled
They
in.
pump faked
and
B
planting,
so
and they haven't
hard.
Lost a single member of their team. This fake has cost them nothing. Exa has moved into their spawn already.
My God.
Sheriff in tow. The thing is, SRB just don't have the guns. They have to get these forward positions. They must delay. One way. Overdrive.
That is a hard shot, bro. That is a very hard shot for Exa. Bro, honestly, if I'm Exa there, I'm trying to find some timing, I think.
To get into position.
Not even having to duel
Already on
the
spike,
Neon.
tap coming through, flash in play, Infiltrator gonna be seeing the light.
Try to dodge that duel at all costs.
The group shot gonna be coming in. Satellite, one of the only people with a rifle. Rainbow in the feed. No angle for Smoke to be able to save the round.
Damn.
Valiant effort from SRB.
I just realized
but
it's
not
A.
enough. Core get their 7th.
I think
Wake up,
SRB gotta
Trick.
give more respect
Wake
out
up.
to
It was a
Infiltrator
fake
now that
round.
there's
They
not-
faked
it's
B
not
with
as
the
easy
Phoenix
to
ult after
try
getting a
and
kill.
delay and stop him
They planted A.
when he's on a
They weren't able to
retake
get a
angle.
team fight 'cause they had to
X's
cross
hoping
map all the way.
Some timing, being front and center with a Sheriff.
And
against
Exa did
a
not get any
sprinting
value from
Neon
that
and the
deep
rest, and also
A
she
push
had
that he did toward
overdrive.
orange.
So, SRB, they had us in the first half of that round. I'm not gonna lie, but I
feel like if there was a world that Exa gets a timing to like just dodge the Neon and try to fight the ISO, it's probably like their win con in that round.
I wish the rest of the team
Like use the Neon wall that the opponent gave him.
Exa, and we're able to just try to stop these guys from pushing forward and pushing in. Kumi with the undercut ready to try to make some type of play. It's not gonna happen. Now this aimed properly will take the knives offline, but it misses a little bit.
Fly on elevation again. He actually literally is Lysor.
Kumi is able to receive that smoke pressure and is still pushing forward with his kills.
Okay, some
Derek
trades
has enough
back.
in this picture. That's even stranger for me because it's usually an Infiltrator, and he has the Hunter's Fury, not feeling like they need to invest the ultimate. Core are confident after denying so much backspace out of SRB, and look at Infiltrator heating up. Core are back.
That command is godsend.
10-4. There's only two rounds that separate these two teams.
Cars 3 all over again. McQueen
Jesus
is fading.
Christ.
SRB, who had this lead.
This
is starting
Urban
to come
Dictionary
right back in with
Zikz
the
thing.
pack right now. Core
Man.
We talked about it. How many attack rounds do they really need? Where is their
So is
special
SRB
sauce?
actually going to let
It
this
seems
happen?
like their retakes on defense are
Because they
actually
used
very good.
Silva
That
and
shield
Phoenix
in
Salt.
tandem
They didn't
with-
convert
in tandem
either
with
one of the
Infiltrator
rounds. So
pushing out so far forward. Kumi being essentially
getting into a
the
weird
super
area here.
bait guy with the shield up as well as the second entry is so powerful. He's that kill contract available for retake as well, completely nullifying what could be utility from SRB early on the A main side as well. Hey, this is trouble for SRB. They need to find some form of gap here.
And we're talking about what does Core have on defense?
I think
It's not
SRB's a
defensive
little bit
oriented
concerned about the
team.
Silva ult in this
And it's
round,
not
but
like, oh, it's Moose's walls that are making this huge difference. It's just
Yo,
how they
Flya on this
navigate
half has kind of been turning it
defense.
on,
These
no?
first picks are massive.
Yo,
You
just
take
run it down to
advantage
A.
of SRB
I'm not
being
gonna
in
lie,
mid.
I
You
always
give
feel that
them
way on Breeze.
that space for a reason.
It's like, yeah, guys, this
And Xander
contacting,
is out
cool.
on his own. X is
Little bit
looking
of
at double
control in
doors.
mid,
These are some
cool.
really tough choke
But, like,
points to
can't
try
we
and
just
get
run it
through
down
with what they
A?
have.
Can't we just
Could just
simple
someone
as
like
throw the
Ultimate
high
if
tide
they
and just
want.
run it down
Once they
A?
hit the site. That being said, try to solve two people back sites going to be a problem for
At the end of the
SRB.
day, they still need to win the duels.
Oh,
And
man.
Flya
Now
did
the
catch them
Hunters
off
here
guard
comes
last time
out
they tried to go
from
straight to A.
Derek just to slow down this game
Okay.
for SRB, and it strikes down
He did
the
just ult to,
spike, and Xander has to pick up the pieces. Satellite
turn the 5v3
trying
into
to
a
go for some
5v2.
heroics with just the sheriff, at least get some of the attention away from mid so that the spike can go back somewhere else. But
Might have wanted to greed that one a little
we're
bit,
about
but that's
to close
okay.
the gap, and
Chill
this,
vibes.
this is an insane comeback.
Yeah, I have to hand it off to Core, specifically Derek and Kumi at the moment, who I think have been the soul for the team on every round
there's
they've
a
won
world.
so far. Really pushing
Not
forward
really.
and putting just the belief that they can do it on their shoulders over and over again. Kumi,
Not gonna lie, we
fighting
deserve him
forward
at 3.
by himself
I mean, I'm
multiple times
down.
in a few of these rounds and
This
getting
should,
value.
man, this really should be an
Derek
easy
being a part of like almost every single clutch that
easy
this team has had
conversion
so
for
far as
SRB.
well.
Like,
both these players are playing on a level that's crazy. Infiltrator is also there with the kills.
okay, we'll see it
and the
here.
distraction in the
Surely a
first
set
line
strat,
of
Astral ult,
entry.
Phoenix ult.
This is the round that
Looks to be a
Core
door
will win on their
split.
attack side. This is the
Phoenix
most
goes through
pressing
the
round
main
on the side of
alone,
SRB.
while the rest go through
They've got
doors.
2 ultimates, 3 actually to use to attack a
Probably
site.
see the classic
Rifles
Astral wall
ready
that goes
to go.
across the
I
orange
wonder
box.
If Core can handle this.
And we'll probably see Flya honestly
teams
top
have one
orange,
timeout
dodging
each
the wall,
left,
and then peeking on timing
SRB
through it.
tried to
Because there's no clean
compose
way to do that
themselves and
wall.
have not won a round since.
Bro, this
And
one-way
Infiltrator
smoke.
confirms 2 in mid. Core winning so many fights in mid just off of contact plays or navigating around these smokes. SRB, what is going to be the game plan? They're just going to try and secure A and tuck themselves into a smoke. but
Are we
it's
doing an A
Molly
split
it's probably
without-
satellites, and he has to run it back. But
What?
he just can't even activate it. Core are going to kill
We're doing an A split
Contract
without a smoke there?
Satellite, I believe, leaving nature out to dry.
No
He
smoke
can't
castle, A
play it.
split.
Will fend for himself. Satellite emerges.
SRB's
against
winning the
Kumi,
duel inside
and
the...
SRB are back in the driver's seat.
How has SRB done this?
Played in, kill contract goes awry.
This felt completely
This is disaster
doomed
for Core. They've given away
off the
a kill for
opening
free.
start to this
With the
round.
shield somehow lost. And there's the information from the running back. Breaking through the content divide. Through space, through time. Satellite is the strongest
No
one.
way.
Nature. There is the backbone. And now he's in a 1v1. Derek, who's clutched every single round, does it again.
I don't even know what to say. The SRB Loki should have won that. How?
It feels like they're lacking composure, man. That feels like
layered in their
there's
approach.
so many
They're
weird
so
moments.
split from each other throughout this map, and SRB are the
To
ones
not
getting
throw this smoke,
out-macroed and out-teamed
to not just
finally.
early burn
The
your
last
your
time out
Astral
for
wall,
SRB,
whatever version of
this
the
should be
Astral wall,
their
probably the
last
most
hurrah
accurate
to
against
get
Omen,
their heads above
is to do
water.
some version of this. Because you don't really want
They
to
gotta start
give
swimming. It's
the
not just about
opportunity
getting
for the
above
player
water.
to
That
be
round was like getting
kind of
above
half
water and
in
maybe
on
floating
this
a little
orange
bit, but
space.
they have to
But
start
you don't want it to
getting
be like
lanes
this
on
where
the
he could
board.
actually like take the
It's just
timing.
pistol round, and
'Cause
the
it's definitely
vehicle
gonna
that they
catch you off
lock
guard.
Down every single rifle round.
So I'd probably be down for even an Astral wall that's like kind of shallow that just helps you split the site. Why is there so much variability like before they're able to just hit the site?
They're playing because of how Core played their.
They did a
attack
deeper
half
mid smoke, but they
themselves,
just easily
Core
walk
has
through. I mean,
stayed
yeah,
locked
that's
in.
kind of the
They've been
problem,
trying
right?
Their best so far.
You're getting one weight here.
And their best
They
just
did this
might be
smoke,
enough.
probably,
Next up,
is what
dying early
I'm
in that
assuming
1v4
happened.
Reckoning could be used as well.
But man, why?
That's the best SRB have looked. They're pushed back onto a.
Why add more
eco, I
variability
feel
in your
like,
round?
but
Just
maybe
make it
one
simple.
Person can't buy so far. It's gonna be trouble for them. Their economy is getting thrashed a little bit here.
And throughout Core's history in this stage, it feels like when they've been at deficits, that's when Derek just lights up the kill feed.
No
He's had
monies.
so many clutch moments
One off.
as a Sova of all things, and how he's able to get multi-kills. This is multiple times.
Why do I feel
in
like we're seeing
game
this
that
being
he's
used
gotten
in this
triple
round?
kills. And that's what saved QoR in a moment that SRB should have seen the light of day. Now there's quite a contest over at the choke, and SRB will just dash their way through. The drone
That
makes
doesn't
it
seem
through.
right.
QoR
Something
gonna
about
take a
that
step
doesn't seem
back,
right.
and SRB they have a really bad buy, and they're already down satellite.
Can't find too much value as soon as this harbor.
How did that happen? Our
High
fast
goes
weapon
down.
has the
Oh,
Phoenix ending
barrel.
up, like,
And the
coming out the
reaction
choke
from the
first.
infiltrator, almost instant. Slide coming in. This time it connects. The bandit can't find enough value. The nature,
And they got
how
bombed
much
down,
can
so
you
it's
affect just
good
the
bread.
rich bank that's already built up from QoR? Nothing.
At least they kind of saw that round how easy it is to just go A into A.
It's insane. Bulletproof is QoR.
Fly will have a
with
pick
Kumi,
opportunity, yes.
And bulletproof is their mental in this game.
You're really so
Finding
worried
the
about the pick
lead
opportunity.
against SRB.
Jesus Christ!
You
my
can
mental
just cut off the yellow
like,
angle.
how have
We've
SRB
seen
not
some
won a
teams do
single
some version of
rifle
this.
round in this half as a
It's
team
not
that looks
great,
like they were
but
wiping the floor
it's fine.
on defense. This is so insane, and it's Infiltrator. If it's not Derek, it's Infiltrator. We were talking about how this Neon was.
This cove is just
not
part of
it
the set
due
strat.
to
They don't
the-
actually
how
plan on
much
doing
was
this
being
cove.
thrown his way, whether it's the
It's just to help
satellite
support the
mollies,
fast
all
open
the
where they can, like,
harbor
punish the player
walls,
close.
Chaos. And Infiltrator just found his way through it. I don't know how else to describe it.
They're not going
He
A
is
chat.
alive so deep into these rounds, and he could be what wins it all for QoR and send us into a map 3.
It's the
I mean,
Bermuda Triangle
okay,
of QoR right
fair enough.
now.
Viper all
Derek,
around.
Kumi, and Infiltrator.
Going A would have been a
Sinking
waste of time.
SRB's
Fair play.
chances. They have to win this round, or that might just be game. Their economy completely boomed once more. Sander going for a cheeky challenge. Not going to find much here on this side.
And
Kumi playing
this
with
is the
pick,
pressure that
watching
Omen
mid.
puts, though.
It's a pretty good setup.
Yo.
Surprise angle. I
think Smoke's
can
reading
read it
into
so
that.
far. They'll have a chance to challenge, and there goes
That is-
Flya, a breath of fresh air back in SRB's lungs.
How does he know? Like, how does he know?
What do you mean, how does he know?
Insane. For
He threw a
Smoke.
smoke for
You
Hasbulla
weaken up the
so that
B
he could
site.
see over it.
SRB are not going to go for any types of fakes. There's no opportunities being created from Xander and Exa. And with the Reckoning, you want to be united on this front. Double swing though, Satellite adjusts and mows him down. And this is perfect for SRB to get their first rifle round going.
And how does
Better
SRB
late
get
than
their
never,
first
but I was
round?
Usually saying that about QoR.
That smoke and an intentional double hold and do nothing. The enemy gave them the site for free.
Position from Kumi should not be cleared.
Oh, timing?
Timing
Oh.
is okay. Totally fine. As Xander locks
Timing
it
ended up being
down.
fine.
Question is, where are the orbs going now? Do you want to really threaten giving one away for the moment? Doesn't matter really, because the money's really good for this side. So I guess, yeah. For QoR, you want to make sure
That is
that if you
not
get at least
good.
one kill if you're moose on that.
That is
onto,
really not
SRB,
good.
You know, it
So
could do a
Walt,
lot,
Harbor
be
out now.
affecting their economy for the next coming rounds. 11-11, making a wish. You're asking, how did Smoke know that dome from, or the dark cover, the dome smoke on the other side of the things from QoR is just a bit too low. Usually it spawns a little bit higher. It's been forced into the ground as a result. Something fishy. Smoke understands if things are.
Wait, does
different
Desperate
in the
have a
moment.
command?
So, final timeout from QoR as well as they figure out their identity for the last.
That'd be a good
moments
one.
of regulation.
7-round win streak for QoR. If SRB somehow win this, like, all the Shopify fans need to invoice them for therapy bills. Like, it's actually
Bro, look at the
thanks
streak for
entertainment,
QoR.
but man, is
And
this
it all gets
stressful to
ruined by this
watch.
one round.
And I like
Fly
this
with
timeout for
operator? I think
QoR.
it's a
It's not
good
just,
idea.
All right, reaffirming your stance and how you're
Don't
going to work
mind
this
that.
overdrive. And maybe it's to ice out SRB and not let them get too hyped up. Because I think after breaking
There's
that,
no way that Miles
having your
added soccer at the end of
breaking
that.
7-round win streak, you're having a lot of coping.
Is there any
among the
confirmed
SRB
Phoenix
side.
Orb nerfs? I thought I heard that. It was only rumored.
You got to make sure that.
I think it's just one of those
Smoke
things where it's like
confirms
so
the
many people
actual
talked
pure
about
hope, though, at
the
same
idea
time.
of Phoenix gaining an orb
The
that
setup here from
people
QoR,
just
how
assumed
has
it was real.
changed? No Viper on the A side without a pit.
cinema.
Kumi's
That's
been
exactly
playing
the angle I
backside a
thought he
little
was
bit.
gonna play with
Derek's
op.
the guy to rotate. I'm wondering if SRB throw what they have before a fake to try to attract the team towards one of the sides. Derek has always been there at the proper time. And Infiltrator's so good at running across that map, ready to overdrive. He's back onto this one way where he found that previous form of value.
Dark
Nothing
Clear
to
is
be
just
seen
the close
from the
position. They
attacking
can still be
side.
holding
They're
ISO.
Very, very vigilant on how
Not
they're
a
moving
crazy
around
big
right
fan of
now.
that dart for that
Not
reason.
giving anything away.
Only really like spots one
the op,
specific
but Smoke
like
is
side.
gonna
Like
try and get
even if they were already
vision.
deep
They have
past the
nature.
angle,
It's gonna
the dart wouldn't get
out-drone in.
them.
The reckoning will overwhelm Core. They take a step back. They're split from each other. Now united behind Infiltrator. The Hunter's Fury hoping to knock down Core. And it's Infiltrator.
Very little value off the util for SRB.
Close the door. When it comes to this A main in the blink
this-
of an eye, Core are on match point.
That was our double alt round.
Trying to just combine these
don't-
ultimates in the widest
We've
of
seen this
ways, not
so
focusing
much,
on
man.
sight,
This
but a bit
alt
more of
with
the people
this
walking
wall,
in
like
from mid, but they don't have any players there to be able to.
I feel like the
try to
success rate of this strat is
capitalize
so
on the
low.
chaos. It's tough, especially with this much pressure on the board. Final round.
With
of
these ults, it
regulation
might
here.
just straight up be
Down
better
a bye, they
to
still
do a
have
close
an operator.
wall,
Let's see what they have
alt B.
without the ultimates.
Or we've seen it as
How
well.
does that
Some
hinder
version of like
SRB
this
who-
high tide, they actually take
Or,
sight
I
and
mean,
use it
Breeze,
in
I guess you can
post
play slow, but Smoke
as
is
like a
not gonna be
team
able
fight
to
timing when the enemy's
flash and
crossing
dash
into this
the
box.
smoke and kind of make space quickly, which is the whole point
I
of
don't know. The
Jet.
A ults have never really gotten value.
And kind of what
So
we've been
easy to
marking as a big
maneuver
duelist
around
difference
it.
between these two sides of how quickly SRB can take space and how you have to watch carefully. Is any misstep from SRB
Genuinely,
sends us
I don't know
into
if I've
map
ever
three.
seen a team that does that.
Undercut on the
Harbor
right.
alt A actually get
One-way play
value.
for Infiltrator
So I'm
on the
pretty sure I
left
bitch
with
about it
the
every time.
overdrive, and Derek is the third layer all the way in window. This mid take is disgusting. Drone
Nature was
canceled.
Nature was
-400, by the
droning
way.
and he got it
Minus
canceled by the
body.
ISO
On the other
ISO
side,
ball.
by the way, as well. Infiltrator's down.
Peak on timing is
Winnable if
good details
Infiltrator
against
is
Phoenix ult.
down, the run it back is reset. You know, Kumi is at the front. And the rest
Moose
of
took a
SRB
big
gonna
risk here,
disengage from
and
that
it's
moment.
absolute
Yeah, Derek
W
says
for the
something's
macro
wrong.
game.
They're not going for
Look
the
at
strong
ISO, he's
side
already
on A.
cross-mapping.
Actually, brilliant plays from
SRB
Moose.
taking a walk timing
The
here
Moose
because they're
flank
worried
is
about a
active
player
again.
being
He's
down
on the
mid.
loose. He's
They don't want to
made
give
it
away the
through
audio
A
queue.
and sense.
They're going straight into flyers op. They're not going to expect the fly op.
Slowing down. Watch out behind
Nature
you.
went dry into the.
Moose can get on the angle.
Flying gets off the angle from having an off, and that gives a chance for SRB to get the same sight line as Derek floors one. SRB have made some headway. The op has been repositioned, and SRB have space to work with. They can ignore the Moose flank.
10 seconds. Hunter's Fury about to be online. The last round of the half. You have to put it down. 6. It misses. Cove almost falls. You have to stick the plant here, and you do. Smoke with the blades is there. No HP for Exa. Core have brought it back. An immaculate comeback on map number 2.
From a 10-4 deficit, from the grave, from a half that made it look so one-sided, to Core winning their first rifle round, win streaking for 7, tying things up, and closing it out here. Insane resilience from Core. Both teams trade their map picks, and we decided all on Lotus.
If SRB lose, that would be crazy. Genuinely crazy. Hold on. Bro. What is this late round to A round? Was it 11-11? No. Actually, it might have been. No, this is the alt round. What does this strat even do? So you're ulting all of left. But it's on such an early timing that look at Neon, bro. Neon literally takes the timing through the wall anyway. And he actually gets through on a pretty perfect timing, to be fair. Infiltrator is through like literally on perfect timing. If he's 1 second later, he is actually a freebie for Phoenix. But remember, because we were watching from Moose's POV, bro, I'm sitting here watching the strat and I'm just like, Moose feels zero pressure. Like actually zero. And then look at the value he's getting in the round. Bro, it's like there's zero util affecting this side at all. There's nothing. It's like you're trying to kill the rotators before you actually deal with the side anchor. And he's just able to like just do literally anything he wants. And the funny thing is, from Moose's POV, it's like based on the utility, he's forced to be here. So it's like the strat high key forces his hand. If he tries to run here, he's going to get... I mean, to be honest, he could run here and fully play out of sight. It's probably what ends up happening a lot in scrims, to be honest. But they even know that he's here as well. What's the follow-up team fight here? Looks like Satellite takes his duel. Then he pulls out Flash. Rips his Flash. Dies to Infiltrator anyway. Damn, bro. It's definitely not a Zikz strat. You're like only fighting the left side players. And you can't even get good scalers on this left side. Smoke has an operator. Smoke has an operator. Bro, they're still swapping guns and look at where Satellite is. Bro, the ult has already happened. Satellite is at bricks. They're swapping guns. Hey Zikz, during this last round, do you think it would have been better for SRB to just lock in and win the round? No. Of course not. What good would that do them? What was the late round scenario? It was like 10-10, I think. Was it round 21? I think so. No, it's not. What round was it? The one that they kind of like flubbed it. I think it must be this round. Yeah, it's this round. 3v3 scenario. Yo, who planted the bomb? Bannable offense. Oh no. He had it in a good plant spot, Nature. He wins this duel. Plants it safe. It's high key a red flag. If he plants is good, then Xander doesn't feel pressure to like scale side as well. They have orb for B, wall for mid, which means that Xander has zero reason, literally zero reason to ever scale here. His space in A main is already insanely high pressure. Hold flank for a second. That's fine. We get info off the Phoenix ult. Stun comes through. Slide peek. We know that there's one backside here. What's crazy here is I thought that the round was over when Satellite won this duel. Satellite actually kills this guy full stunned. When did Nature separate so hard? I remember thinking, man, this is such a crazy like composure round. Like, bro, your teammates get stunned. Is Nature also stunned here? It's kind of hard to tell. Nature must also be stunned. He's knife out jumping out of the angle. He must be stunned. This AI stream summary is way too funny. I thought the game was over here. But then Sova disappeared. Xander tried to join the fight. Oh my god. You click pause with your mouse. Oh. I don't care. I don't care about the big mark on my screen. Mostly just looking at the player interactions anyway. It's like, bro, it's so sad. Like, feels like there's so many moments of composure just fully off. See Utah like here anyway. Is Andrew's the only one with Utah? This wall, by the way, chat, is so good for if you have a player bricks. It's so good. But because nobody's bricks, they actually don't have anybody just hard deady holding the wall. Like here, for example, if Xander is just also out in bricks, he could easily land a backstab kill. Okay, well, Neon slides past the angle, but Sova obviously comes full lazy through the angle here. Bricks player just kills Sova for free. And then any flood timing that the Viper takes would be hard held. I guess I can't really blame Nature for giving here. Because Satellite does just kind of boss up and just win the duel while stunned. But I remember this moment felt super uncomposed as well. Like, bro, you know exactly where the Sova is. It felt like both players were so, like not composed here. Like, Xander is full running to go hug his teammate. While Nature is leaving the angle. Bro, look at the composure. Like, Xander already had the line. Xander knows that the Sova isn't continuing on his journey to the right. He can have a very confident hold on this left side swing. I hope he just goes to ADG. Well, ADG isn't really like... It's like already over. Tier 2 is already over for ADG. There's only 5 teams that remain, chat. Zikz, don't forget to run ads. WComs. Thank you, Trev.
CQ, which
last map is Lotus.
But I'm so excited for Lotus. It's going to be a banger. Vans is already talking about the,
I mean, in this series, SRB did have a pretty confident win on Lotus over Sad.
I'm even
so, like, I'm sure SRB is feeling pretty comfortable here. They've been absolutely dominating on Lotus. Surprised that Lotus actually made its way through to map 3.
Chamber players within playoffs.
I guess QoR is also pretty comfy.
Both have been so strong. I think Smoke.
Kumi versus Smoke.
The chamber that we've had our eyes on, as far as being.
This will be so sad, bro. If QoR wins this, then they win the next. Like I said, SRB's year is over. Let me bring up the. Well, unless they win the tiebreak, I guess I don't really know exactly how the tiebreak works. Theoretically, let's see the matchup. Wait. Throughout 25, QoR has advantage. Oh, wait. 25. I'm actually trolling. Wrong year. Wait, this is the decider, chat. If it's based on head-to-head, this is the decider. It's best of 5. Gulp. So this match does really just decide SRB's fate. Here, let me bring up the Challengers NA stuff.
Boom here is also SRB losing that second map of Breeze to QoR Gaming that could run away here with this momentum.
I mean, again, we have set the stakes. They could not be higher for these teams. The big 3 heading into playoff, Shopify, Rebellion, Black, QoR Gaming amongst them. And here in lower round 2, one of them is about to eliminate the other and maybe take away their chances of play-ins or LCQ entirely. It's time to get to Lotus, find out who's going to be better on the day with this mirror composition with your captain.
Bro, I have such a hard time finding stuff on Leaguepedia.
Let's get it started. A big comeback coming in from QoR, getting their spirits active, which is what we were looking for from the start of the day. Shopify, Rebellion, Black. I feel like the team that is looked at by the desk and by the scene right now to be able to take control of this one. Should have shoved it in 2 maps, Lemon Kiwi, but here we are in the 3rd one.
Okay, I think I've
Here
made
we
my
are.
way.
We are being
Okay, chat.
treated. And both these
As you can
teams
see here,
mirror comps, but also
the point
mirror
difference is
scorelines, how they
25.
got here. I mean,
So if you
SRB,
look
13
across
to 6
the,
over SAD in the semifinals.
this is stage
Pretty
3
good
playoffs.
scoreline. Core 13 to 6 against
The difference
YFT in
here,
the lower
5th to
round
6
one of playoffs. So
to
there's some
60 is
recent
25
footage
points.
to go over. There's
So
recent
QoR
results to rely
can
on.
fully knock out
And you gotta
SRB
hope
by
you have
winning
dementia
this match
about
and the
previous
next.
map if you're SRB, and that's okay. They get to kind of
Implying that
chill out
M80
on
wins in the
defense
first place,
and
but,
let their
you know,
chamber create
M80
those
still has to win.
opportunities.
They're
Like,
expected to
Smoke
win, let's be
was
honest.
Fantastic on split when he was able to go for those picks.
How many teams make it on points? Just one.
Right? Probably.
That's why it's so scary, bro.
I just forget. it,
SRB has been kind of like
Whatever
the
it
team.
takes. Whatever it takes.
Everybody
just
is expected to win all year long.
concussion, throw it in. I
They're
don't know.
one map away from potentially
Teams wanting to get right back into
losing
these
the rest of their
games, no
year,
long
bro.
breaks whatsoever. Smoke was a big factor, as you were also mentioning, on how things rock down in this map. Outlier on the chamber, infiltrator already in, by the way, the entire team ready to pop, and I don't think X is going to see it coming. Usually so good on these defensive rounds. Moose, the lurk, again is loose and is able to find two. Spike
What?
down. Core hold momentum from map to map.
Hey, Core on the attack. Their pistols have always looked solid, and look, getting ahead of the game. Infiltrator, a guy that was definitely heating up when it came to the neon on Breeze, will be ahead of the game. We're coming through the staircase. SRB cutting through. Infiltrator reacts and floors two of them, combined with the
What was that? They're popping Dora. Reaction is a walk peek into the main. Other players playing stairs also peeks. Then they just triple run through like the short space.
Yeah.
Full audio.
And this is where
5v3
we'll see
into
how
one
much
choke.
This carries through for Core, and how much that momentum really meant to them when it comes to the wind in the sails. And this is where you could have Infiltrator, who's really been balanced.
Bro,
on.
that is-
We were worried, was he gonna overcook?
That is a
Was he
weird
gonna
round.
just try to do too many heroics. Well, the Prowler is gonna.
Bro, is it
mark
gonna be a
his
third
SRB,
Thrifty in a row?
throwing a
Imagine.
curveball towards Core.
Surely
As
not.
Flya sends them all packing with a 3K.
Why was Cryo so bad on Omen and on
Time to
Lotus
see
but
if
not
someone's
Asher on
able to pick
Split?
up a rifle or an
Well,
SMG
Omen
in
and
that
Asher are
moment.
very different characters.
Only one headhunter bullet left. in the
Asher is a great
chamber.
off angle kind of
Sound like
character.
it'll be there too as a
Obviously,
flashback
Cryo
to maybe
insane at
get
chamber.
something done, but this shot
Off angle
has to be
player.
perfect from Smoke.
Asher's able to play the off angle a lot better. Omen is a heavy
Not perfect,
util
not
based
perfect
agent.
at all,
A bit more of a
but
hard entry
Smoke
as
has
like a
been
secondary entry kind of
consistent
role.
Up until this point,
Isn't
and
Omen
it's
more
okay
easy to
'cause
learn?
Core, it's an anti-eco.
We're also
That's
just
how
really
they
bad
know.
on Lotus. I don't
They
think
know
he
what
was
they're
really
doing. They only
bad.
got 2
Yeah.
deaths, though, which is quite
It wasn't like he was
surprising
like
through 2
terrible or something.
rounds, so
I mean, bro, he
Core
played
definitely
Clove. Like,
bolstered
trust
by
me, he can
some
play
kind of
Omen.
plot armor.
Yeah, that pistol was just so flawless from them.
But he didn't have as good
And
of
that last one
performances,
barely
I agree.
losing a body.
I mean, but Astra fits his playstyle much better.
Might
It's
take
like,
a little bit of time to build up on their side though, because you do get one for every death. But that
What would
being
be the
said,
accurate
money
comparison
starts
there?
to rack up very, very fast. A chance now for SRB to slow that momentum down.
this was no real strong comparison.
Not really
Omen
stopping
versus
to a
Astra,
different site.
outside of just
Actually,
literally
double up in the
explaining
B. There's a
off-angle
trap
player
play happening
versus
for this
util
one.
player.
Smoke and TP off, then you have
A little bit of a bait
Exum
setup.
still left over who loves to be
This is
in
the first
fray.
gun round they're doing this.
The trap.
Big risk for sure. Definitely need a multi or else we're giving away a
They're just
rifle.
gonna brute force their way through. No way SRB are gonna go for that again, and it's Core's turn to make the most out of that. But the perimeter now being forced. Moose has
Walk
to pay
reclear. If we're getting
attention.
hard
This is
held,
weakening
then
the push for Core. They
could just die for free. Xander does get 2 in the round. That's max win value.
They just gotta set their goal.
Wanna see-
forward, which is now.
Okay,
not
Xander
having
may
anyone alive
not get a
anymore.
gun
So
unless Smoke
solid
throws
for
one back to
SRB.
him.
I forgot to check the side. I just saw that SRB are green. And that
Low
means
key
so is
chat,
Xander's
Smoke
shot
should have
right
thrown his
now.
gun earlier
Every
to
single
Xander.
time we're on defense, this guy has so much value for the team.
Could have threw it back while running up
All the way
to
to
be mid.
Breeze, and now here.
They actually missed out on a gun.
Lotus as well. Doesn't have the same level of rifle as some of his opponents either. Is able to find that value. It's just huge, and they understand he's on the C side as well. Usually that's where you'd put your.
Did
sentinel.
Satellite fist
Usually
bump the
that's where
error, or are
Chamber's
they
playing as well.
boot camped?
To be able to TP off, but
I know that
the meta's changed
they
a bit
are
to where
definitely
Omen
boot
can also start
camping,
on
but
that
I don't know
side,
if
and then shadow step backwards as well.
I don't know if all of them are there. I guess technically, in case one of them is randomly not there.
Boomy has
I haven't been
a
locked in on their
round 4
cameras like
as
that.
well. Interesting approach. have a different
Okay, A into
choices.
A
I mean,
approach.
Derek held one. Infiltrator did a lot of it on
Simple
split.
rounds against
Many
Chamber, I think,
options
makes
on core
sense.
side.
It's always
See
nice.
long-range picks as the
You just
Viper
have
wall
less
comes
to deal
down,
with when it
open
comes to the
sight
Chamber
lines.
off
SRB
angles and pick potential.
have Nature on the
But we are
corner.
also not
It's gonna
buying
maybe
time for
spot
Kumi
this
to get
walk
picks
in
with
after the
Operator.
satchels from Infiltrator, and he's
It's like we
made
just have
his
another
move.
scaler, but our
Slight
scaler has an
cutoff there
operator.
from SRB, but you couldn't
So does that even
stop
make that much
the
sense?
core plan or the setup, especially where Moose is at this breakable door. Oh, but X's Judge is just nastier.
It looked like a
Yeah,
bedroom.
he's
Then
able to get
maybe
that
he's
right
not.
off the
Nature's at
corner
home,
of
I
it.
see.
And that might
So
just
you
go
see
both
Exa there.
around.
Exa is
3 kills
very
left to go
clearly
for
at a
either
boot camp.
side for either team. Time ticking. Advantage for core. Door opens. Kumi. 2 different storylines to play with. Not going to be paranoid. You think he is. The quick scope not going to land. Exa is able to open up with
Good
2
value from
shots.
Exa.
Infiltrator at the top.
Important swing round, but this is
No
very
rocket, just
doable
the
for
rifle.
Infiltrator.
Smoked off, and that might be an advantage for him. Spray for 1.
Wow,
Nade
Nate as
active
well.
again. And that
It's
might be a
cooked.
disaster for SRB. Exa to close the gap. Going to get so personal with this. Time is ticking. Also for the
Those scenarios are
classic
so hard,
Infiltrator.
Chat, where you have to like
Shuts him
run at a
down.
person that's jiggling you, and
12 HP, by the way.
it just
What
becomes a
clutch
pre-fire
for
battle.
Infiltrator. I almost thought he was greedy for taking the nade out after he noticed that second player. He maybe could have been shot through the wall. It
Xander
doesn't
IGL
land,
notes
and
Nature.
He gets to zone off the spike even more because of that nade. And I like that Exa just ran after him, but the boom bot perfectly timed. Infiltrator not caught with util in hand, and both opportunities that Exa could have punished him. And Lady Luck
Zikz gets an ace
smiles
there, not gonna
on
lie, and it
core
gets
as
deleted by my
Infiltrator's
mod.
looking as clean as ever.
This guy hate
Hearing
me?
That performance from Breeze all the way to Lotus on our decider to see who moves on to top 4.
The core slows down the round. Their A take is disgusting in the best ways. Like how they choose.
Do you guys
to scale
like
on
that they threw a
site.
one-way
It's so hard to handle
when
for the
Chamber's
side of
here? I
SRB.
feel like it's
Scaling from the right side. This time
more
well
likely they add
defensive on the
util,
seaside, smoke on
which is
SRB.
why I don't like it.
It's still not going to be able to handle the way that core end up with these peaks. Pushed back over with 10 HP. Smoking the way again. The utility.
They
That
might
core
take a
has to
little
go,
bit
but
of
it's
risk
so
in the round,
overwhelming, and SRB are getting no angle.
or they'll
And
throw
the
like an
armor
eye or a
helps out
prowler.
the
He can
core.
tuck it at the box,
Infiltrator
re-peek
survives
after.
a body shot from the outlaw.
If you
At
throw the
10
one way,
HP,
they're
and
like
at least he's able to trade
guaranteed to
blows.
run like
Smoke
full
is-
util set,
that
like
doesn't really hinder him. Is actually now the
smoke on the
paranoia
ground,
does hinder him.
everything.
Core gonna make space, but what a
Full
read on
exec
the high
you.
ground teleport there from Fly
He actually ended
Out.
up
The
getting a
rest
good
of
result
Core
though.
will
It was like
supplement.
a
They'll
satchel
feel each
peek.
other out. The
Not really
showstopper
like that pressuring.
trades. We're left with numbers on Core side. The plan.
This round is
Matter
actually
every single
somehow
time
happening.
Core show up, there's an ability in the way. This time a prowler held him with
Okay,
the
this is
entry.
cooked.
Hit after the plant. The scaling with utility is just so good. Every action has an extra little dot with it. And SRB have to go bonus mode,
High key save, no?
have their work, and then some more to be able to get the job done. C is not going to see much. Nature going to be with his teammate on the same side, so they can't really pincer the pit. It's so hard to penetrate. Finally able to find a way through, but they're going to be able to have a visit over to main. That's Kumi's sight line. Blocked, denied. They understand the ramifications.
Xander
of
was
this
mad at the take that you
2v3.
don't like that one way,
It's right there
actually.
in their reach, but they just can't navigate the pit.
It took a swing at it after the prowler from Nature marked someone in the
Doesn't really
corner.
change my
They thought
opinion, though.
Maybe they could flush him out. There was a chance to take the
It's
pit
like-
down, but after they
Like, the issue is, yes, it makes your C fight stronger, but-
protecting it and going into disadvantageous
Which one way? The
positions,
mound
Exit
one
Nature
way.
made the correct move of just saving, especially where the economy
I have the
is.
strong
You
opinion
do
that, like,
not
I think
wanna
if you're
let
actually playing for a C
Core
fight,
ramp up, just
or you're
like
trying to
they
get your like
did on
upper value,
Breeze when they went on
you
that
should just not be
7-round
throwing the
win
one way
streak.
C.
You know that the
I think it's
16
way
that-
better when you're not
the
actually
more hype
contesting the
they get,
space,
the scarier they
at least
become.
to condition it.
Absolutely.
The
And
Ben
this
one,
time of
the mound
SRB
one
comes
here.
in. I just don't know where the gaps
I think
are
that
for
this
Core right now.
smoke
Again, their
overused.
util scaling
Like,
is
how many
perfect.
times have we seen like
A smoke
3
block
to
off the
4
up that
players
gets raised, the
behind
showstopper,
this
gets
one way,
Viper, the
or an
plant, then
opper
gets
that's
the
trying to get
team
value
up
somehow
pit. You
at
can
C
see the
behind
links
this one
happening
way,
here for Core
and
are
they end up
amazing.
smoking the
On
ground,
the retake is
prowler,
backside Xander,
eye,
who's
like
not
they
been
full
solved
exec
so
the
far
space,
in this
compared
series.
to,
Not just this map, but
you
the
know,
entire
no one
series.
way. We'll usually
It's
see
peaked on in the
slow walk,
perfect way, up, down,
fade
and
prowlers,
can't handle the pressure either.
and then
He
you
gets
can kind of
seized.
get these timing peak
I mean,
opportunities
SRB
where it's
are
actually
really
looking
backed
playable.
against the wall right now, and that's
If you were to
crazy
play those,
say if you only
those
watch the first
scenarios
half of
out
Breeze.
multiple times,
Even when
You'll see how the
SRB
enemy
try to
team reacts
surprise
to
them
it.
with, like a B walk down or something.
It will just be
then
different.
Flya shows up with a 3K. Like there's always someone from core.
Teams
that
like
makes up for
overtrust. Like
these
we saw it literally in the
deficits or these
NRG
initial
match today on
struggles,
EWC.
And that's the clutch power that core have had.
Ethan
And we talk
hilariously
about a
ends up going into the
10-4,
line while he's like throwing the
comeback.
Prowler,
I mean,
but
it doesn't get any more clutch than that.
Prowler
I
goes
mean,
out and they full trust the
the
Prowler
Q
as
stands
like
for
the
clutch,
solution for
clearly.
this whole C
So I'm
mount space.
wondering
Because they're not
if this
feeling like it might be a
maintains
C
throughout
fight.
Lotus, 'cause we're only 5 rounds in.
Big thing for core as well. They're tough.
But then if
sides
you
have
don't
been
one way it
attacked.
when you were
They've
contesting
only
it, how
ever
do you
won a
condition them
few
that someone is
rounds
there?
on these sides as
They have
well.
to respect it. You don't have to
Defense usually
condition
would have a
them
bit
to
more
be like,
cohesion,
oh,
a
they
bit more
actually
game plan
do
to
play
break
a
it down,
player
have
at
it
C
full
with
round
the
for
one
this
way.
one. Looking
It's
this
like, bro, they
clean
have
with
to
it.
respect it. It's a
It's
one way.
amazing for the team.
They're not just gonna walk through the one way. They're gonna add
Taking, like, these
utility.
shotguns on
Every
lower
team has a
rise.
protocol
Last
for
time
this
it was
one way.
Exa and the breakable door. Now it's satellite and
Okay, look.
tree.
Does this
And
round look
core
fun for
is
Chamber?
Sensing this, don't want to put
It
themselves
is
in
a smoke on the
situations
ground
where
and
they
one
can't
Prowler, and that's
outrange,
it.
SRB, or they'd like to outrange SRB. Being so careful.
But
on
you'll
these
see, if it was actually a
approaches,
C approach,
working
the odds that
distance
Chamber gets a pick
between
is
them
so low.
and working for picks.
This is probably screaming not an A angle though. The best way they've scaled it core so far is opening that tree door. So
They're
Unless
actually
they see the
late
bit
execing into the
more
C
to
space,
see
so,
sites,
so
more
let's see how the
active.
approach is when there's no one way here,
on
because
down in the
this is
weirdest ways.
basically
How do you solve
emulated.
This one, Headhunter.
The angle
Not
is a
able to
little
get
bit
kill
better,
on
and
the
they
tour de
decide to
force that would've
contact
been
into the
huge,
line
but
because there's no operator in play.
Around just with that.
But he found like a
Guardian.
straight dry duel because of their read in the round. So I mean, this is kind of a mid-round scenario, to be fair. Angle choice is like you're not usually going to see a Chamber here in the early round.
Be stoic when there's a raise like satcheling around or navigating an SRB, this
Whoa.
snake bite, well placed core.
Play the full retake, 5v4. I'm actually down. I'm not usually like a big retake guy, but they already have the space. Take the L, bro.
This one way that's about to come up, and
Xander is blind as
SRB
well.
gotta take their time.
Look at the
They got
position
full
for
util
Flya.
from satellite to flush out these corners.
Blind hits
They're
it.
so good. Paranoid.
Was that nade for drop and satchel
Flya
across? That's
falls
nice.
off
That's
heaven.
good details.
SRB come flooding in. He's
SRB
still alive,
mopped him. Well
but
done.
Overwhelmed. Xander activated
Surely
with
not.
the sheriff. It's just Moose against
Well done.
4. Too many angles, and the door finally opens up for SRB as they find their first good retake inside this entire half.
And post timeout, SRB finding success to cut that lead now in half. And just
I get it, but do the one way in
really
ranked.
impressive what Satellite
Yeah, I
was
mean,
able
I'm
to
mostly
create
talking
there
like on a
the
super
retake,
high level
boom
for
bot
sure.
nades, whatever it
Bro, in
is,
ranked, people are like run through that
using
one way
speed
like
to their advantage to
like
break
it's a good thing to do.
crosshairs.
It's kind of funny.
And now if Smoke can find more picks if he gets an op online or any kind of sniper in the future, SRB, a huge part of their kind of what was working for them on Split is how many first bloods they had. It wasn't even all Smoke, but just his ability to be the strongest opera or just strongest sniper in the whole lobby. Was a huge
There's some
strength of
teams that
SRB.
definitely do
And now
not
he has
do the C one
Outlaw.
way on a
There's
C
some
fight.
armor to
I
try
believe
and
it's
chunk
Pure
through,
X.
though, and he watches carefully
And I
as
believe also
Kumi
NRG sometimes does not do it.
pokes his head out and best Smoke.
He unscoped just to get a lay of the land. And that land is getting absolutely lit ablaze. Exa as well. Half HP locked down. Discovered. Nature. Up
A rare
against
tree
the
setup,
smoke
'cause
as
they're
well.
not
I
actually
think the only
scaling.
way he's gonna be able to find some value. The door
Still a
finds
one
the
for one,
flag,
though,
gets the
hilariously.
shot into wood. Tough for him there. Derek also finding value. This attack side cannot stop. Just completely flooding in. Satellite. Again, tiptoeing, tap dancing. Past the seas. Has to go nuclear here.
Almost stopped by his own util.
Scary.
allowing Core to
It's a
escape,
W key
and
through the
now
lane.
playing
He's
off of
risking
each
peak on
other.
timing from two sides.
Satellite forces it
Still
out.
gets two and ults. No way. Xander's angle.
Just to boot, the cherry on top.
Juggle aggro as well.
And Moose. I mean, he is.
It's a lot of pressure, bro. Like, how do you even get this guy off bomb?
Stopper expired. You got the
Yes, a
defuse
W key
going
into Xander's
through,
angle
and
to
what
W key
moment
into a
for
new angle.
Satellite and the rest on a
Impossible.
retake that looked kind of core-sided in that round.
Yeah, that's just talent coming in from Satellite. Perfect timing to be able to cross as well.
Satellite has
We talked
way
about some
too
of
hard
the
of a job
rare
there,
rings
and he
from
actually
Core,
gets
the
away with
utility
it.
that help them stick onto these spots on these sites. I'm not seeing it, but in that moment against Satellite, you have to be able to get that trade. Unfortunately,
I mean, Derek wide swung
I
too.
think Kumi exhausted all
He
the
did end up
skill
in a
onto
crouch
Smoke
peek,
at
but
the start
like
of the round.
they just kind of
The
whiffed.
first headhunter shot
It was a
didn't
good
have
double
anyone
peek.
left to confirm the trade.
It wasn't like he short peeked it, and then Kumi had no room. They both had room to fight. They just
What was it,
whiffed.
like basically a pseudo 1v4 for Satellite and through working through a one-way.
Ranked after this? Probably
forcing
not.
Core to run away from him. What a clutch.
Gotta get
for
some good
SRB.
sleeps in.
And Xander is the first victim. Kumi is just heating up, and it's a save for QoR, a bunch of sheriffs and a stinger.
Trick,
So
you are
wait
a
minute.
moron.
SRB also, they have rifles. They have a pit and B.
What is
And
this
you have
random
Nature by
self glaze?
himself,
Surely
even
that's
if
a
he goes
self
for a
glaze. That is
nightfall,
funny.
He'd like someone to fight with him.
Understands that the
Man,
team's
whoever
probably gonna be
coach
going
that
for
guy
rifle or the weapon, whatever could be
in
available.
Immortal 3 years
to
ago,
go.
that guy is him.
But
I don't know who it is, but
you'd have to throw the entire rest of the map away. Even if you win the fight, you're gonna have QoR being able to rotate all the way over to C before you get there. So, rifle gotten, switching up a few things over.
2 players spot on the ults.
Ooh,
Nature actually does
big
force a
class over
duel.
in three.
Bro, Satellite is
SRB
winning
pull
the
it down against
absolutely
the team with full sheriffs. Even a
fucked up
rifle
scenarios.
Doesn't matter. Scope now
I guess to be
on its own
fair,
will not be as
Fade
a
ult
threat or
running through a
as big as
Viper wall
threat
isn't
from
the
side
best
of
feeling
QoR.
for them.
Insane.
These guys are
round
spawning
getting
in with 40
Satellite getting a
HP.
3K. As soon as you heard, they let that weapon that got dropped
half
as
armor.
bait. Nightfall's exchange and Satellite. Look at him slapping his desk, and this is with happiness. Like, holy, really nice to see SRB kind of shake things off.
It was an eco round.
Be
It
in a
was an eco
position
round.
where they're confidently leading, and they're
Look at how low
make
these
the
guys are,
most
bro.
out of a situation like this.
Pretty
I
sure
mean, they
Satellite
lost
literally
Xander
body
early,
shot
let
2
the
of those
weapon down,
players.
like I
One
said,
shot.
and made that into a situation where they bait them into a nightfall.
I gotta get that
It's
trick
huge
coaching.
to
The
deny that
Satellite
as
guy
well.
is
QoR will time
unreal.
out now and start to get organized themselves.
This team loves fighting
Again,
tree.
the level of cohesion, the glue they had from weapon to utility just
Yeah.
hasn't been the same since around round 5. Since SRB started coming back into this
What
one.
is nice and interesting
This is a
about this
game
match
of
is that
spirit,
they're actually
momentum, a game of energy
playing the
between
exact
these teams.
same comp.
Strategy is definitely there, but it does feel like whoever is more confident right now is able to get their utility in the right place, is able to have
Satellite
those
is going
things happen
big for them,
between
bro, when they need
their
it.
players, and SRB are really making these retakes work.
Did you guys watch the Energy Academy
Derek is
game?
busy kind of enabling the team, and he's
You guys think
having
QoR or
the
Energy
quietest
Academy would
time
win?
right now, but he was also the hero of Breeze.
If QoR ends
the
up winning.
amount of times the right side of the map.
I haven't
was
been watching Energy
secured
Academy
because
too
of
much.
Derek, the information that he gives them, he's someone that especially.
Those are like the
shines
days I've been
when
taking off.
things look
Do
dire
you like
for
Chamber or Vice
QoR.
more for these
The whole
teams?
reason why they
I like
started a
Chamber.
win streak,
I mean,
he
Kumi could play
went on
Vice,
that
to be
10-4
honest.
comeback. So Kumi now has bought himself the ops, Smoke as well. Nature maybe has an
Every day
Odin
looks really good.
lineup towards the right side of the map. We'll see kind of what
Love that guy.
SRB have drummed up for that Odin. Lots of fun places for there, and yeah,
You
ready
picked
for a
QoR
rumble
over
fight.
Energy, actually.
Not coming in. A little bit of showing over towards the A side, but C control
It's just
is
crazy
of course
because
going for it. They have it, and
Energy,
they choose to
Energy's
lock
playing
it
for like
down over
literally
here,
nothing
push
because they
back
can't
over
even
to
play in the
where
LCQ, I
their
think.
teammates lurking. Moose, who's so good at finding value and space on the map.
I don't know if there's some weird scenario where there's
Smoke can
options where
take
you
an
can like
aggressive
drop the
peek and
team
just teleport out if needed. Xander can blind and relieve some pressure
and then they're allowed to play in it.
Smoke really needs to hit this shot, though. It's a big investment to go for the op at all the way down to 0 credits. A lot
Bro.
easier for Smoke as well on the
No,
defensive
oh
chamber.
my
He gets
God, I
spotted
thought
on
Kumi
the
had
shot.
this
That
place
was
so
almost
red.
disastrous.
Bro, Smoke
I can't
has
believe Kumi
zero
understands
value in
that
this
the
round.
angle
He's getting
exists. He's just trying to
perma-smoked.
go for some value. And it's crazy that Smoke doesn't commit to it. He just jump spots a little bit. So
Bro.
Chambers both fully online. They're actually committing to this, going all the way through.
It was a
Moose
great
is
read by
bringing
Kumi,
it
I
back with the
agree.
team.
Kumi's a very
White
smart
Tom is finding
player.
his way over. Smoke interrupts. Flyer. No regen. Smoke's coming in. Xander is there as well to lock things down as the overhead peak is getting stomped on.
Bro, look at
Denied.
him.
Heads chopped off and rolling
They're
down
winning
the
all the
stairs
micro
of
scenarios.
Back C sight. It's bloody. It's messy. It's a massacre. And it's completely one-sided for SRB. Their hold, their link, their chain is too strong. Kumi will find a way to loosen things up just a little bit.
Oh,
Connecting three.
shit.
Finding a way.
Operator's so OP. Jesus.
Please, no more.
Jesus.
Kumi killed a
I was thinking for a second, like, Kumi might actually do it.
How did he just swap the pistol, get out, and get that much value off of being solo? And I mean, QoR could have even ended this earlier if Kumi hit that shot onto Smoke, which, like you said, was already an angle.
Right,
you
I
weren't
have been
expecting,
seeing
and I can
Smoke
tell that
absolutely
this
abusing this
Kumi and
exact
Smoke
line.
is gonna have an impact on the
How many
future.
times have we seen him
Finally,
playing
Smoke
pillar,
starts off the round and
killing players
good
scaling
favor,
bend?
but you kind of all
That is one of
staggered
those
in
lines that people just
to
go
Kumi
dry
there,
into.
which made me worry
Whenever you have a
about
line that somebody goes
SRB's
dry into it,
decision there.
those are the ones you want to
One
find on
round
Chamber for
lead,
sure.
Not the cleanest, but a win.
just hard
win. We have
abuse
an
it.
Odin and an op still in this picture.
If you know you get hard utiled mound,
Let's sneak up onwards. This B-side satellite knows that there's something wrong.
I mean, I feel like we've seen this a lot from Smoke, if I remember correctly. Plays like the common line C and then falls back into this setup.
Finally down, so
The last time we watched him play, he played like that the entire match.
A lot so far.
That's the main point of information.
Wow, bro. The SRB players are winning all the important duels.
Is on the site as QoR are surrounded. They have to fight with what they know against what they know, which is at least removing X.
Did I jinx him?
Numbers back in QoR's favor on the post plant. Kumi gonna watch the C-Link door that is just open. That's a 1v1 that could decide a lot, and Kumi is clean as ever. His satellite against the world has earned a showstopper, but hey, Derek will not cower.
Oopsie daisy.
Confidence from Derek is the reason that QoR is able to win.
You know how the NALCQ is going to work? Like how many teams if it's single limb? I don't know how many teams. At least 3. I would imagine they do like a round robin kind of situation. All of the teams play against each other.
I'm not seeing the same level of layering. I'm not seeing the level of trading either from the defensive side. Some solo player there from Nature to try to.
Got to be fly calling. It is.
It's crazy. It really is ego versus ego now between these two teams.
If we go towards a 6-6 half, though, you remember what happened on Split? Like, SRB came alive, and hey, is what Xander better late than never.
Good spam.
And wanting him to be that
I've never been that big of a fan of this, like,
literally every other
weird
map.
smoke that you TP into. I've never been a fan of this. I think we did this, like, one single match ever.
From the op, Nature.
And I don't think we ever did it after that.
Maintain pressure on the right side so he can be more independent as QoR testing the waters here at C, and they get a lot of SRB's attention.
21 HP left on Infiltrator. No Sky on the other side. And
It's so easy to like naturally get into like a spam scenario there. Like you have to get wide peeked from the satchel.
Solved by Derek as he just tries to get some space while there's chaos
That's
on the map.
not good.
4v4 now.
That's not good.
What is going on this round?
So many seconds into the round, you didn't think that QoR would still be in spawn. They're scaling through the right side. They have no information.
What are you
on
saying,
SRB's
Trick?
setup over here, thanks to all the Viper walls. And what they do know is how they can disrespect that Viper's wall by just going through the B-Link door. But this is something that's been really scary for QoR to face, having to post plan into B. So they pivot back.
I'm not saying the one way is bad every round. I'm just saying like there should be some combination of you faking it. Like for example, Omen playing here and using the one way I think is valid. It's good. Bait out more util. Tax your util before they go into C.
Trapped behind this tree and bomb site. It's tough for QoR to even move.
Falling smoke. Triple peek.
Found by every player on the side of SRB.
Infiltrator took a long time to get activated in that round.
Xander has taken a new identity of the retaker on his defensive
was rage baiting. Yeah, but it's like, bro, I swear.
He was holding sights down as an anchor.
Some people are going to take it out of context and then be like,
just a stiff.
He said that one way smoke is always bad. It's not really like that, obviously.
The Odin at the backside, but it's because of Xander that Odin.
I'm pretty sure it was M80 as a team that had the protocol. Once they're doing this one way smoke, and you're doing this, and the player's actually like spamming in the open, you actually just great satchel peek wide and you kill this player that's spamming. That shit's actually money. It's like M80 from like 2 years ago or something. Like literally forever ago. 2024, I think.
Big ults to really worry about. We'll see what. The weaponry is always going to help QoR, where there's a bunch of pistols in the picture.
Okay, that is not exactly how I envisioned the exec.
And that sense of communities coming back on the side of SRB. One teleports away, a drop down, and Xander will just win. God anchor, getting more value. The smoke.
That's a criminal C-mount take versus chamber. No, I agree.
Look at how much time
it's like you just don't have enough utility to make that exec like be a situation where you're double satcheling at them.
It delays for so long.
And doing that in a situation where it's like, you know, you're playing against chamber who can actually defend the space pretty well from like any angle.
Making a play, and it's kind of 50-50 whether smoke is able to achieve.
Like, where's your landing spot as Raze there? You're like kind of satcheling into the open.
You have
like
that
just sending it.
Raze nade, some satchels to delay QoR, and
this is very doable though. Look at the late round scenario, bro.
Off of each other. They have the
I'm not sure I agree with this decision from SRB. They're literally 4 towards C. This is going to be a 3v4 with space.
Actually, will need the opposite. They've been so good at playing as a team. It's been missing a little bit.
Look at how much time they have to do whatever they want. Should be a hard flank situation here for SRB. Like to see Kumi kind of
We have so
read
much
this.
space.
The fact that they're
You
so
cannot-
late on
you
this.
cannot stay on the site.
If Moose
Okay,
takes the
Scooby
risk
at
to like
stairs.
peek deep and see that there's
So
nobody
much to be able to
spawn,
deal with.
this is a pretty
It's
good
just too
angle.
close. It's not greedy enough. And the rest of the team from SRB, they're already here on flank. They're coming in fast.
These guys are making audio as well.
Both the Vipers are still alive.
He didn't get
so
any
the
value on
walls
the
are
long-
what's hindering
long-range line, though.
SRB from the approach,
They're all
or
gonna
at
go
least
tree.
Trying to isolate the fights. They go through tree. They hope that the range of
Value
these
here
weapons
maybe
will
on
be enough.
Exa
It's a
for
4v3. Core is where the stingers could ring true, but
Ah.
the smoke is what separates the teamwork of Core. And SRB have a game plan.
It is
and
SRB
it's to
with 7
try and
on
pull off
defense.
this Game 3. And a quick little crouch ends this half 7-5 for SRB.
For 3v4 post wins,
Should be the
all
opposite in
full
score on
HP
average
versus
for
all
teams
full
with,
HP.
you
Let's
know,
say 50%
attacking
util
overall.
versus
The attack side
75%.
usually gets to 7. Core
Are you
started
asking if
off
it's favorable?
really, really
Like if
strong.
it's 50-50 or not?
Synergy,
I think with
utility,
space,
that was
if
layered
you
so well,
if it's a
we've been
good
talking
team,
about
the space
really
often
gaps in
wins.
their gameplay for SRB to even
For
have a
example,
voice.
here,
And then
if
after
you
a few
read
timeouts,
because of
after
your
momentum
deep
switch here and
space and the
there,
fact that the retake's coming
SRB
late,
come
that it's a flank
absolutely clapping
situation,
back.
then
Amazing patient
you
rounds,
would have seen
positions
Kumi
from
play some
certain
version
teammates, and specifically
of a
Xander on the
like
retake
flank hold.
is able to
He would have
assist
gotten the
Smoke
first
on the
initial
C
pick.
site.
They would have
Assist
been
him
able
on
to
the
play off the
retake for
audio,
A.
create good
Global
setups,
defensive man has
and
done
actually
his
pivot
job,
around the
with some of
scenario.
the other four
But it felt
players
like
now
Core
on
was
attack
not
to
expecting
find
that
more
shit
value
at
on
all.
looking specifically at Nature.
At the end of the day, it's
Satellite's
still
leading the
a,
charge here,
you know, you have to
taking
trade
space and getting
up
kills.
because you're down
Nature had a
numbers, but
fantastic
you
split
get
in
more
terms of the
advantageous
clutch power
duels
he had
when you
just
have
on
more
his own.
space.
So many multi-kills. Different
So
situation
to put it
now,
best,
where he's more about
it's
gathering information
extremely
than
doable.
giving these huge leverage
And maybe favored if you're a good team.
flashing in and whatnot.
But if you're like a mid
SRB
team
back to
and
dialing
you don't know how to
things
use
back
the
and
space,
Spawn now on the pistol.
I don't think it's 50-50. It's probably not favored at all.
SRB, you know,
Some teams just like to sit still.
oh, they're spotting
In a
the double
post plant.
mound push and quick to retreat as Smoke, who
That should be
trying to minimize
walled up
the
on flank.
risks that he goes
It was
for,
a
and then
delayed
the
wall on flank, no? Am
retakes.
I crazy? And then it was a
Jesus,
defensive
okay,
wall.
Smoke. He'll fend
Or it was-
off
actually, maybe
anybody
they
else at
did.
C, marking 2 SRB for the
Yeah, I
rubble
mean, he
fight
could have maybe
above the
tried to
walls,
sneak his
though.
way to rubble,
Almost
get
Kumi's
extra
attempt to
extra
try
space
and
that way.
Do the same thing.
You can't mimic his mirror.
He needs to find an early
And now
duel is
that
kind of my
door turns
point.
as well in tree.
It's another
Things
flank
shattering
situation
on
here.
this side. Under pressure, Derek not going to be able to win the fight. Infiltrator's nade is the only thing that finds value. Kumi finally active, but the last headhunter cannot find its
And they
mark.
completely
Satellite
cleaned
is
him.
there, getting the kills.
Bro, there's 3 people
Nature's
on
got
site
him
and they got
in the
owned.
space, and now Xander's online protecting something. He gets a 200%
Dude, his
damage
crosshair
buff.
is so
Aimbot,
small you can't even
axe,
see it on screen.
Everything.
It's like he's doing a no crosshair challenge.
Flya, what can you do by yourself, buddy?
SRB on the offense, these pistols are a different beast, and so is Satellite, a 3K.
Fly
Even
magic?
just before we
I
cut
mean,
away
there's
from
no
his
magic here,
POV,
1v3.
like the way he
It's too
plays
hard.
cover, he's so smart. He knows how to draw out.
Yeah,
and
you
break
need to
your
take a deeper angle.
crosshairs,
You are
get rid of
correct.
all your ammo, maybe even force a reload, so he just guarantees himself.
Maybe he
the
puts TP in
win.
tree and then he just comes to rubble.
The way that
Starts
he
taking
just,
this duel.
well, not to make
And
the
then he
jump,
also
but to
has these
infiltrate
duel
into
opportunities.
A and kind of be
Viper is kind of
like,
nice.
by himself, get all these kills. A 3K
Is it
on the
not crazy we
pistol
don't see
allows
Viper every
SRB
single game on this
to just
map?
get that much closer to top 4 if they can maintain the
So I feel like the
lead.
majority of teams that
Yeah,
don't
this
even
is
play
an
Viper on this map,
elimination
they
match
they have the
inside
personnel to run it.
One of the very
They just, like,
last,
choose to not
you
do
know,
it.
versions of this tournament that's available. Next year, the VCT system's changing entirely. You might not see these orgs. You might not see these teams. And right now, SRB are linking together on all sides of the map. Why did they push A last time? Because they had this smoke pressure on this side. This time, Kumi solves the C mount. Meanwhile, the rest of the team blasts back already into B. Need to find more space from here, though. They cannot.
Damn,
get
if Kumi
stuck
actually
inside the
popped the
site.
B door, Nature wouldn't feel so comfortable to come back and take this B main space.
With a Marshall, and thought he would have swapped positions with Exa to hold C mound. Where
Kind of an
Smoke
important
looked good
detail.
over
If Kumi
there,
was just
but X's
faster on
been
this timing
alert,
naturally.
SRB have relied
He's trying
on
to juggle
before.
aggro
Hey,
for
it
his
looks
side
like the
players.
Marshall still does well, even in close quarter
I mean, he just got the
situations.
kill. Like, there's no reason for him to
SRB
not
able
just
to
run
match
up and
band
pop the
for
door.
band, but here come the pistols at close range. Smoke just gets to continue to
There's
one-shot
definitely a
anything
butterfly
when there's
effect that
no
could have
armor.
happened
And now there's
positioning-wise.
nobody from Core in sight left.
Really good walk away from Nature to get just far.
Trick
from the
told
bomb
me
site,
in
but at the
ranked
same
3
time,
years ago that Viper is bad
able
on
to
this
lock
map. I actually
things
believe
down
that.
for the team and insurance when that door does open. I also like the way that SRB lean onto that door and stay on this angle, backs towards their walls, making sure they're not exposed to multiple angles all the time. On top of all of that, Core, a valiant effort, doubling up on door, having good timings all across in that retake. just didn't have the firepower, and now they do. Ultimates nowhere near in tow, so it is all that raw strategy. We talked about some of the hard hitters from the side of SRB. It's been the team so far from QoR. They have to link together, but it's Kumi who's falling apart by himself. Nobody ready on the angle. Exa is gonna get the surprise double spray, and individually every single piece falls. It's not a house of cards. It's a frayed deck that's damaged.
110 stream streak from Pilots. QoR win.
And Kumi's been trying to be dynamic around the map, whether it's initially holding
not looking
siege
nice.
and now being so aggressive in rubble. And once he lost that position, QoR weren't sure if SRB
Am I going mental, or have I seen every single anti-bonus round where a team deep fights A be an immediate L?
At the right time.
The bonus team wins so often. And I know I've recently bitched about this. I think I've bitched about it twice.
This is them getting to double digits and pretty dire straits for QoR in a moment like this.
Like within the last like few days.
About some of these free angles that SRB are getting 100%. And
Satellite is weird. He's suddenly so good like 3 years ago.
And QoR can't latch on to what you are seeing right now.
Yeah, something happened. We got to go back and find the catalyst. The catalyst for growth.
Which is why A was free to get for Exa in that angle.
It kind of took Satellite a while to get like recognized though. You think he had to like undo the coaching that he got 3 years ago?
Danger towards the end. This is where things change.
He had to relearn the game.
Last map, though, remember? Even with losing a little bit of momentum inside the pistol and whatnot, they were able to come back in a moment where rifles, no rifles, way back against the wall. SRB started to make a few mistakes, and QoR were really able to lock things down. So let's see if that happens.
Is this the God Smoke you were talking about earlier where it leaks off the corner and blocks waterfall? The God Smoke is like on the ground here.
So hot right now.
This is the correct God Smoke. Sorry, I didn't see your message, Steven.
Even from Exa, that last round, that double kill was sick. Xander falls.
So did that just happen?
Splits apart SRB,
or am I imagining things? They just peaked?
The only team in the
like
series
130?
to convert a bonus, which they did so on split. First time now in this map they do so. Huge boon for SRB to work with, despite losing one of their better players. They'll have to make do. This is where Smoke. Oh, he's already forced to take
Guys,
a
we're
step
running
back
a
after the
full A
paranoia from Fly was
refight
thrown.
into a chamber. Bro, they probably pracked that so...
Weird economy there. Blast not keeping Exa in. He didn't want to stay.
They probably pracked that so many times, and it probably got them so many kills against non-chamber comps, and now they're just playing against chamber. Also, that is so unlucky for Exa. It's almost comedy, to be honest. That's a somewhat of a thrifty round. Not actually a thrifty round, but...
And the remnants of that same Breeze comeback start to loom on the minds of SRB.
Especially with how low that buy was, technically not a thrifty, but that they got to pick up 2 or 3
that
rifles
satchel was
from
funny.
that encounter. I think going into that.
What's your thought as a coach doing a timeout on an eco versus full buy round?
Something like that. So
I think if you have a really good
SRB,
if you have a really good eco round in mind, I think it's fine.
For benefit, and even are able to afford a
really good eco round, and then you just do like 2 timeouts back to back, basically. Not actually timeout, but like 2 rounds called back to back.
Vipers, well, when does that get taken down?
We got winning EWC, probably, I don't know, Vitality or Nong Shim, or 100 Thieves.
Completely different setup, by the way. Usually, Kumi's on this side of the map. They've swapped over Omen and Viper. Both Flya and Moose.
I'm excited to watch 100 Thieves play tomorrow.
Stop the players from coming in.
100 Thieves MIBR is kind of a movie.
As well to keep the smoke chain going.
No, it's a regional matchup, but
it'll be very tough without flashes to push through. Nature as well, just down to 1 Prowler.
Always happy to see the boys play.
Look at that Nightfall coming in. How do you push this through the smokes?
You march at Derek.
A bit of a BC, like C mound into pressured B. You've got to break the trip though. X is going to do it. Boom.
Pretty hard sight for SRB
it's currently walled. The trip is behind the wall.
Covering
Boom.
their tracks, covering their backs.
The reason why you do that, chat, while you pressure B while you're on mound, is to try to bait out more gas. You want the Viper to feel pressure to put the wall up to counter a B timing, so that there's less gas for the orb. There's going to be more of a window of opportunity where there's no orb or smoke on the choke.
Look at their A setup. They have 2 players.
So this orb isn't going to last very long. But look at the utility shot. Blind is on perfect timing from Flya. It's a late round exec into a lot of utility. Double utiled that timing. Falling smoke for this. That's pretty fucking nice. It's good details across the board from QoR, and a pretty oversimplified round for SRB. They just kind of sat there and just went between the two bomb sites over and over and over.
Keep what they have. And me and I.
Verno still IGL or is it Mizzino?
Defense.
It's,
Just not IGL or is
Mizzino?
Defense.
It's,
Just not able to work
Mizzino
any
currently.
picks or get vision on really anything.
Mostly a speculation based on
Impossible
seating
setup from Core there
arrangements.
In terms of, you would need like what's his name, Ethan Hawke, to try to
Or 100 Thieves. This opinion
find a
is funded
way
by Nade
to
Shot.
get onto that site. You have
I'm not
like
funded
1
by
second
100
of a
Thieves.
gap maybe between the smokes, but even then, paranoia coming in. You have to predict where Fly is going. You just mentioned his movement is solving those issues anyways.
We're about to see a repeat of
And
Breeze.
there's another rifle round on
Actually,
the board here for SRB. Showstopper also available.
it's okay, Zikz. I know you keep YouTube chat in the other room.
Make these problems go away faster.
See? I read it.
Uh-oh,
he didn't clear the corner.
Stopper. He misses. He whiffs. He's away. Mistakes on this one. Satellite pushes forward.
In
Catches one.
what
There's no way he
world
still gets value.
does he get a kill?
I'm just glad Satellite got a kill. He was 2 HP, and that was like the best case scenario for him. So SRB.
Like, Satellite is the
set up
magic
plan.
man in this game.
Biggest best case. No paranoia. No smokes on the retake. This is so much trouble, especially against the Viper Spit. You don't have the tools right now if you're core. You have to just go for miracles.
And the boom
Do you not just hold an off angle on this right side? Have one, yeah, exactly this. Smoke just holds this side. They feel comfortable to walk around the bend of the Viper ult, but you actually can't. And then Xander just plays the topside angle. It's not really doable, but like, did you see how Exa just died?
Well, they don't have the numbers. They may have a shot, but SRB have the trades. It's Kumi versus Nature.
Free fire, well done.
And HP prevails 11-7 for SRB.
Did you guys see how Exa just died?
Down, but it's just not enough.
Yo, the chamber
many
runs
levels of
past
insurance for
Xander
SRB,
and just...
and again, the tools not being
I couldn't tell if it
there
was a
for the
no
side
scope
of
or a
Core
quick scope, but that
trading
was
your
crazy.
raise. And Pyro was actually already used.
You know how
I feel like
unfavored an
there's
opera...
nothing
I think
the
that was a
side of
quick
Core could
scope.
do then.
You know how
What a hold.
unfavored
Kumi getting electric
Operator is
online
in a
with
Viper
that
ult?
Headhunter though towards the very end.
The
It's
highlights
still
don't
just not
happen
enough.
on
11-7.
guns, so like you have to see the character model. So like, it's barrel v barrel length, you know what I mean? So like, technically speaking, Shorty is kind of OP if you're in a Viper ult because it's the shortest gun in the game. So like, rifles are like obviously pretty long, but man, Operator sticks out like a sore thumb in that Viper ult.
Over at Mount, not getting it.
The fact that he runs up and no scopes him and it works is hilarious.
Different switch up, a showstopper from the sky.
We actually got punished?
Right into Exa and that lurk. And Prowler
Well, that's not good.
marks that there's more trouble.
He knows a
around
lot
the
about
corner.
short weapons.
That was a prediction.
What does he mean by
on
that?
Smoke's
Good double angle by Derek.
rendezvous.
Look at this.
And Exa
Freebie.
is the one to take the bullet for El Presidente.
Double angles are, they're just so OP.
The best
Double
bullet to
angles.
take as Smoke gets online, a shot through route, almost equalizing things down.
He goes straight back to it.
Even just looking at that spike just got dropped. It got picked up, but
That was part of my
gives
YouTube
confidence
short,
for Core. They
chat.
only have 4 members left. So
3
they
kills on
gotta-
Lotus.
the 3 sites, so they got to spread themselves thin. SRB looking to wait for these smokes to expire. And Fly hopes to make them expire with another well-timed paranoia. And he has, of course, Kumi. I can bail him out if there's going to be a raise satcheling in his face. Here comes Satellite Paranoia right through, and he couldn't react in time. Flya sacrifices himself, but SRB only have 2 left.
Down numbers here.
Span might be possible. Smoke
Weird
is playing
situation.
in no man's land
Well
and
done.
is not going to find any value whatsoever. The core setup has numbers, had a threat in utility, and is able to win the round. 11-8, the game is closer than you think.
Really is. You got Nightfall online for Nature coming up. Core not even needing like
Does anyone play after this? Does he read this chat? Lol. Lumfow, I looked it up. No worries.
They feel like they can
Fuck,
execute
man.
their
This
game
guy's literally...
plan. Core,
YouTube chat is to the point they're
they
having
got something
conversations
on the
with
menu.
himself. I don't
The
answer that much.
showstopper to repick to
That's all
repick
one
to
guy's
go for a
messages.
contact play with Spike in hand too. Like Core just
That's on me, bro.
punishing
That's on
SRB
me,
and
Big
denying
Jeezy.
that rubble space, which has been massive for them. Retake works out in the end. Nightfall v Nightfall though.
I mean, surely
How
not
are you
though,
gonna play
right?
this
Surely
tug
not
of
for
war?
SRB.
'Cause C has not been free for SRB to
I will
take.
say, it is slowly going the direction of Core.
Really stretching forward. Kumi is going to be just solved now. I think
Look at all the
fastest
util they
speed that
use.
SRB's found.
Smoke.
Not the main target though.
And they got to
rotation
save their
the side
smoke,
of
by the way.
On
Core.
the safe side, they're not convinced of the C-tick whatsoever. And they are correct.
You
in their
smoke, nade,
presumptions.
and...
It is the focus
Wait, was
for
that a
SRB
molly
for
as
next
well?
mode
No, it wasn't molly.
and moment. How
Prowler.
much longer do they
Prowler,
spend here
nade,
is the question.
smoke. TP.
They have a pop that's strong enough to get through.
And they did
trade.
it
Will they
without even
try for
adjusting
it for
or
this
like
time?
waiting to see if the
Does he
enemy
stop
does a
that
one-way
level for
smoke.
now?
Xander grabbed the orb for his ult too, and he's could help out the team at any point.
Passive
But
op from
Derek,
top
if
site.
this door just
Smoke
opens, I mean,
thrown
you can even
towards
nightfall
C.
before it does, and it covers SRB, and they just panic.
many-
They react with their own nightfall. Core can't even do anything about
How many
this,
players
but
got
gotta
hit by
be
the Fade
happy
ult?
with the delay
Said
that they
4.
created.
4 players hit. So much information found.
Good comms.
45
Good
seconds
comms,
as
Shio.
players rotate over towards the A side. Infiltrator gets a better angle here as well. The thwart a tick that's coming in. Might catch people on the transition. The B pop is available. Exa wins another fight again. Paranoid is every player here. In
Your
Fire.
W
Needs to
king there.
confirm the kills.
Because he's so worried about the
Two.
front B player.
Response
Oh my
back.
god.
Exa in the
It's so
God
doomed
spot,
for core.
finds a
It's so
spray.
doomed.
This could shut the entire game down. 1 player, 3 letters, 3 kills.
Planted.
Exa
Bro,
flashes
Fly
of
is so worried
brilliance,
about the front B
but left
player,
in a
which is
position to
rightfully
fend for
so,
himself.
because he was about to get
Infiltrator
crunched.
Got distracted by a flying satellite and Core's power positions thrown away. So maybe this whole series thrown away after the effort that Core made. It's match point, series point for SRB.
I like to see him as a player
He actually
for
gets
everything.
2, by the way, Flya.
Cool, calm, and
That's like
collected.
insane
Smoke
value
can
for
end
the
up
spot he
playing
was
that
in.
slow round so well. If things get hectic, if they get scrappy, Exa loves that type of gameplay. You saw it on
His
Split,
fight
where he
was so
dumping into his own
disadvantageous.
smoke, fighting through every toxic screen.
X
in
is so
line.
good. I love Exa.
It was crazy, man.
Exa is
And
nice.
then, of course, if you need somebody to defend something, I mean, Xander is your guy. On the other side of things right now, Kumi is setting the pace for Core. A wall just like Xander that takes so much from SRB to solve. Derek's brought the Odin out again.
This is a very big match for
Ready to
them.
go shooting on route. Exa is in another scrappy position.
There's the Boombot exploring B. Marks 1, gets him distracted.
No.
Kumi does not hit the shot, and he cannot be flustered at a moment where Core need him to the most.
12-8. I mean,
will
it's
be in
4
rubble.
chances shot.
SRB looking to progress from there while having good spread around the map. The options are open for SRB.
They break the satchel.
Derek finding his own war on the side of rubble at the same time.
I think they broke the satchel. You had to walk up and
Pressure
break the
on
trip
all
manually.
points of the map right now is really expending all the resources from the defensive side to hold their line. Meanwhile, a gap, a chasm is being formed on the C side. Pressure from Kumi, who's missed that first shot, might give confidence for SRB to move towards the C side. They're going. The gap filler.
Kumi
Flya
playing a bit of
is
the
there,
smoke line here.
but he's not on that same angle.
He's on top of
That's
the
giving
box.
team value. He's not playing on
Bro, he's
site.
played up here multiple times.
Just the threat of this op looms, and it really
The
changes
idea, I
the
think,
way
is
that Core
to play there-
approaching this defense.
because there's no
And now
flashes, you don't have to be
Infiltrator
so
will
worried
watch
about, like, off
as
angles.
Smoke just walks
Like,
up with it.
the
Exa
blind is
can't
pretty much the
trade.
best
The
exec
Spike's
util they
making
have.
moves within C, which
Bro,
Xander's
late
not
round to see exec
gonna
again,
stick,
picked
and
by the
he
op
got
and blinded.
information, and Kumi
Nature's
has the
heard.
answer.
Gets
Controls
the
of the
kill
round, though. Both
anyway.
players at an onside. He has so much work to do.
Bro, some of these
The flood's
duels are
already
so
come through.
disadvantageous,
The
but they just
pivot
win
onto B.
anyway.
And Exa finds a way to open up the round again. How much value can Nature find?
3v2.
Not much, but just some damage. 2 versus 3.
A little bit of
They
space
play
to their
together,
name.
stretch out.
Multiple gaps, and they have to go
Ensures
through one
from
lane.
Satellite, the hero play
X
from
is going
Exa.
for the wrap, which means that
He's
Satellite
wrapping
needs to
around,
somehow
and
buy
all
time with
Satellite
zero
has to do is
utility.
listen for the tap on the spike, but Moose is still alive. The wall could come
It's a
up.
good play for Exa,
Satellite
and
could be
Core is
closed
taking their
off from the
time.
objective,
I don't think
but
they're
the
reading it,
timing is
bro.
everything for
But
Exa.
Satellite has to
He's
do a
coming
lot
from
of fucking work
behind.
here.
This is the SRB win.
He's done
and
it.
no
He's
one's
killed the
watching
person that-
him, but Exa needs to execute. That's the whole plan. Satellite will get 2. Infiltrator will end the flank. Satellite needs to be the hero against his mirror. Satellite versus Infiltrator for the win. The Fuse just gets held. No! Satellite from the top rope. SRB to top floor.
Yeah, she said from the top
Keeping the
row.
dream alive in the most scrappy way possible. There's a player on the team for every single situation.
W stick, I
To
mean,
get the top 4 in the playoffs, it's Satellite
That's-
that pushes them through.
It's
Down
definitely
to
ballsy.
0.05 seconds was this match between these two teams, and they both gave it their all. It was SRB that started the day off strong and ends it
Damn,
even
bro.
stronger, confident that they deserve this win against Core.
I didn't hate it either. A more optimal nade wins out. Yeah, of course. Few to say the least.
They had a little too
Bro,
much fun
thank God,
being
bro.
up 10-4.
Thank God, bro. Actually, where's my... Here we go. So this does make it so SRB is like guaranteed at least going LCQ or play-ins, right? Wait, is there some funny business here? 30-point differential. You guys are confirmed 4th. No, there's no way. Wait, there is funny business. Wait. Sad can actually get second. Sad could actually get second. And that puts SRB. I see. So like, how does it feel to be only be able to use op? What? They can't? What do you mean they can't? 45. 35 point difference. Am I crazy? SAD's 120 already factors in top 3. Is that correct? Really? Shows their points from stage 3. SAD is 30 points behind with top 3 points already. See the stage 3 tab? Dude, this guy is so fucking blind, bro. This streamer is so blind. But why do they have it highlighted like that? Why do they have it highlighted though? Ooh. Ooh. You watching the Lion game? I don't have permission. Chad, if I could watch the Lion game, maybe I would have. I'll probably watch it off stream. This roster is so stacked. The fact that this is even map 5 is kind of crazy, no? This is a lower final. It's a rematch. Chat, have Lion not been like winning all of a sudden? Like, what is going on here? What the? I give you permission. You guys are funny. Chat, if anything happens where like I get like they get mad at me, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want people to be mad at me. Lion through 2 games for the fun of it. Are you sure? Because this is kind of like the upper bracket like semifinals. Like that's kind of important. I don't think so. Now they have lower bracket disadvantage because surely this is the best of 5 where they get a double ban. Lion dropped their assistant coach and they lost. Gulp. Watch. I'll be mad if you don't watch. Well, I'll watch it, but I have to watch it off stream, chat. I can't watch something I don't have permissions for. I thought they were talking about the MSI game. Yeah. I initially thought that as well when I saw people saying something about Lion. Watch it, but hide screen? Nah. Chat, I also have to go to sleep kind of early. Here's the thing. Like, look at the schedule. It's like, bro, like, EWC is already on in like 8 hours. And I've only taken like a 3-hour nap. So I'll probably be up for a few hours and then I'll go to sleep. How does permissions work? You have to like talk to the tournament organizer and then get it. It's like per league, not per game. Is Challengers done for the year after this? Correct. Yeah, it is. Well, it's like, to clarify, not fully, but pretty much. Because the finals is going to happen for all of these regions, right? So like here, by the 12th, the grand final happens. One team is already guaranteed in VCT America's play-in. The team that goes through on points, which would be SRB, I believe, no matter what in this case now. SRB or M80, I guess, depending. Well, I guess it's SRB only if M80 actually wins the whole thing. Anyway, I think it's likely to be M80 or SRB that still wins. SAD, I'm going to keep doubting them because SAD has been like doing well when I doubt them. And I'm kind of down to see SAD kind of smurfing. So 5 games of ranked before sleep? Nah. I might play ranked off stream though, maybe. I want to get out of fucking diamond low, bro. It feels bad. Every time I log into the game, I just see it. My fucking little icon is a little diamond guy. Like, is that good? Diamond coach invents flex jiggle. Like I can't be like listening to this diamond shit anymore, bro. It's actually gonna trigger me. Like the ascendant was already enough to trigger me, honestly. And now I'm in diamond because of the reset. Diamond coach. Grind out of it, Unk. That's what I'm gonna probably do that off stream. I'll probably queue off stream. It's not like I'm doing anything, I think, tonight anyway. Maybe I'll make a YouTube short in the next few days. YouTube short or TikTok. Chat, if you haven't followed my TikTok already, it's very helpful for me if you do. If I get you in my lobby. Okay, well, Dino, you can't say that and you should not do that. Are you West praying I don't run into you IGLing? I don't really IGL, to be honest. Yo, Zikz, let's duo. I don't really be doing too much. We're all throwing Zikz RR. The problem is if I start doing, then people are going to say that I'm getting carried. And that's like annoying for me. I don't know why. I'm also 32, so I know that sleep is the play. Sleep is nice. Just win. I'm trying. Shit. All right, GG's, everyone. I am going to end it here. I'm not going to stick around for the interview. I'm just way too, like, I don't know, kind of out of it, low-key. I'm going to raid. We haven't raided Jack in a while. Love that guy. Bro, Jack needs to fix his... All right, everybody say hi to Jack for me. We will be raiding Jack. This is C9 Jack. What is his name, though? Jack with 2 Ks, VLR _. You're telling me Jack VLR was taken? All right, GG's, everyone. Say hi, smile, like that. Hi, smile. Or you can say whatever you want. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Guys, we will be live again tomorrow in about 8.5 hours with EWC. Vitality versus Nongshim is an absolute movie matchup. I really wish this wasn't the first part of the bracket that this is happening, because I do think that these are 2 very good teams. 2 teams that I could easily see winning the whole thing. I think tomorrow's going to be a movie. Today was already a movie. Tomorrow's also going to be a movie. We'll see, though. All right, GG's, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.